Hello?
Yeah, Richter, now what? Now what? Got some. I've been
on time every single time. Maybe not yesterday.
Let me put this in Discord, hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me go drop this into the Discord. I think we're good. Hey, Shay. Yesterday was a good watch in the sense that, like, Optic look like they're playing. Finally. LAG fucking Minnesota. What was the other series? LAT Falcons. My God. What was the other series? Oh, Miami C9, which I wasn't even here for. So I missed a banger of a series, watched 2 duds, and an Optic slamming yesterday. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Let me get a. Yeah, well, Tom, mine decided to lose today. So, I can't say shit. My boys in blue were, yeah. Bro, Shade, you know what the weird part about that is? It's like, hey, Plumber, what's good, buddy? The weird part about that spawn, right, yesterday was that, like, it should and shouldn't happen. Because there have been so many times where another team has been looking the way they were looking, like on the minimap, and they just spawn in. Like, I wonder what it was that. Wonder what it was that caused that, you know? We should have some maps here. Red card. Oh my, hang on. Dealership. Okay, so it's Vancouver 3. Lovely. What the fuck are we doing here, Boston? Ban Skyline. Ban Hassie. They picked red card into Vancouver Surge. Oh, we want to lose. Ban Hassie. Ban Proto. We're not banning dealership. We're not banning dealership. Oh my God. The controls or whatever. Oh my Lord. Rewind SD map 5 though. Might get a bit mixy. I feel like it's just going to be a 3031 though. Like, it just reeks of it. Absolutely stinks. I'm very surprised Surge picked Hacienda. I think that might be a blunder. I think that might be a potential little slip up. But apart from that, I don't know what Boston are doing. Because what's the other map? Skyline out, Hassie out, red card, Vault. Rewind. I'm surprised no one played Rewind. Like, why would you not pick Rewind into this? Actually, they looked miserable on it yesterday, whenever they last played it against Optic. I picked Boston. Bro, this is a Surge 3031 written all over it. I think, bro, Byron had a very, like, uncharacteristic weekend last weekend. Like, he took a 0.6 and a 0.5 back-to-back. Like, I don't think you see that again. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know what Boston are doing picking that. I don't know what Boston are doing picking banning. Where is it? Banning that. These guys are the most predictable Protocol SD team in the game. I guess we're gonna find out. Hey, Maz. Hey. Hey, Papa. How are you all doing today, peeps? Bro, it's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day outside to be
Sitting here watching COD.
finally some sunshine in Toronto. I had to sit here and watch LAG play Faze. I don't know who's done that. I don't know who's making me watch that series, because goodness gracious. That might be, bro. No, because I've watched LAG take 2 hardpoints off of Rocker. Was it not? Was it 2 hardpoints or 1? No, it was 1 because they played Rewind map 1. Imagine a world where we watch these guys win against FaZe. Imagine a world. After yesterday, after what I saw, anything's possible. I've watched C9 beat FaZe. I've watched FaZe beat LAT. Hey, Shay, you're not bloody wrong. You're not bloody wrong. I lose brain cells with you. I watch, and it's usually in map 3s where I just absolutely head goes flying. And I lose the plot. Like, absolutely lose the plot. Because teams
Never want to sit on a bloody point.
Bro, well, they've looked awful. Like, actually looked awful. Let me pull up their... Like, this... Like, I don't understand how they can go from... If he wants to pull it up. How they can go from being LAT. Like, this game was not even close. This game was not close. And then they go and lose that. It's just like, what is going on? I don't think they know what's going on. This guy stinks. Like, these maps, like this rewind was mental. Like, look at this. Look at this. Like, this should never ever be happening. A hard point where all of FaZe are negative. I never thought I'd see the day. Because that, honestly, because I thought this would happen. I thought they'd get their loss versus LA, right? So, if we look at the standings real quick. Major 4. So, like, who do Miami have left? Who have they got? They got Ravens. Okay, so they got a 5-0 split. Wow, these guys had an easy split. Apart from LA Thieves, these guys had the easiest split of any team, I think. So, at the minute, it's looking like, based on what we've seen so far, we're likely to see an Ultra Miami. Like, this will be our top 4. I don't think we'll have any crazy tiebreakers like we did last time. But it all depends. Who does Optic have? I know they have Ultra. Okay, so they have LAG. So, I mean, Optic could be looking at like a 3-2, 4-1 split, depending on how that goes. Which would be insane. That absolute bounce back from hell. But, like, everyone's just losing to each other. Like, C9 have beat who? They beat LA, they beat Faze and... Who's the other team they beat? Falcons, like, absolutely dished them as well, I'm pretty sure. Surge, who have been back-to-back-to-back finalists, are 0-2. Like, this middle of the pack, we're going to have some mental round 1 matchups. Like, mental. Again, just like we did this major. Because, say, for example, who does Surge have? Jerome, there is no derby, mate. They're trying to make it one. They're trying to make it. Yo, Liam. So they have Boston, Ultra, and Rocker. So like they could finish 2-3. Which, luckily for them, Falcons are going to be 1-3. They're going to be 0-4, 0-5. I mean, God, it's still there's still so many teams playing for a lot. Honestly, like this is gonna be a complete cluster by the end of it. Because C9 are probably going to be 2-3. Who do they have last? Is it LAT they have left? They have LAT left. So they're going to be 2-3. I've just said the Surge are going to go 2-3. The best thing that Thieves can do is go 3-2. Ravens, who have they got left? They've got Miami and Rocker, so they're going to finish 2-3. I'm telling you, winners round 1 is going to be mental. It's going to be mental. Also, for our Ultra XP members, we have, or for our Ultra Elite members, we have Ultra XP going today. So make sure you go and redeem it ASAP. We go to a game 5, or is Rocker an easy win? I think it just depends what Rocker shows up. Like, Rocker could be a really good team, or they could be like they have been against Falcons and LAG so far, and just absolutely god-awful. It has been a great day. Yeah, not pro Chelsea fan, but it's been a great day.
Dude, the map was so insane. I was like, I had to pick.
No, stick here.
AG still cut done. Open. Last guy. Done. They're gonna be quick. First guy's gonna be quick.
Watch out, Cat.
Dude, that.
How are you?
Nice.
Good job. We won. That was the perfect round. That's
I'm just this map now.
You say what?
I'm just this map now. Good job.
Yes, 2-5. Bro, it's so good at least.
These are idiots. Dan, what's good, man? Bro, they should just not be allowed to, like, joke with me, man. The least serious roster online I've ever seen. How we doing, Dan? We good, my boy?
And what a series it was. Listen, where am I looking here? It's Mother's Day, all right? Call your moms, all right? And maybe I'll call them too.
This guy's such an idiot. Legendary clip. A legendary clip.
Live Crim 6. He'll be racing in Ohio a little
Oh,
bit later
no,
next
it's
month.
Maven
I'm gonna go see him.
Sunday.
Hi, Maven.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
up north. My brother's flying in. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm down.
You two are invited.
I'm going.
And
That sounds
of
great.
course, everyone at home
Oh,
is
it's
invited
Maven
to
Sunday.
What, 4th to last day of the qualifiers?
Wow.
That's actually crazy.
4 days left in this studio. Starting to sink in. Starting to marinate.
We're still going to see each other. We'll be golfing.
Dang, man.
I wonder what
we
Maven looks
It's
like
gonna
in
be
hair.
good. We got a lot to recap and unload. Let's start here in
'Cause
the kitchen.
as
It's
much as
burger
obviously
and
shaved his
fries,
head.
ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Burger plays suck.
I
Fries
wonder what
are
he's got
cooking.
up
Let's
there.
take a look at the first one. It's my guy Nero. It's got to be a tweak movement, right? Give me a 4K.
It's looking like it's going to be Nero actually going insane. Oh, Burger flying off.
Okay.
Did he get force pushed? What happened here?
Nero's got to be good for like multiple.
Hey, Dan, there's a hell of a day of COD.
He's got to be.
I just thought it was going to
See
be
that
three-piece.
first and last
That
are going to be
was an
good series.
uncontested
LAGV
win to grab it.
Oh, like, here you
v
go. Yeah,
Faze.
no,
We
no,
may as well
go
just
for it.
TP.
No, that's Nero's gameplay in a nutshell. I swear to God, bro. Like,
We may as well just TP ahead of time.
brain turns off or he kills the whole team.
Nero's not the only one with a 4K. Sib dropped one on us, and he does it from his back with the AR.
Yeah, Sib's an absolute beast, and you know we talked about some of those players in the up-close engagements who can win it.
Bro, it's no
Sib
one-
is
it's
in
no
that
one gonna
short list
shoot
of
the
ARs,
guy,
so
like,
it's you
is
never
anyone
know
calling
if you
out
have
to
jump
him?
on
The quads were cool, but the triples were sexier. Let's take a look at Shotzi's first. Is it just map? Is it just the Hacienda? Or where
No,
is
but
this
like-
gonna land?
I mean, that landed outside a barn and killed them through the window.
I feel like he's always had, like every year, he's had some.
That wound me up. That streak wound me up.
It's a cruise. They hit
It
something
should
nuts
never
and
have
he
worked.
did that.
Yeah, Estriel
Why
showcasing
jump
some
scum?
accuracy
Oh,
from
mate.
the sky. Very few team kills coming in as we see the 3K land. Minnesota survives LAG in a game 5. Our cities, what are you cooking for me, Falcons? Some aces?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, what he had an ace.
Oh, that was the ace
Brett
1v2.
had an ace.
And they had 3 round
And
wins.
3 round ones, yeah. So Joe and I casted a lot of these, so this was a tough series to cast. I mean, Thieves were frying them, but listen, Ace will always be impressive. It will, especially the way they got him done. Like that last gunfight win from Pred, we saw from the other POV, it was disgusting.
2 aces and a loss. We call that a combo meal. Let's take a look at some
Look, everybody's.
Franco
I
from
cannot
the
wait for
new
Ben to
guy,
fly today.
Mercules.
Angel.
Bro, look at how
I mean,
every
this
move
guy
he
is
makes
crazy.
just with intent. Like, he's not sliding around.
It's deliberate.
Doing this crack aim, like going crazy. Like, it's just all deliberate as you put. It's so clean, like absolute fraud.
Yo,
Not
Cat,
only
good
is he
evening.
a 2-time Puckett Powerhouse Player of the Day, he also set the KD record for a match most recently
he?
yesterday.
Listen, I need to apologize in the sense when he first came out was played with Toronto, I put more like on the system for Toronto. Like I was like 60% Toronto system, 40% Mercules type thing. I do believe in the Toronto system. I do.
Same.
I think it's a great spot for a player to come in. But now seeing with Optic, who has not had a good system, he's been disgusting. So I'm like 80-20. I mean, now he is so good. It's refreshing to see.
It's actually
Big
crazy to
fan of
think
the
that
kid.
that guy,
11
that
days
guy
left in the
started
season,
competing
gentlemen.
a
We've
year ago,
got to
almost
start
to the
handing
day.
out awards.
Okay.
I
In
think
like
we gotta
18
start with
plus
the
COD.
rookies
That
of
is
the
just
year.
so
Mercury's
wild.
making a name, but these two were the original noise makers. Rancor and
So
Super for
wild.
the Miami Heretics have been dominant in front of a crowd. They seem more comfortable than most youngsters coming in. And most importantly, they have pop-off moments in 2 different game forms. Respawn for Rancor, Search and Destroy for Super.
Yes, I said to Joe yesterday when we were like casting them, I think you have to give it to Rancor because he sort of came in and changed the foundation of this team.
Bro, Super's
Super kinda came
hilarious.
in, refined
This
them.
guy's
They've
such a
both been terrific,
idiot.
but I mean, we even heard the interview yesterday. Like, man, it's literally a teammate got asked.
Yeah, because you look at the first major where they're able to make it to a Sunday and have the best placing in Heretics history. But That being said, Super can still take it, in my opinion, because like I get what you're saying.
Super
Clip,
can
but
take it.
Red Core has been the constant, right? And it definitely leans towards him. But Super is legitimately the best Surge player in the game since he's come into the league.
When's the Rookie of the Year vote? It's before champs, right? It's just regular season. So like, if he won tournament left, he'd have to, in my opinion, they'd have to like win the major and be like unreal in search and destroy.
See, I don't think so. I think if you get a top 3 and Super remains the best.
I've still not seen that clip, you know.
Look at this, though. Look at
Jam
that
Scott.
bottom one.
But his individual
series
search
with
performance.
1.2s, they each have 6. Super's played in half the amount of matches. I think that's a testament to his skill. Let's
No,
keep
he's
moving
incredible.
this
I know, I
forward,
think
though,
Super's
man,
right.
The
because we
search
have
is crazy.
so much in this jam-packed schedule.
I need to find that
Mercules
clip.
is also a player that you just apologized to. How close is he to the other two, or is it too late
Too
to
late.
start
It's
his
gotta
race
be.
here for Rookie of the Year?
Okay, there's part of me that says it's too late.
It's like
because
a
voted
Booza last year?
like champs. But imagine like the story for Optic, bro. Like, you know, you win champs last year, you have this horrible stretch of top 8s, all the drama that goes down, and then if Mercules came in and somehow these guys like won champs, I'd be like, all right, give it to the kids.
Well, so-
but it's before that.
So it's interesting, right? Because we award Rookie of the Year prior to champs.
Yes.
If we went through champs at EWC, I think he would have a huge opportunity.
Probably, yeah. If they had like a crazy finish.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
somehow,
they
like,
do. I
One
remember
or two of
that.
those.
But like, if they win this next event and he is like MVP, then yes, I mean he would almost eclipse.
He would have
to.
He could have multiple top 3 finishes with multiple
Because of the
different
last event.
teams.
Yeah,
That would be a testament to his skill.
No,
Let's take a
that'd
look,
be a
though.
weird,
True.
weirdest like votes you've ever had for Rookie
Standing
of the Year.
so far, as we are just 4 days away from Major 4. We're also 4 days from closing the door on a regular season. You can see Minnesota Rocker. They're sitting there at 125. Cloud9 didn't gain any ground yesterday.
Right,
which
it's done.
means
They've got
Rocker
Merc.
and
It's done. I
Cloud9
don't even know
still
why we're looking at
40
this.
points back of Optic Texas. Everyone else.
Optic have got my mate
Yeah, I
Merc
think
now.
the storyline switched for me. It was all about Rocker and Cloud9. It was all about like Kenny and could he upset Optic. The story for me has become Optic now. I want to see.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get in. I want to see if they can turn around this horrific year they've had. That's what
Yeah.
it is, Nick.
With the numbers there, I don't know if you guys saw
Agreed.
it, but with the losses yesterday, it is now official. Vegas and LAG are not in the cards.
It's been official
You've
for
been
me for
calling
a
it
while.
3 months.
Glad we could lock that in now.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, in terms of this, I mean, there's still
Oh
a
my
chance.
God.
Obviously, you know,
I
Rocker
forgot
C9
that
have
round.
to make a pretty deep run. C9 have
I mean,
been
that
looking pretty
schedule
good.
is just
Rocker,
miserable, though.
I feel like I've just lost faith in them.
Same.
These losing to the Falcons, then going Game 5 versus
Like,
LAG.
how- like,
just
look
almost
at
indicates,
those
like, you're
first
just
2
not,
games.
You know,
You're not a
top 18
serious
anyways,
team.
right? So it's just not that caliber. And after watching Optic in their couple of games they've had, I think they're making it. They just look way too
Yeah,
clean.
I agree.
A little bit more ice.
How can we lose
I
the
think I've been trying to
Falcons
force
and
this
win
like,
against
storyline around the bubble
LAG?
because it is possible, but I think Optic's
And
a
you
story
don't
from
go
that.
2-0
I
in
think
those
it is.
games.
With Mercules in, I want to see if these guys can turn around their entire year.
You think they get 6, Jam Scott? I don't think Optic gets 6.
Minnesota
I
or
think
Cloud9, if there is one breaking through.
I think it all just depends. I mean, it's such an on-the-day game. This game.
I think I
like
would
it
have
actually
said
is
C9 to like the
crazy.
series yesterday, and I was like, all right, I guess you still have to say C9.
Like
Yeah.
Thursday on Major
the
2,
discussion, if they
we
pull off
have-
some W's, one team though that we know is pretty much a lock for champs.
We
is
have Boston
after
beating
hovering
LA.
around 6th place all season.
And,
the team is
like,
feeling pretty
Optic
comfortable,
just
but are they a true
woeful.
threat? What is going on with the breach as we take a look at some of their highlights from the week?
So yes, the issue
I'm very
that Boston
excited though
have
because
had
like getting to the
is
end of the year, all the
they've
teams are
been,
going to be good.
built around kind of their
Who's Ultra's
respawn,
lineup
right?
today?
And they figured out
Yeah,
their
they actually got
control,
Merc
which
back
has
from
been
Optic.
phenomenal the last split and a half. But in the last 2
Proper.
majors, they have played
So
Vancouver
they're-
in winners round
Mercules
2,
is
and they
not on
let
Optic
down
anymore. He's
to
back on
the lower
Ultra. He's just
bracket and
loaded
got
for
knocked
them.
out by Toronto. And you know what those 2 teams are? They're world-class hardpoint teams that just edge Boston out. They like some of the similar maps, and you know, for Boston, that formula just doesn't work against those 2 squads, right? So they have to either improve upon that, and that's why today's match is going to be massive for them.
3-0 Ultra,
Yeah, I think they're
100%.
like the definition of like a dark horse for me
I'm
late this
banking
year.
on a
We
3-0,
know that they
and I'm
can't
talking
come in and upset
30-minute
like a top team like they
series
did in round 1
because
versus
I want to
Leafs,
go watch
but
the
more
Leafs.
often than not, I think they're lose those teams, but they have the potential to do it. So they're a dark horse.
You're playing
They're a dark horse.
Vancouver
I
Surge,
want
who
to
has
be
been one of
off
my
to the
favorites
Leafs.
despite their
I mean,
current record.
yeah.
The team has been to back-to-back grand finals. Silver medal ain't bad if you're a guy like Neptune making his return to the league today. He takes on Boston Breach as Vancouver tries to
Wait,
hold
we're going to
on
get the
to
new
top
intro
4.
for
3
Surge.
games on our fantastic Sunday here on May 11th. Call your mom. We're going to a quick break. We come back. Get locked and loaded. Boston takes on Vancouver after this.
I'd love to know the situation, like, obviously because, like, obviously the situation with the bracket's going to continuously change. I'd love to see the scenarios to how each team makes it or doesn't make it. Because, like, I'm 99% sure, like, these teams just can't be overtaken now. Like, there is just no way. Like,
Visit scuff.co.
There is no. I don't think there's a
for your chance to
world
win the Road
unless
to Champs
one of these
giveaway.
win
And
the
join us
event
at CDL Champs.
where Boston or Optic don't make it.
Esports
Like,
World
I just
Cup
refuse
is an
to believe
official
it.
partner of the Call of Duty League.
And what's good, my
Call of
boy?
Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The 2025 Boston Breach Team Pack is available right now. Each pack includes home and away
There is just no
operators,
way.
as well as this spray to help you blend the competition. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
And now I've got to watch this crap intro. I actually despise this intro. Easily the worst intro in the league at the minute. I think it's 15. It's 20 in winners, 15 in losers, I think. Hold on. Do we have our new intro? Do we see a Neptune in the intro? I peeped the Instagram. I peeped it. No way. I've been blue balls by Trav.
It's the Call of Duty League, everybody. Welcome back in. It's a Maven Sunday, which means we are in store for chaos. I hope it starts brewing right now because we have two top 6 teams. In fact,
I've been blue
number 4
balls
versus number 6 on our power rankings today.
Sir.
Surge, you got to show up. I mean, they started at 0-2. We've had a couple top teams come out slow. Well,
Got
most
the
of Thieves
Vimto
and them.
bonbons.
They can't mess around now. Otherwise, you could be starting in a wonky
Wait,
spot.
I'm
Winners
a
bracket
sucker
final,
for
we
a
were fighting
bonbon.
against one of the top, or sorry, winners bracket start.
And I didn't even peep that.
Top team. We need to see the best we've seen in Surge.
And Boston has struggled against Vancouver in the past, but they've been looking good so far in the Major 4 qualifiers. What have you liked?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've liked Snoopy. In the last series, Snoopy was electric, making massive plays. The search and destroy has been on point for them. In this matchup, though, it's been really tough. Nasty and Neptune have completely shut them down. And then, you know, you look at the other side of things for the Boston Breach, and so the ARs have had a tough go of it. Cammy, in particular, he's been a guy who's picked up his game over the last 2 splits.
Cameron's been
except
looking
when he
good.
goes up against the Vancouver squad. I mean, for Boston, it's
I
just
fear
about
it's
getting over the
been-
hump.
I fear
Usually
it's
they
been
get it
Wake.
done versus teams in their hard
Wake
point.
needs to show up
versus
today.
Vancouver, that's going to be almost impossible.
Boston currently sitting at 1-1, but Vancouver was the surprise after finishing second at Major 3 and Major 2. We see the squad
Massive.
struggling 0-2.
Do you know what else is massive?
Well, and I were just talking about like going through their control, and like it's not only been that,
Sorry.
but what was it? Like they
What does
lost
it
6
say right
straight.
here? It says
They've lost 1 round, or they won 1 round in 6 controls.
that's 1 in 18 round count.
I mean, that's the opposite
What?
of Breach, basically,
Yeah, basically.
who have figured out how to play control.
They've had some close
I wonder
ones.
why it's slipping so bad for Surge.
Is it
Yeah, well,
the
it's-
numbers? Because I feel like they're no longer slaying at the same pace that we saw from them in the last 2 majors.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you had like,
I'm sure the numbers are going bad if you lost that many controls.
yeah, I mean, their attacking has been really, really bad.
Wazy, I had him on rank play this
Probably
morning.
losing a lot of, you know, their KD
Well, it's
there.
been all 3 maps too, right?
Oi,
See,
oi,
it will
Wazy,
not be
Wazy,
easier
Wazy.
for them today, but looking at that
Oi,
dealership for
oi.
game number 2, who's
We were on
takes
rank
first
this
search
morning.
and destroy?
Yeah, I almost want
And I'm not trolling you.
The way they played dealership, Abuza
He was
on
0-8
that
on
streak,
dealership
ridiculous,
S&D, and I had James
just
Bond
putting down
playing.
damage, finding kills left and right.
Yeah, I said he was the best player on that street, and I kind of made up
Wazy,
that
I'm not
stat,
trolling
but,
you
like,
either.
I think he's a
he's
In Diamond
There is
Platinum.
a special
No
stat
bait,
for
no
those
cap.
making predictions at home. Today is the first day that Neptune is playing alongside the crew in
Wait,
Vancouver.
Trav is
He's
in
on the road
Vancouver
doing
now.
Some content up there. Normally
That's
plays
good
from
or bad.
Indiana, where he has been frying.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad thing.
It
I
might
am
be.
going with Boston Breach. I got him winning in 3.
Boston
You're
has
them
Supreme
winning
here.
in
You're the winning in 3,
3.
yeah.
Wow.
You are an idiot, Puckett.
I think this is where Surge, like they just can't slip up anymore. They're 0-2. I think Surge 3-1.
Vancouver Surge.
Yeah, they've just had Boston's number, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, so I'm going to go Boston.
Okay.
Boston Breach. And
We
Alley
are
Cat, the
on
birthday girl's
Mars.
coming with Vancouver. Very happy birthday to our analyst. We'll give you the day off, eat a whole bunch of cake, and come back to us happy next week. But Maven,
Let's go, Allie.
Oh, happy birthday.
you got some big shoes to fill today, bud. You ready?
I have probably tiny shoes to fill. She's got little dainty feet. I wear a size 13.
Factual stuff. We go over
Allie
to
turning?
Masters today. It's shipped.
Yeah, I'm so sure, Mitch. I'm so
Yo, what's
sure.
up about these May babies?
He's been letting me know, Wazy. He's been telling me he's getting cracked in
We're both May babies.
and
we
what's
got,
it
we got a
called?
lot of May babies in the house, man. Jay and I are one day
He's been getting
apart.
cracked
It's
in
some
Resurgence.
supreme duo energy. It's Mother's Day. Everyone's vibing. We're looking good. You're looking good. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Let's get this thing bumping, bud.
Hey, it's a good Sunday, bro. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching the show or all the mothers supporting anyone in the world who are just doing the damn thing for their children. You are the true MVPs of the world. But we got a fantastic day of Call of Duty in front of us, man. To start off with this series,
We don't. We have a good start and an end. We have a duds. We have a might be a 25-minute series.
Out of the 4
Series
times.
2.
But
I'm hoping.
just like this form of Vancouver recently.
We have a
has
quick
gotten
day
me
today.
nervous
I'm
because You
hoping.
just go from back-to-back grand finals at both majors, but then you're coming back and there's basically always relying on your hard point. But then if you fall short on your hard point, you saw what it looked like in that series versus Optic Texas. It was not good. 6 losses in a row in Search and Destroy. 4 losses
And
in a
this
row
year,
in
how we
Control.
doing, buddy?
Maven hit it perfectly on the head. They got to show why they are still one of them top dogs
How we doing,
versus
Papa?
Boston here, because you can't afford this loss. You need to try to make
This
winners.
is
Yeah, it's just
literally
one of those things,
3031. I don't understand
consistency's
how
been an issue here for Vancouver. I think just
How
largely speaking
anyone
across the respawn, but in particular the
is
control.
thinking
We'll talk
different.
about that when we get there. But for Boston, it's about trying to again find another map to add into the pool and see if you can find something to give you an edge as we look over the Major 4 DreamHack and
Vancouver
likely
are
a playoff
unbelievable at Red Card
position.
Hardpoint.
Okay, first couple of eliminations though, really solid for Vancouver as we open the map up. And Awakening is
Yeah,
just
Mitch,
going to
it
try
was
to
the
do
map, to be fair.
what he can to stay
If
alive.
there's any
wait for
map
health,
that you're
and
gonna be
it's
crap
here.
at,
Let's go again.
It's dealership.
That
That map
perfect plays
sucks.
right there.
Who cares?
Awakening just finesse a little bit longer. Allows your team to have a full team
Who
push
cares?
going in towards
I'd
this
much
break
rather be
attempt.
ass at
And
dealership
they
and
make
good
it
at other
count
maps
with
than
Giga
good at
finding
dealership.
forward in the feed. Already off to a
Honking
good start.
map.
Giga recently has been struggling for this Boston Breach squad, but
5-0
he's
out
firing
of Wake
on
off the
all
rip.
cylinders. He probably
Ugh.
stared into the sun today. They tie the game up there with time at P1, but 10 seconds left. We want to control over torch stays, and Boston currently have the spots they want.
I know Ant is like coming from the desk right into the green room and just looks at the scoreboard, and I bet he says, Giga. Like just flat out 5-0 start, but Vancouver hold the narrow
Can be
edge.
dead
heading
about
over to
2
P2.
seconds. There you
We'll
go.
have a split setup here for Boston as they have a couple of members trying to contest early, but 2 others that had spawned way out from P1, and Vancouver gets a read on just about all of it. A little bit of
This
maybe
map
second
might
guessing
get
in terms
ugly.
of is there another hit through mid, but no. It's
I
gonna be
hope we
Boston
don't see
from the front,
dealership
and
today.
Vancouver
The
about to
map
realize
sucks.
Yeah, now they have them trapped towards the backside, so just a fair eye.
It
on
absolutely
and fight these
reeks.
gunfights head forward, but Boston walk away with a majority of those kills, so now the spawns get a little bit weird. It's on Nasty to try to finesse his life to maintain
course,
over
Neptune
towards
doesn't
stage,
have a
but
cam, by the
eventually
way.
he does get traded
Of
out, so
course.
Boston's first attempt at a break, they make it count, and this is a good
You
time
got
to
a
walk
3-0
away with.
Boston. Am
Yeah,
I
really
like...
solid stuff from Purge.
am I
He continues to
faded for thinking
provide
Boston are
Boston
gonna lose
hitting
this?
the most in those break attempts, especially in the hard points. Definitely one of those things that we've really noticed a lot in the last stage as
Like,
their
am I
control
on-
started to
am
get
I on
better and
Mars here?
now trying to find a way to continue that into new hard point maps. Snoopy trying to hold on to the last 10 seconds. Looks like Vancouver want to test this just a touch, knowing that they've already got the rotation underway, but not able to really find too
think
much
it's
out of the
just shooting
surge.
at
And
air.
look at that, spawns are going to be out just for Nasty. What does that do with the Booza? No, he'll be in garage. So a little bit of a limited setup here for
Seven's got
Vancouver.
an
Boston
unreal
trying to break
pitch on
again.
this.
Yeah,
Oh!
Boston has for this break, and Purge already finds the opening kill. Awakening strikes for the second. You have
Okay,
the
my
numbers.
bad.
You're effectively able to find your break on your first attempt.
My bad, Boston. I
The
guess
last one that was
Surge is
standing
just
was
crap now.
Nasty, but he spawned all the way across the map. So now Vancouver trying to approach from the front. Trades keep going down, but Boston still contesting.
Yeah, really solid stuff here.
Bro,
from
Cam
Breach
is
until
0-5.
for
Cameron.
just off the staircase, a little bit of elevation. Purge trying to find the trade. Pistol not going to work out. Help had arrived. Awakening trying to find the final
Cameron.
1v2, but no, not going to happen. And Vancouver from the front will spawn up. Get a read that Boston are still in the parking
Cameron.
garage. Neptune good for the first, and this is going to provide them a lot of space. Yeah, for 0-4 if he can stay alive to get back over to stage, but instead they'll just spawn there anyways as Vancouver retake the lead.
Yeah, now you just don't want to die off this rotation because you know Boston are going to be looking for an opening kill.
Cameron, we
They find
can't
that
go
one
0-7.
onto a Booza. Now, can they take enough space to potentially spawn behind them? Nope, a Booza spawned right next to them on the hard point. So now Boston banking on what Snoopy can get done.
Wait.
Is just watching the cross. The airs are
On
gunning
the
them
board,
down.
Cameron.
Boston's flip spawns have a better chance at a break here.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Here
really
we
talk
go.
about
Is
Cammy
Byron
is
Nasty.
not
Here we
shooting
are.
right now. So in a match that's only about 15 points, you need your ARs to
Oi,
start
Jab
really
Scott,
getting
bro.
together.
I swear to
and
God, if
playing
we-
at the same
we
level.
won't see
Right
dealership
now,
in
it
this
really
series.
has just been awakening and
And I
Purge.
don't think we'll see it in the
One and
Faze
eight,
one
really
either.
not a solid start
I think
whatsoever.
LAG
Vancouver's
ban it
taking
away.
advantage of it now, up about 30 points.
Oh, yeah,
So
this
the
is
only
a lot
series
of
that we'll
time.
see
This
it
is basically a
might
flawless
be
60
the
so far.
last
Finally
one.
able to win that contested gunfight on the
We might see it out of
cross.
Ultra.
But still, Abuza gunning you down with the
Because Rock
AR.
can play
now
it.
it's all left up to Neptune, though. You know
And,
that he's going to be surrounded. It's needs to win a one-on-one.
Rock can
maybe
play
a
it,
two-on-one,
and
but your team able to
Ultra
call
play it.
bomb
So
is
I
able
reckon
to
we might have
save
a
you.
dealership square up
Vancouver
there.
with the perfect rotation there over towards stage. Blow the game wide open. Going to find himself up by 50, almost 60 points. And they're already contesting there at noon.
Yeah, this is one of those moments here early in this red card that you have to start seeing Boston get themselves, all four of them, going. It's just,
I mean,
it's been too much.
Boston's
of
playing
Purge awakening
2v4
Right
right
now.
now.
Able to find one from inside the hard point, so good start here for Breach
Hyper,
on the bleacher.
hyper,
Split
hyper.
spawn situation though.
How did West Ham go today?
Yeah, they're trying to take control of this BS&D position. Gets on Cammy
Thank you.
to look for
There we
the
are,
double,
Cameron.
and he's able to locate it, secure the better spawns there for Boston. Big time play there for Cammy. Potentially some momentum to start to turn this game around, but you see now what it does to Vancouver on your minimap. They are forced to hit long routes. They don't want to bombard over towards God Eddie.
Right,
and
full
Long Street.
purge and
They're
wait.
going to forfeit all of this time to Boston, and they're right in this game now.
Yeah, really solid stuff here for Boston. It's just
My
really
goodness
just the first fight
gracious.
is so convincing. You get a read on the split spawns,
Purge
and then you
is
push out one side,
22
receive
and
the other.
9.
Things looking pretty decent. 15 seconds to fight for. Nasty with the double. We'll have the hard point open up, but yeah, that was exactly what you needed to see if you're a Boston fan. Just finding time at a hard
gracious.
point you don't often accrue
Hey,
much.
Purge 28 and
Purge
Neptune
leaving
29.
2 more. Right
Well,
as the hard
Purge
point's
has
about
got
to
you.
close. Cammy now
I
right
don't
back
know if
into this
Neptune
game 5
does.
and 10, and Boston are going to have numbers over the top of P1.
Hey, man, if you're Cammy, hey, just say big shout out to my teammates for getting me through that half.
Yeah.
But he made a big time play there to soak a lot of that time. But with
I mean, this
Purge
game
going
should
24
not be as
and
close
10,
as
that's
it
the only
is.
reason why he has opportunities like that. But now into the second set, already fight
Purge
for
on
hedge
another
control.
3 streak. I'm
Purge
telling
and
you, this
Snoopy able
guy
to combine for 2.
is the most
Vancouver
improved player
trying
in the
to
league this
contest
year.
as
Like,
well.
1
but Boston soaking time.
trillion percent.
Prime time though with Boston back in the mix for us to jump on over and see how Surge are handling it with the Vancouver. Listen in.
This one, and one on B2.
Stay.
Up, stay. One more back to mid.
I'll try sometime. I'm letting it.
Dead on death. I'm weak stage.
I'm going out archer.
Yeah, go. I'm gonna pick up your ticket. I'm gonna get time, okay, Dylan? Okay, you guys take it purge. All my double you guys take it. Deep left, I think 3 times. I'm one each. That was okay, Nick. I need this shit. There's ticket.
Good recovery.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Cammy's kind of picked it up. Snoop is just still.
One more in the back. He's running the place.
Both there.
Yeah, but he's on time now. That's our time. That's it. Get time, I'm going to say that. I need it.
Hi, Nick, mate. I'm mate.
Sidewalk dead. Probably mid, bro.
Oh, you see that? Abby's cheating. You see that?
Probably flanking deep, bro.
Oh my god, look at this read.
Let me see one side. Top dock, Cammy. Top dock, he's still here.
I've got the double child. Wow.
And one's gonna be top dock. He's gonna block.
Actually, I didn't notice that. Snoop at least sat at the hill.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to soak him. Above you, door, and you go. That's two. I keep twice on him.
Two good responding out.
That's one you door, and take your time, okay? Nice.
Yeah, really nice listening there for Vancouver, dealing with chaos, finding an opportunity to continue to manipulate the
Good looks
map,
out
getting
Surge.
reads on Boston spawns. It just feels like they really have this map locked in right now.
Yeah, it's just Hardpoint for them, man. Whenever you talk about Hardpoint for Vancouver, their teamwork is usually what makes the dream work. And when their communication is clicking like
Who's
that,
gonna
you
die
usually
in
don't
about
see
3 seconds?
that much time on a P2 Hardpoint. But through the
3,
chaos, like you said,
2,
they were just able
1,
to coordinate it
deceased.
perfectly, locate the last couple of players who were trying to edge their way on out, and soak them majority of the time there. Now a break.
Surgeon now
here
got
at
a full
P3.
setup on this.
They're up by 40. They had all the proper angles cut. Boston need a break.
Yeah, they're kind of coming in forcedly about 1 by 1.
They're gonna start flipping them
Don't
out
love
as well.
to
They're
see that.
taking every
Cammy awakening.
gunfight.
The last 2 left, they're both going to fall, leaving Purge by himself. And Purge is frying 30 and 19, but has not been able to do much around the hard point, which has been the issue. Obviously,
And
for
now you
Boston.
flip out for
Should be
P4.
finding the majority of the time, largely off of what they did last time at Bleachers. So P2, P3, and what looks to be
Absolutely
P4
cooked.
continue to be a little bit of a struggle here for
Wait,
Boston
Abby's
as they
making
rotate
an unreal
back to
play.
stage.
Abby's
This is
making an
another serious
unreal play.
situation to be in because already the opening kill goes in
He's
favor of
literally
Abusa.
spawning. Yeah.
Now, if you're Boston, you know you're
They're spawning in
towards
hell.
this side of the
Never
map.
mind.
So you have to try to account for him, but that's wasting time.
Never
trying
mind, they're
to
trolling.
execute this break, but now you find a couple kills. You're trying to set up this pitch, but the close ones coming in from Vancouver. A lot of them still walks across.
Never mind, they're trolling. Abby's got two though.
Trying to
Oh!
do what they can, and wow, Abusa picks up the cross in towards mid, and Nasty's able to just spam out.
Bro, is Purge kill
side of
or is
the
he actually just
hard point.
shooting
So just when
everyone?
it looked like Boston had done what they needed to get mid-map control, get into the hard point, it's immediately countered in the next wave of shots
How is
from
he
Surge.
32 and 22?
And now Abusa's on 4 in a row, 28 and 22 off the reload. Has a couple players in front of him, but
they
that's
get
an
this last
opportunity
20,
for
it's
Boston to get the out trade. Problem is, again, they just
Okay.
cannot see a hard point. They're only
They're gonna
getting
beat them on the row as
10
well. They're
seconds
gonna
of
beat them.
scrap or so at
This
best
could become
for
a
each of
grueler.
these
Hold
last
on.
3 hills.
Yeah, I think at P4 alone, they have a total of like 20 points, and that's not good. And they just got 15 off of this attempt. So that's been the
If
money
this
hit
hill
for
stays white,
Vancouver.
the
You
Neptune
reset
over
to
is
a
well in range.
Gunfight win by Abusa to secure these spawns for his team. Now Boston the trap.
There we
You
go.
have
That's
them
20.
surrounded. You can spawn them over towards Eskies. You can close the game out here.
Sure could. It would still be, do you think, difficult to get 30 seconds off of just 45 remaining here on bleachers, but Nasty's going to jump in, find a little bit of time. Boston fighting back.
Oh,
nice
no,
angle
Neptune's
here
dead.
from
Hold
Abusa,
on,
but can't be
Neptune's dead.
surprises.
We need
As
a
there's hit
Neptune
that hit
over.
comes over towards Ticket.
Wait,
04
Nick,
able to
do you
shut
need
that
them?
down,
Do you
and
need
yeah,
them both to
Vancouver's
come
just
into
gonna
win,
play
or
for
is it
some
just
map
like separate
control here.
bets?
Maybe even more than that as 04 nearly able to go from one to the other, but not quite. Hardpoint stays open. We have a back and forth kill feed as Boston try to keep this game alive.
Yeah, it's just been playing keep away. Few Surge. Boston know they desperately need
Yeah,
this time.
I'm
Neptune's
sure,
try
Hypermate.
to contest it.
I'm
set up
sure.
his ARs for a couple freebies,
I'd
and that's
flip
all
everyone
4
out.
dead. Final 15 going
I'm
in
so
favor
sure.
of the Surge. Nasty already putting
You
himself
wanker.
in a power position, knowing where the Boston spawns are going to come on in.
I mean, so
They
far
have
it's been a
heavy
really
control.
clean
You
map
need
from
15
Surge.
seconds. This is
Bit of a
looking
rough,
Surge
like,
map 1.
Yeah, it's just
start
the cleanup around mid is
slash
just
end
too
of
convincing.
the first
And yeah,
row.
it's one of those things like, you know, I think
But
you
the second
evaluate this
rotation,
map,
I mean,
you know,
just wow.
it just really for me comes down to the fact that Vancouver's just controlling how the spawns are moving so well. You know, and Boston just, even though you get some pop-off moments, you get a couple of players who really do tee off. It's just when you've got only one of the 2 ARs that are really fighting back, and you've got Snoopy not able to quite hit routes. It's real tough scenes in terms of how you know get this game back into your grips if you're not able to win rotation or spawn where you want to.
Yeah, they dominated the rotations on this match. All the money hills that they wanted to the P2s.
Never mind, I
make
lied.
sure you stay over stage. That was theirs. Towards P4s, they were the team initially over towards stage. Walked away with the majority of the time in this game. And then every time Boston tried to cut their losses, they never really had opportunity
Dare I say?
to do so. So, still trying to fight here, though.
They're still in the game.
Vancouver obviously only need 4 more seconds. But Boston, I guess, just trying to get a little bit, the guns a little bit more warmed up.
Yeah, and I think the thing about this for Vancouver trying to put this
I
game
was
away
41.
is like, don't get too
I
greedy
didn't even
here.
peep
Just
that.
play off each other's trades, get yourself in a position to find these last couple of seconds inside the hard point, and you should be good to go. But Boston will
Hold
break once
the
again.
phone.
Not done yet.
Gentlemen.
187 to 247. Before its sidewalk is stunned. Abusa sees a lot of the action hitting from the front, but doesn't really have the angle to stop Boston from getting into the hard point. So now it's just not an Neptune.
Oi,
First
chill
shots are good
out.
onto 1. Awakening, try to get into cadets, but Abusa will find
There
the
we
final
go.
kill. No one else is going to be able to touch, and Vancouver will eventually put this map away. Got
Jesus.
a little bit tight there for a moment, but just a little bit too late for Boston.
Where's
trying to
Mitch?
get to
You're
go of it.
boring, and you look like Schmiegel. Like, we don't, do you know what I mean? There's just
Like,
some
to
things
dominate
you just
the map
don't
the
need
way
to be
that they
said.
did.
You know
The
what I mean?
crazy thing
I
is,
said
like, when
one,
you look
you
at the
said one.
numbers for Vancouver on a map
Like-
like Red Card, they're not the best in rotation. They're not
We
the
just
best in
don't- we
rolls,
just
they're
don't
not the
need
best
to-
in breaks. But just like the way
don't
that
need
they're
to
able to
take it there,
manipulate
you
the
know?
map, like you said, influence the spawns a certain way. Always
This
tell
Abu guy
teammates
is
to
a
find
freak,
that
bro.
kill or just set up proper pitches. They make the hard points game look so easy because everyone's just doing their 25%. And this is now going to be more difficult for Boston because for them it's been, all right, we got Hasi, we got
do you look
Bolt.
like?
We
You
need
know
a
who
third
you look
hard
like.
point. And every time you're squaring up against Vancouver, you're squaring up against Toronto, you have some similarities in your map pool, a lot of similarities in your map pool. But now, since neither one of these squads want to play Skyline, you're trying to get better at Red Card. It's just that kind of performance of just being laid off the rotations. The AR's not really slaying, not really finding consistent
I'll pull back the
teamwork off
scoreboard
of
for you,
these
mate, so you
breaks.
can have a look.
The AR's not really slaying Red Card. It's just that kind of performance of just being laid off the rotations. The AR's not really slaying, not really finding consistent teamwork off of these breaks.
Any tips for your mate Eric on
It's,
red card?
it's going to be a tall out
you
of
guys
the
are
clock
really
for
good at
them
red
to try
card.
to progressively get better at this map as fast as they need to.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And a team that is, 50% or so win rate when it comes to how their hardpoint has gone on this season, it's tough when you're still struggling to add another map into the pool. Like, it just has not gone well. You called it absolutely perfectly. Like, the year starts off great with Vault. Okay, cool. Then Hacienda's into the pool. Great. We love that too. And then really the last month and a half has been, let's just
don't gas him up like that. That's the way we need to gas him up.
It's like a couple of decent wins here and there that look like, all right, these guys are cooking, but then you also have like 100-point club and another that almost falls in that same category.
Happy Mother's Day to all the single baby mamas out there. Spiffy is looking to be a stepdad. If anyone wants to welcome a stepdad into the family, let my mate Spiffy know.
That's something they're going to have to try to figure out very, very quickly. Down 0-1 in this series.
We didn't need to have bitch on 1% volume. Okay, prof, my fault, I guess.
When you're throwing in maps like Dealership, when you're throwing in maps like Rewind into a series, obviously you just try to get reps in, because S&Ds are basically 50-50 on the side of Boston. Yeah.
Bro, he was saying to me, Liam, that when people were coming in, he was sat like, everyone was like going, oh, hey Gabe, and they were like, wait, you're not Gabe.
Have that set up to where you saw Atlanta Faze do it.
Poor bloke. He was doing us a favor for starting the stream early, so I didn't have to like start it during the series.
Boston, that's something that they're going to have to figure out on their taxes. Like, we need more
me
success
day every
on
day.
our post plants at A.
Yeah, I think Atlanta really opened a lot of eyes in terms of how they played
there's a day for it. It's just
in seeing them just essentially voluntarily against Thieves give away the site that you're talking about and just preferring to play for retake nades over the top because you've got
and now we're playing dealership map 1
explodable vehicles, so try to use that to your advantage. And there were
map 2, sorry.
Thieves were able to kind of wiggle back, and I know that there's been
we
a lot
hate
of
winning
of
for
like,
Boston.
why do Atlanta keep doing that,
winning.
But I still think like outside of one maybe Folly, I think that that's probably what we're going to see.
So we had Canada's luckiest game in here.
Let's just play for contact.
Hyper yesterday.
See if we get any information on the nade hit. We'll toss our nades. We'll try to play through mid
and
see what we can do to try to open up the site for a retake.
With me
you don't necessarily have to contest the bomb plant, knowing that it's so difficult to hold if you don't get through the site itself.
So just chill with them, played a bit of COD with them, like taught them a thing or two, and then
who are very good at contesting and not letting bombs go down. I'm interested to see how they choose to play the map defensively.
Yeah, and then once we were done with that,
a little bit of a switch up in the last couple of weekends.
We came back in here. We were somehow only 2 maps into the series at 4 p.m.
Because Boston had players like Purge and Snoopy who
had
early engagements, that mid-map pressure or the mid-map control early on in
Prof.
Both teams are going to try to capitalize on it. So far in stage 4 though, Snoopy.
That's what I'm saying, Liam. Like, I just get pressed on the daily here.
67, that means he's walking away with a majority of those
on
first
the
kills.
Daily.
You need him to try to have that same success here because just the way that Neptune and 04 are able to manipulate the map around each other, 04 consistently pushing over towards court.
Here we go, 2-0 Vancouver Surge. After this map.
Offensive look for Vancouver will be over towards A, at least initially. Nades out through the small door. Stun will come through from Cammy on Boston's defense and will hit Neptune. So Boston are going to go for the quick pinch. Read by Abusa, he gets the first. In a good position to hold off a second. And meanwhile, Nasty's found 2 from the front. So this quick play from Boston finds absolutely nothing. And it's a 15-second flawless round for Vancouver.
Yeah, that was super quick. Like, way too quick. Like, if you're Snoopy there and you know the play is developing at A, we have to try to execute a team push. But he tries to catch him off guard with the timing. Too bad Abusa is ironing on the pinch. Finds that opening kill. Reads there's another one. Teammates have a 3v2 on the other side. They take that space away.
You are
and
not
Abusa easily is able to win that one-on-one gunfight to close out the round. Very quick. Successful attacking round there from Vancouver.
Oh, big time. And I think, again, the surprising part about that is not necessarily that you get the read on the flank and you find 2, but more so that Nasty from inside the site is able to catch the 2 defenders that are trying to play just in front of the garage door. No trophy system earned yet for Boston due to the quick nature of that last round, so this is a labored A approach. Abusa, one of the best at playing this backside A position, has already dealt some damage and has help nearby.
We don't mind that.
Yeah, now
it was Chaz doing keep up to get about 6 and 4 fucking flies off.
But Abusa is able to find a pick onto Snoopy. So now you have the numbers. Neptune is just going to go for the chow. Take down Cammy. Giga, Loud left in a 1v.
And okay, there's at least a kill to speak of for Boston. But yeah, that's one of the things, kind of, we talk about how Atlanta played this map and what they did versus LA and how convincing that was. And then you look at how Vancouver played this map. There is this level of, like, I don't know if there is a better AR defensively over the top of A than Abusa. When they lost this map to LA in Boca, he was a non-factor.
to
But
blow
if
up
he
cars before you
continues to
plant a bomb.
find opening shots and first bloods
It's
on
the
top of that,
alt check
like
speed
he
chat.
does in that last round, this team's very difficult to
Some
beat.
people just chilling there.
Oh yeah, and if you find first bullets on this map specifically on defense, like it's basically a GG on the round because the way that they
It's
play
always
is like
boss, isn't
04's
it?
already puts that towards Arch. He knows that they're not wrapped back towards B. They have to commit over towards A, and with the boozer just being the line of sight.
Why is he dressed like Ben Vance?
And he finds the first blood. It's
No,
a GG on the round,
don't
but
take
already
that.
into the next. The team nade good enough
Don't
to find
take
the
that. He
opening
looks
kill
like Schmeagol.
onto Snoopy. Now you got the man advantage. You can truly do whatever the hell you want if you're
He's
Surge.
poor shaming him.
Yeah,
That's
no, Forrest
horrendous.
has got the trophy system to make sure no defenders get into the actual parking
say
lot here
yeah.
whatsoever. Cammy's
Sorry,
been seen.
boss,
The
mate.
booster says, I got you. Go ahead and plant. Stun over the
Sorry,
top.
boss.
Purge, trying to make a play.
It doesn't matter,
quickly,
mate, because for some
but
reason we're
dealt
playing
with quickly.
Surge on
04
leadership.
down.
Oh,
in
hold on.
trouble. Will be dealt with. Nasty just has to wait for help. Neptune on the long flank. Clean shots on the Awakening. And now it's just Cammy split between the last two Surge members. Deals with the first, though, and now to the 1v1. Neptune, little jump. He's, I think, seen him, or his teammates are calming him. And so now we reset, and the SMG at that range just doesn't
I
lose.
need a word with
Yeah,
Michael
it's just an
about
easy
these
round there
vetoes
for Mr.
because I'm
McLeod.
going to start.
I truly don't understand how if people can actually see people through the garage door. Because like every time I watch them go for that jump peek, it's just like, I think he's on it, I don't think he's on it, I don't really know if I spotted him, but they might just have a better monitor than I do. Be able to catch the timing if you're Neptune, working that deep pinch. It got a little bit scary though because Boston were able to reinforce with their numbers and walk away with
That's
the
just
majority
finally
of those
maturing
trades.
now. That's all it is.
But thankfully,
Ladies and
Neptune on the
gents, it's
pinch
just finally
finds a
maturing now,
one-on-one
do you know what I
versus
mean?
Awakening, makes it a
Coming into your
one-on-one.
good years.
Like you said, with the Jacko in hand, up close and personal, that's an easy gunfight. Vancouver 3-0.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? 20 years old, you look like you've never ever seen a woman
Exchanged over
before,
through
but
mid
now,
this time. RCXD is out and has
You
been
look
seen
like you
over
just
towards
dabble
B,
in-
but Awakening
in
cannot
loads of
deal with
women.
it, so has to spend the Semtex. Neptune keeping Purge a little bit more at bay, and actually may consider trying to chow that as he's got help from Nasty, but instead Snoopy's the one tagged, and everything just kind of stays neutral, and Boston just continue to fight this in two different locations.
bro, I
They're just
don't
not
know why
focused
they're
on where they
playing
wanna
the
take these
map.
opening fights.
Yeah, they're just
the
splitting their
idiots.
pushes,
I'm
but
actually texting Mike right now. I'm
gunfights
actually
are also
texting him
being
right now.
split, and Nasty's walking away with a
I mean,
double
how can
kill
we bat
on the
it?
map, so now you're isolated over towards Arches. Snoopy left in a
Clearly
1v4, instantly gonna get traded, and that's when
waiting
you
for the
don't try to
bus or
contest
something?
early on at that B site versus Vancouver because just
Yeah,
their
he is.
mid-map control, their setup around courtyard, it's so
Why just now?
difficult to try to break them down if your attacks are not connected.
Looks like he dabbles in darts. We do love a dabble in
Surge
darts.
looking
Shame he's crap,
resurged
though.
after
We
their
do
series
love a
versus
dabble in
Optic.
darts.
Coming out swinging out the gates, up 4-0 quickly.
Never beat you. That's just bullshit, and you know it's bullshit
perfect.
as well.
It really has
You've
been
beaten
perfect,
me-
both
you've beaten me
offensively
more
and
than I've beat you,
defensively.
But you can't say that.
So need to see something here in
No,
round
we're
5
not
for
doing
Boston,
that.
just to start to change the narrative
I'm
a
actually
touch, or at
texting
least
Mike right now,
add
just
something to
wound
the
me up.
narrative, which has largely just been the patterns of Vancouver dominating. Vancouver going to try
That's
to get a
actually
little bit of a
mental.
different look here. Snoopy has played aggressively forward through arches, won't see anything, so he'll
You
back
got a body
away.
build like Phil
And
Taylor,
that's
man.
just
I'm
due to Vancouver not showing anything. No nades, no contact, no nothing.
Yeah.
Now if you're Boston, you're thinking, okay,
No, is it
they
called
didn't show any
A,
face
like?
early on towards B. They have to be
I-
committing
well,
over towards A.
I'll
but
fucking bring mine
still,
next
the
time,
noise
shall
is
I?
a little bit quiet. So Awakening's going to edge out
I
back
actually
over
have got a
towards B,
different
gain some info. The play potentially is going to be on this
Oh,
side, but
no.
Nasty again.
I'm ready. I've come
finds
ready.
the first
I'm
ball
hoping
onto
it's
Cannon,
3-0s
gives
across the
count to
board,
teammates. A is
and I'm out
open,
for
and
points
0-4
for the-
catches
for the
pincher.
Leafs.
4v2.
Yeah, Purge just trying to find a
I said
timing on that
3-0,
flank,
3-1.
but it's tough. So now you got Snoopy working on the long-range angle through the dealership itself. He does win one versus Neptune, but he loses his teammate in Awakening through the site. And this post plant, yeah,
I don't know why
it's
Musk
not-
is
not
mocking like he
happening
doesn't
for
like
Snoopy.
Vector. He
There's
looks
no
like
way you
Vector
break
from
this.
Despicable Me, and he's mocking it.
No stun, no nade. Information already gained on the side of Surge. And times just keep on ticking away. It's going to take an absolute miracle to try to clutch up this round. Yep. Oh, we almost lined up.
Almost.
When do you get the chance?
Yeah, and that's one of those things like
Oh my
you kill
God,
noise
man.
on really both sites if you're Vancouver, like a little bit more
Mum
feel out in
definitely
terms of
still
like a
books
couple
his
of stuns, a
doctor's
couple of nades over
appointments,
towards
mate.
A,
You're getting-
maybe you get a little bit of contact, but as soon as we saw Snoopy
What
and
do
the
you
rest
mean
of that
that's
B
fair?
defense
You're
immediately rotate
24.
over, Cammy starts to play forward, thinking that
25,
there's going to be a
going
hit.
on
I need to get
26,
outside, I want
actually.
to contest the bomb plant. But then there's no exit. As soon as Vancouver starts to show that they're here, and that car bomb just completely changes the dynamic of the round, and then
So it's
Purge
like
gets
so
caught trying to
exhausted
play for
to be
timing through mid. It just wasn't there, and Yeah,
No, I'm not.
This has
What?
not been
What?
good for Boston. I'll tell you that much. And
No,
Vancouver
but, like,
look really good in this
my
map.
bad then.
Yeah, it's so good to watch them on their split pushes find success, like
Looks like
in
he plays
island
chess in the
gunfights.
park. Mate,
It's
I
gonna
you
make
may as well
your
just leave
SC
it.
so much easier, and now you're up 5-0. You can do whatever you want. Let's call it an RC car, gain early info at B, and
Any
all right, we're
donuts?
gonna split up
Pudge.
here.
Hold on,
Let's see what
hold
you
on.
got, Boston.
Stuns and nades do
I
get
know,
tossed though,
he's
backside
actually
hut
lost
as well as into mid, but Nasty.
Oh my God, he's
able to
dead.
Come back into the play, find one.
Oh, he's 0-6.
Planet doesn't matter. 10's been cleared.
No!
Nowhere to go. A perfect, flawless, and quick
No, he's got
6-0
killed.
search and destroy, and it just kind of begs
Ah.
the question. Like, where has this Vancouver been all stage?
Why are
Because
we
they're
playing
looking
this
good all
map?
over the place right now.
Hey, man, they needed this W, and they're playing like they definitely needed this W. Mr. McLeod is in the building shooting some content, so all 4 players throwing out the daps. But they are just taking care of business.
Promise I'll do videos for
on a
free
beautiful Sunday.
for everyone.
6-0 in the search and destroy. Found every single
Yeah.
first blood as well, Alan, on the map.
They do
Like,
the
if
same
you're gonna
thing
do that
every
on your
round.
defenses, you're most likely going to walk away with rounds. But if you're doing that in your offenses as well,
Idiots.
yeah, it's a GG. Vancouver looking like their old form, quickly up 2-0, and Boston.
Yeah, you ran an old
Now
lady
they're
over at
starting to scare me
23.
a
Well,
little bit
that
because this
is
team was
not
on the
true.
upwards, and so far they have been on a downward trajectory recently.
Yeah, very much so
So-
the case. And again, it's just
The
like,
things you're saying about
where
Chaz,
has this Vancouver been?
slightly
Like, the
true.
series that they played versus Optic, it just looked like they
Me?
were completely lost. You play Atlanta, like that sometimes happens. But the series versus Optic, I think was really revealing. But this is just completely washed all of that slate clean by the look of it as we head back to Maven Sunday and the desk.
I knew it was going to be a Vancouver 3-0 today, guys. Saw this one coming a mile away.
Jackets?
No,
Promise you
actually
actually give me doing videos for the rest of the league.
Oh.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Shout out my white tee.
No, actually give them
notice.
winnable
Man,
series.
yeah, this guy's on top of the fashion
I don't know what
game.
that says about
Can
me.
we talk about search and destroy though? Because you
Yes.
said this was the most clinical search we
Yeah,
have
me.
witnessed from top teams.
AK and mate, I'm
I
you what?
Yeah, this was a surgical even. I mean, you're talking,
that.
they had 3 like first blood nade kills where it's like
He stood
comboing
there
their
like,
nades,
look.
one up the car, back killing Cammy. One was on Snoopy middle as he's trying to get tricky,
okay,
just
so
knowing
you guys
everything
need to
Boston
sort
was going to do.
yourselves out,
When they
so-
needed a retake, it was just
so he wants to
thunderous. Like
say.
finding the first 2
But,
kills
like, he
there and
wasn't
then
by
04
one-
with
I
the
mean, he
second
wasn't,
one,
but
always
he's
together.
more than
Nobody's
welcome.
able to sneak through. Like Surge were prepared for literally everything
were coming
Boston
in.
had for them on this map.
But this seems to
didn't know
be
you were coming
one
in.
of those matchups.
Oh.
There's just a few times where Team A matches up
How
against
is that
Team
my
B,
fault?
and it is a one-sided affair. What gives Vancouver the edge?
They're a better team across the board. I mean, especially think of a cohesive unit, how they like to play the
He
game
only takes them out for
fundamentally. They are
events
just
now.
far ahead. They don't have nearly
noticed
as
that.
many
He didn't even have them in
mental
the
lapses or
scrimmage
mistakes
before.
that may be breachable. But I picked them 3-1 for this pure reason that it's must-win time
Mitch,
for them
yeah,
with the
they're
disqualifier. We know how good they are. Post-event hangover is done. You
It's
got back-to-back seconds.
diabolical.
It's time to lock back in. And we saw a locked-in Surge.
I mean, they're just good at the same things,
That
but
cup
Surge
never
are better.
Better, yeah. That's what he's like. They're just better. They're just better. I don't know how to answer that. Like,
Similar play
Cold brew,
styles,
cold
I mean,
foam,
even
get a
similar
grip,
maps. I mean, you look at this map 1. This is
Can you go get a
Boston's
seat or
map
something?
pick in the series, right? And Purge was giving you everything, and you started to rally
for
back into
goodness
it.
sake.
It was an unbelievable stage hold that gave Surge like
me
their
plug in
big
this
chunk
fucking
lead,
mic, yeah.
and they're able to just kind of hold on to that throughout the rest.
I think something that separates like the great from the good, Chris, for me, like historically, is consistency. That's like the #1 thing for players and teams. And like he said, they're very similar. I think Surge are like a more consistent version.
Yes.
Of them. Yeah, I mean that's the single biggest thing for me.
I thought Boston had a chance to finish with a top 3 seed. That was until they showcased their true self against Vancouver once again. They look good. Snoopy had a takeover performance in the last match. It's not going to happen against Neptune's group.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta hope they don't have to play Surge in a bracket again. They've gotten to the winners round 1 the last 2 tournaments, and they've ran into Surge. They gotta hope that does not happen because they just get gapped.
It's time for Hidden Heroes. Maven, are you ready for this one?
I haven't done one in a while. I'm
We
ready.
have selected
Okay.
not players this time.
Oh, God.
These are hidden talents. Quick tip. These are pro-ish talents. Working on the
Pro-ish.
CDL.
Well, I know one.
Well,
so I
13's
can't
got
say
it. I mean, that's got to be
Land
Joe,
wins.
right?
Yeah, top left has to be Joe.
Has to be Joe.
Merc.
Merc.
100% a Merc. Show me a Joe DeLuca.
If I hear Chance say Merc for Mercules one more time, it's got to be Mercules.
Wait, bottom left that's not a real stat.
2013 to
that guy.
2018, 44 tournaments with 2 land
Is that
wins.
study?
That's
Just with
gonna be
the
study, but he only has
study. He only has one.
He
Right?
only has one chip. Yeah,
He
that's
has
wrong.
one chip. So did we just give study a chip?
Are they counting
Stud?
NJ Halo?
Listen, if you win a land, it's a land win.
Wait, what
Study's
are we
got 2
counting?
of them.
Wait, what's his second?
You'll
I gotta know.
tell us. Don't you worry. He's coming back after the segment. We also have 2 left here on the top right. Land wins. He tried. Ooh, I'm going nameless on this one.
What?
Tried.
I have chips. You cast it.
Wait, is this what I coach the Unite team?
Oh yeah,
Is that me?
Is.
Hell of a
That's literally
clipboard.
Clint.
Yeah. Listen, I coached him to a top 3, all right? I had an insane team,
All
bro.
right, Land wins, bottom right. He was from 2009 to 2018.
it's a
He
long
wears
time.
a beard, and he is a handsome man
Wait,
after
hold on.
attending 66 tournaments.
I have to make a correction. I played since 2006.
Yeah, but you didn't win until 2009, so we're kind of giving you credit of when you made it to
2006.
pro.
Well, I was pro 06.
Were you?
Yeah.
2006.
$3?
So what's
Oh
the
my God, how old is
Is
this?
that like an online win or
Are you
something?
mad at Easy Mac right now or a
Bro,
graphics guy?
what?
I don't know. Probably Mac, dude.
Yeah, Easy Mac.
They don't only go so far back, though.
2006 Mac.
How old is
I just feel
Nicholas?
bad for Study because now, like, we just gotta call him out. Like,
Does he
you can't-
really
you
only
can't
have
let that-
one?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to think though. It might have been like a big NJ Halo.
Does he
He's
only have one?
31.
He joins us live.
Hey!
Study, I have an NJ Halo LAN tournament win.
but
you
he has
gotta
a,
have at
Jay,
least
Jay
one.
has a major.
No, we don't even count that.
Jay
No,
has
no,
a
Wheeler,
major,
you remember
he has a
stage
UMG
3?
major.
You remember stage 3 in the Columbus, Ohio studios? We
I
won
won
that.
stage
We had a
3.
plaque on the wall.
But I
No,
won
we
that,
were
so.
no, but it wasn't a tournament. It was like a home series. I don't know. It was something we played like 6
okay.
matches. I don't
It
know.
sounds like a
back in the
LAN
day.
win
I
to
don't
me,
know.
Jay.
We won it.
Congratulations.
06.
That's
What game was
two.
06?
Yeah,
on your
I have
career.
2. I
COD
got
4.
Only one chip. Only one chip. I only got one chip. I don't know what that was. Just one chip though. One chip. I was
I
way
don't know,
better
man.
than Wheeler though, Alan. I promise.
Dude, I know that. I know that. I'm just happy to be here. At this point.
No,
So is
COD
Boston
4 was-
maybe, because they're down 0-2.
Was it 07?
And we go to a Hacienda control.
Bro,
Let's
what?
get
This
into the
guy's
mix here
playing pro
because
COD
there's
before
storylines on both sides. Neither
COD
of them
4.
positive,
Was that even a
though.
thing?
For Vancouver, they have
had
been
to have been
getting
COD 4.
slammed
Had
in
to have
control.
been.
Now, to be fair, they've played a lot of the top teams in control and in the game, but they've only won a single round of control
Right.
in the last 6 attempts.
No, I'm
any
looking that
maps.
up now.
Whereas for Boston,
When
Hacienda has not
was
been great
COD
for them,
4
so
released?
trying to boost that up a little bit for the breach.
Oh my God, it
Vancouver,
was
like you
07.
said, their last 6 controls, they basically
what
played
was
the
the
top
COD
4
in
teams in 5 out of
2006?
6 of those. And
You're
the
telling me
only
there was
thing
a
that's
comp
concerning
scene
is
in
the
Call
fact
of
that you're
Duty
not
3.
winning
That's
rounds
gotta be
versus those
taking the
teams. I
piss.
know that they're the better control team, but you got to be able to show some fight. On the other hand, though, for Boston, this was a map that they improved in drastically throughout stage 3.
Surely
But
that's taking
recently
the
so
piss.
far here in
What?
stage 4. They are falling off of a cliff. Like the first
Yeah.
series where they played it versus Carolina, you got outslayed by 17. Your second series versus Optic, where they started to rally that potential reverse sweep, you got outslayed by 32. So you need to start finding some kills if you're Boston and also if you're Surge.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's one of those
3-0?
things, like, they
What's the
haven't-
crack?
I mean, they've been spawn trapped has been the problem. Like those kills counts that you're talking about has been them not being able to get out of driveway.
COD
on
1
their
had a
offensive
pro
attack.
scene on
So,
PC.
see what they can do
No
when they
shot.
eventually get to attack. But for now, this opening break off for Vancouver has been great. Purge the only one to find a kill, playing behind the play, but Neptune has found him. 04 is making
Oh
cutoffs
my
happen
God,
on the
this is
corner.
miserable.
And you've got
This is
Nasty up top in
miserable.
offense. This has been a
They're in
absolutely
hell.
Beautiful break off for Surge, and Boston are already in hell.
Yeah, when you're getting beat to shreds in your last couple of controls versus the best teams, you're going to learn a thing or two. And so far, this break-off doesn't get any better.
Oh my God, they didn't get B. Oh my God, I thought they wouldn't get B.
Still, kills in their spawn.
Wait, Seven's
and
got so much
Nasty
dope.
now off of the respawn. I thought he was going to set up that
No,
pitch
this
over
is good.
towards
This is
Rockstar,
good.
but
This
now
is
you
good
got
for the
2
Leafs
minutes to
game.
work
This
with,
is good.
Up by 5, make it 4 lives. But that's a perfect start there from Surge.
Little 3-0 to start the day
Nasty
off.
stunned, caught
LAG
on the slide
Faze,
out,
the
can't be able to
most
find the trade, but
3-0 you've ever seen in your
yeah,
life.
the early
right?
time is incredible. Boston's fight
And then
back, though,
last
only
stage
has
of the
them
day,
down
we get to
3
see the boys
lives,
3-0
so
rocker.
considering how good
Absolutely
that
shit
break-off was
slammed
for
them.
Vancouver,
And then we go watch the Leafs
life
win.
count is still manageable here, and now Boston start to make their move off the map. Nasty helping out 04 to get into secret.
We're doped up.
Trying to teamwork out the staircase. They don't expect that Cammy still playing up top, and he will shut that play down himself.
Yeah, it's a big double there from Cammy because things started to get a little bit out of hand. Vancouver were able to find
Yeah,
the
but Geed,
opening
we get
double.
ultra dope. That's the
Cammy able to
difference. We get
respond with
ultra
2,
dope.
keeps them at bay.
2025 is the Leafs
So
year,
working
bro.
on this OE, Purge is able to find 2 in the feed. Snoopy off the
If I'm
respawn
here
takes
for a
care of
Stanley
Neptune,
Cup
and
win
now
for
it's
the
on the
Leafs,
booster to just play
that
his
would be
life,
so
but they
dope.
sniff him out. So Boston, after a terrible break off, they have been able
Would have
to
been a
stabilize.
perfect
Really good
day
stuff.
for you if a certain
Really good
football
stuff for
team won.
Boston. Stun's going to exchange hands here over
Oh,
towards
one more,
this well
Danny, and you're
archway.
banned. So
04 on the hunt. First couple of shots are good. Snoopy will drop. Follow-up attempt. Down through connector. Good information onto Awakening, and 04 will make good on that. So now numbers for Vancouver playing through the old B zone, but they need to get some of this top hallway control. That's the biggest part here. 50 seconds, 15v13, and
freebie,
yeah, you're going to need
freebie.
to stop this clock if you're Vancouver.
Leafs
Yeah,
are
they're just
getting
trying to take
dumped
some
by
flat
Florida.
control, and Now
Bro, the Leafs should have won in overtime last time. They missed 2 absolute sitters to go 3-0 up.
Bottom wine, you already found the trade on the Purge towards rock side.
Stack the point.
So now that's 3 dead. Let's start to stack a little bit.
Well, Theron will be good for a first tick. Abuza's still trying to watch for the cross and also force the spawns toward Boathouse.
Yeah, well, Neptune's fucking trolled, so now you're not going to cap the point.
They have to come through with the fight on the zone. Nasty
Idiot.
secures the point,
Oh!
but doesn't finish the gunfight. So 10v6, Boston.
Never mind.
Clear
10v5.
out the zone and get some hallways control. Definitely still doable with only 30 seconds.
Ultra play last series of the day,
Kill
Gunfer.
right there from Neptune to already give his teammates.
United losing is always a good day. Very true.
Mindset opening gunfight through rock. 20 seconds to go. Someone eventually has to jump onto the point.
Oh my God, we're fucking trolling, Surge.
Clutch up on their one-on-ones. They find 3 in the
Oh my
feed.
God, and that all
Abuza
comes
again,
from
last
Neptune
man
not
standing.
stacking.
And everybody from Vancouver
Oh.
the respawn.
Yeah, and stunned. And
Morons in
there's just not a lot
control.
of
Just
time
go
to get there.
fucking
If you're
get on
Boston,
the
just don't
point.
Scam this by
Hold on.
falling. It's a 5v3. One will get off the respawn, camming on the
Oh my God, they're on
cross,
it.
The touch and time point, 5 seconds. Snoopy from behind.
Oh my God, they're on
A
it.
couple of
Oh my
shots
God,
in.
they're on
3v2
it.
situation, and you gotta come off spawn. You gotta
Oh
go.
my God,
And
they won it.
Awakening is not
Neptune's
gonna
popped the
get
2-piece
there.
to win.
Oh,
W
no.
Neptune made great
They're trying
plays
to
that
hold
whole
the
round.
front line.
Great
There's
plays.
no secondary layer
Great
of that
plays.
defense. Cammy gets shut down on that cross. Snoopy on the pinch doesn't get there, and Vancouver steal away the attack.
Yeah, if you're Boston there, you just can't play for gunfights there at the end. Like, we have no more respawns to mess around with. So only 1 or 2 of us potentially are going to die
Also,
and
Boston
come
just
back to
being
life.
so much, bro.
But when you
I
give them
saw
opportunities
the
for some
graphic
kills,
at the end of the game.
they made them count. Vancouver
4-2
find success through the
in
middle
the
of the
first
map.
half is mental.
Find trades over towards Spiral.
It's just so,
Last man
you're just so
standing
right.
was made
You're just
connected.
speaking
You
so
get
many
past
facts.
him and you're able to sneak
So
your
many
way onto the
facts.
point. With the lives that you had. You
Come
secured
on,
the first
Surge.
offense. You
Speed
secured
run.
5 segments. and now
Absolute
Boston
speed
have
run.
a
This
lot
will
to make
be
up for.
a 45-minute series max. That's
So this is
exactly
where
what we
Boston
need.
has had some issues. Their opening breakoffs have not necessarily been fantastic on Hacienda. They do catch a couple here, though. 3 down.
Byron needs to get at least
Nasty,
one.
the last one left, has been noticed over towards top side of the halls and open. And yeah, they're just going to try to team shot him
That's
out.
just
that
mental.
will work.
Like,
and a couple members
how
will be
does
on. Purge
one
holds
go
off the
2
top
up
office.
and in 15
4 able to
minutes
still
go
gun him,
3-2
but
down?
yeah, this will be at least 1 tick, if not maybe a second.
Like,
here for
how
this
does that
double
even
stack.
work? Oh my God.
Guarantee some segments here. You have Awakening working the pinches. At least able to
Please, Abu,
pull
please get them
away
off
from a
B.
full B push.
Oh.
Cammy starting to come alive in the series. Already on 4 in a row.
My
B should be done and
Sheila.
dusted. You have top office control. And Boston are doing it a lot better
Florida
so
gonna win
far
4
than
wins
Surge on
games
this
back
round.
to back.
Up by 8 lives. Have 2 minutes to work with and already have some
Bro,
more.
in Toronto, I watched both of the games. I
love
didn't
this
watch
too from Boston.
I didn't watch the
Don't try to get
entirety
too
of
far
overtime.
forward to zone off the
on,
defense. Play in a couple
on
of
the
key
weekend.
positions.
Oh
Allow
my
for
God,
people
this
to come
round's
over and
done,
help, and
mate.
that's
It's
exactly
1-1.
what you get out of it.
Jesus
First tick
Christ.
good for Boston. Second likely on the way as Awakening still locking things down at this boat hot spawn. Purge is nowhere besides just one angle to watch for. And this has just been absolutely beautiful for Boston. Nasty shuts down 1, but second tick is gone, and now you can maybe get on to help stack this for the 3rd.
Yep, just stack this. Everyone has to flood through bottom well. You know that they have to go with urgency.
Oh
and all you have
my
to do is trade them
God,
out. You walk away
son.
out on top. And Boston come out swinging. Needed to make up 5 segments. Said, all right, I'm going to take 3 in the first 15 seconds. I'll take the next 3 in the next 30. What a dominant offensive round there on display by Boston Breach. Surge were not expecting all of that, but now they're the team that's got to make up some ground.
Great stuff. And again, I just comparing how Vancouver played through that
that's
B
a
capture
couple
to what we
quick
just saw from
offenses.
Boston. I just like the fact that they put themselves into a position to help each other if there is a push up, like playing top patio, playing office, not trying to play all the way up towards flowers.
When we play last game of the day, Matt,
like we saw from Vancouver.
And by the
or
looks of
past
things,
down
it
in
might
towards
be a
that
bit
office
quicker than
staircase.
6 p.m.
Purge can come over, help out Snoopy. You can come back, you can stack the zone. Like there's just so many more options. So good stuff for Boston.
So we'll
5 in
see.
a row for Purge on the finish of that round as well. So that can be important to note depending how this break-off goes.
Oh, that trophy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Trophy sticks on the top of the
Grenade.
archway. Now Boston gains info that there is going to be some split pushes happening over towards this B point, but now if you're 4, just trying to finesse around this.
Oh,
scenario.
shit.
Wins the 1-on-1 versus Cammy, and now first
Free
segment
tech.
already locked.
Jast is in Abuza. Gonna get some assistance here from 04 for now, but off the regen, both players can try to stack. Semtex from
might
Purge
get
takes
2
out
here.
1. Second tick of progress, though, still looks likely with Neptune nearby on top patio. and it will be
Two
locked.
ticks.
Meanwhile, off spawn, Surge are trying to play through the middle of the map. So if you're Boston, you need to clean up this B point quickly. Otherwise, you might be having 2 players on either zone. But the fight looks decent for Boston to at least keep the clock ticking. As an unfortunate team nade for Vancouver takes Neptune out of the picture.
Yeah, that's tough, man, because now Nasty's going to get sniffed out. Snoopy and Cammy go for the trade. Now they clear out their spawn.
Should have towards B
now
here.
got to work their way back on out, but Neptune finds
Should
a
be able
big
to head
opening
towards
kill.
B.
04 finds another one through Rockside, and you get info onto the
How much
third.
do you think
So
04
that's
regrets
already
keeping
3
these
in. Let's
teams
hop
over?
on A
It's
for
not
some
a bad
seconds.
name.
Well, it's going to be a transition instead.
The door open with the
Over to B. 04 will touch the A point and then get out of there. Hold the corner on top patio. Snoopy forced into the team kill situation with Purge right in front of 04, but the extra 60 seconds is tallied. Boston, we're still trying to commit a little bit to trying to contest that. So Snoopy will drop. Life advantage for Vancouver, although it is only to a count of 2.
Yeah, but they have a lot of map control to get that life advantage. Unfortunately, 04 gets some bad timing there on Snoopy off of the respawn. Now for Neptune, got to take your time here.
Mate, you just... We've also got a headset for you this time.
We're surrounded by
I know.
Boston. Hi,
Yeah.
how you doing? He's going to be able to find that gunfight versus Awakening. 04 off the respawn, 5 the second. That's already 3 dead.
Put it
Now we
on.
stack.
Neptune off 3 in a row.
You div.
Abuza trying to play the cross. That works out. They still just have 04 on the point, though. Nasty's coming on the same direction that Abuza is playing at.
Getting the headset, yeah.
With Abuza dropping, Nasty with the one responsible for the P4 side of the map. 04 just on the mantle, pistol out. Neptune drops, though. And a 13v11, and Vancouver just having a hard time deciding if they want to commit for the kills or commit for the point. That is a nice elimination, though, for 04. Neptune follows up, still a chance to keep the clock paused.
Yeah, people just need to start committing for the point. Like, you're finding
Hello.
We don't have to be sitting in corners to try to find another layer. But now we're still getting aggressive.
Wow, sound.
Bottom line. Thankfully, Abuza's winning gunfights. You're forced indoors because of the Hellstorm being invested on the side of Purge. Boston have no more respawns, and Vancouver now can slow it down and play TDI.
Yeah, Nasty getting 2 from a top office is critical for Boston.
Apparently.
Or against Boston, trying to get
Wait,
back into this play, I should
were you
say.
getting out with on Twitter?
04 still
A little
possibly
bit.
for a
About the
moment.
challenges
6v3, though.
schedule.
You can TDM this.
What were you saying on Twitter?
And that may be exactly what comes through. Is they know that's
I can't say what I said in
top
DMs.
hall. Nasty with the peak.
It was in the challenges
Dealt
shot
with.
and Zoom was
Nice
in
team
there,
shots there for Boston.
We want to change it to later.
1v4,
And I'll say
but Snoopy
starting at
seen up
6
top.
p.m. East.
Neptune's going to try to hunt him out, and yeah, you see him saying, all right,
I
well,
said,
he's going to be playing over
why would I
towards
wait
Vector
till
or
6 p.m.
towards
East
that
if
top
team's ready at
position,
2
so
p.m.
let's
East?
get onto the zone,
Just fair
force
enough.
him to come to us, and
my
Snoopy
team
will
doesn't
fall
work.
before that third tick of progress
There's
can
a
get
couple of
captured.
like good teams don't work,
Vancouver
so
don't
why
really
would I
like
wait
to
till
play
6
for
p.m. East to
segments
scrim?
on the
If
side,
everyone's
like
already
the way
at
that
2,
they have played both of their
and
attacking
people were
rounds
like,
now. They're
just
more
like, tell
focused
everyone
on
out,
just outslaying
getting
their
like degrees and
opponents,
work, and I said,
winning the round by lives.
well, I just wasn't
'Cause again,
R
you
word
secure 5.
and got my degree when I was young. Kind of just
But
trolling.
now, if you're
But
Boston,
then Zuma didn't take that very
you
well, I
walk
don't
away with
think.
this attacking round, you're going to be the team
He
guaranteed
said, like,
on
that's,
the
that's,
defensive
he said,
side.
that's a
But
brain dead
Neptune
reply, or something like that.
plays patty cake with Awakening. Says, hi, how you doing, buddy? That's a nice corner, but I
think you just meet in the middle and start like, what, 4? Like, surely 4's doable.
They're just keep on
Could
clutching
do
up on their
4, but
one-on-ones.
6 is
And
ridiculous.
they
let's
now
be
have
real.
the advantage in the
No,
control.
it's never starting at 6.
No.
I'll keep it real.
Because then it'd be 6, 8:30,
See if we
and
continue
11.
to
I'm not
keep
playing
this thing
SNH
in,
at 11.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
All
then that's
offensive affairs.
impacting on the people that have work still. So then
A
what
lot
do you
of
do?
this has been the offense not getting beat down off of these breakdowns, which is so important. This is for Boston.
Need nobody.
Looking largely over towards B.
Surge
Neptune
gonna
trying
win
to play
control,
outside fences.
holy
Has
shit.
dealt with an Awakening. Knows he's got a player
They want
weak,
2
but
offenses.
the double chow
Every
still
round
comes
with
through
an
at least
offense.
one trade. 2 members
Boston
on.
is so
Scratch
weird,
that,
like,
just
one
one.
game they actually
As
really
Cammy
just
will
one game they
fall,
like
Snoopy in some
top.
trouble, and yeah, it's just too many players shooting at him. So this time better for Vancouver on their defensive break. Got follow-up though from Purge, almost able to keep the play alive, but not so fast. And Boston has to
Love a broken scoreboard again.
Whoa, all right.
Sick of
you
it.
definitely were looking at the sun today. Because he's hitting shots like that.
Yeah, but Geed, the argument is that obviously because when teams start earlier, when they start the scrims earlier, they're finishing earlier.
But now if
So
you're
when the
Boston,
later teams,
you're
so
able
say
to
for example, like
stabilize out of
half the
respawn,
teams,
you got Awakening,
scrim from
working on this
2 and
progression
half the
over
teams scrim
towards
from
B.
6,
But like you
whatever
said,
it
with
is.
Vancouver having a great start
Then you're going to have
they are already in a position
pretty
to
much
contest it.
90% of the teams that scrim early at the top.
Clock will come to a pause.
They're going to finish
Neptune just
earlier
bursts on
than
into the
everyone
site
else.
and takes down all
And then there's
3.
gonna be no scrims
Granted, he
left.
had help, but still the fact
Yeah,
that
that's
he
what they were
was the
moaning about.
entry.
The worst
so for him to
teams,
tally each and every single one of those
the worst
kills is
teams want to start
remarkable.
later.
And now there are no
Like,
ticks of
they're saying
progress.
about the windows
35
of scrims
seconds,
left
and
for maybe
Boston
start early, but we're not
are
gonna
just
scrim them anyway,
trying
in
to
the nicest
find
way possible.
some
We're not.
ground to work with.
If
And
it's
that
like
helps.
six
Cam and
top
Awakening
teams
opening
that
up
we
the
can
top
play
side of the
over and over
minimap
again, we're not gonna play
means
a
that there will
worse
be an
team, are we?
opportunity for
That's what I'm
Boston to
saying. Like,
stretch
that
a
doesn't
route
happen
into B.
anyway. And that's what was annoying me with like
Boozer
Zuma's
snuck his
point,
way
saying
through.
like,
uncontested.
When they say like they used to scrim later. Yeah, but you wouldn't scrim a bum team still.
Yeah.
Even though like you're not doing it to scrim worse teams.
He is dominating the
So if you can scrim a good team earlier, you're gonna do it.
Get the trade, but he stalls so much time for his teammates to get some
I'm gonna be
segments done
sitting around all day from 10 a.m.
Still working on number 3 though. Nasty with the SMG finds the last guy, and now Boston
Get a
forced
job.
to work the
No.
Yeah, no, Force got a pretty solid read on this. He's going to have some help
Become a
who's on the
PT.
crossfire, although both will drop. Maybe a chance here at A to pause the clock as Neptune is the only one who's in the ballpark.
Women
and he's
PT
backed up
can do
over
better than
B.
me.
Loses the gunfight
Lift
there
more
versus
weight than I
Awakening.
do. I
So here we
cannot
go.
put my
Boston
PT.
tracking back over towards the B
I'm
zone.
not training in a bad
Nasty
way,
off
but
4 in a row,
that's
dealt with and traded by Snoopy. Third tick though
Like
looking pretty
Gas them
likely,
up
and
there.
yep, it still will come through. Extra 60 seconds, and we're tied in lives.
Well, mistake on the new Stallions.
Boston, we're just looking to obviously extend the map, but
I'm not playing it.
get it done.
No
seconds. We can be the team potentially on the defense, or screw it. It's been all offensive wins so far this map. We might as well just stay on the offense.
Top team right now.
We're not.
10 v
Just chill
11.
out a little bit there.
Well, based on
the
most
pinch
recent.
and
Not
Awakening
every
finds
team
an
is in
opening.
that.
Oh, why?
One of the only
Neptune
teams
just
was
playing
into
outside office.
the CCL
Able
one
to catch one.
this weekend. So Brack's team wasn't in it.
Other side of it,
And
04 playing top
Cruise's team
spiral.
went in
Just
it,
trying to
the
see if you can
CCL. Everyone
hold
else
off this Boston breach attack and
I'd
those
say
skills
two teams,
forward.
Yeah,
will
but the two
allow
of
a
them
little bit more
they're
safety
good.
for
Two of them
Fortis
like
to
4 or
continue to
5.
finesse and just wait to be the last guy into the
And we're gonna have
fight.
to beat Walker's wall.
Now stepping up to make sure no one hits down through Secret. Cammy, the rest of Boston.
I don't know.
Well,
Well,
I'm
shit.
not playing through connectors. We're going to go up
Yeah,
and
those
over
frills.
patio and try to get
twice
around the
me.
backside of the
It went
hallways.
great.
But this is taking a lot of time, and Vancouver have the
They weren't
numbers
bad
through mid.
for like considering
This is
they're
basically
under
the last push. If you're
No, yeah,
Boston,
like
you find
what
an opening kill and do it now.
It's Hyde.
Busy
Jay,
Hyde.
Doesn't
Nate
happen there for
terminated,
Snoopy, but
Sovereign,
Awakening has
right?
the trade.
Soft's pretty
4v7,
good,
but
actually,
the only player who can really touch right now is Cammy.
Something like that.
And as he drops, Burgess' trade may not be enough, and it doesn't look like it. Vancouver defensively.
Woo, there's one of three, 3-0. Now we need another one.
Teams really hitting each other hard on
Back
the
to back to back
attacks.
3-0s on the day, and we get to do what?
But that break off for Vancouver's where it all obviously starts, as it often does, but it's just the simple fact that like Boston just kind of gets split spawned a number of different times and just cannot get back
Right,
together.
everyone
and you
needs
can
to make
see
their mind
Camby's
up.
reaction.
Either
He's
turn the
stunned
stream
for
up
that
or
read.
down.
Yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just a tough matchup for Boston Breach going up against this Vancouver squad.
I can turn the mics up if you want, if that's what.
They're probably just a little bit better than you at a couple of them. The
If that's
opening
what's
great
causing the
card.
issue.
Both teams wanted to work on it. Vancouver were able to dominate the rotations. You
Have you
get to
bottled
the
it too
dealership
early
on the map
to-
number 2. Vancouver found a lot more
Like
success
it
than
massive
Boston,
as
but
well.
it's still
The
a
league
fresh
is
map.
won.
We still have to
Hello.
understand how we can try to perfect that gameplay.
Yeah.
The other maps haven't treated
Trent
us
getting
well.
booed.
But Vancouver
Did he actually get booed?
Yeah, do you want to start the game when they do like the they call the numbers like number 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to number 66. Let's go.
You're lying.
I'm all for it. Fuck him.
It's got to feel good though if you're Surge. Obviously, you're 0-2 so far on the stage.
Let me see if that's any better for you.
Got a chance at making winners bracket.
If that does
You still gotta
anything
go up against the
whatsoever.
likes of Rocker, the likes of Toronto, but that's a good start to show your true colors.
Gunther, we got another series yet,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's gonna be another playoff team that you just beat. So I mean, hey, it's a 3-0. I think the question still largely just still stands.
No,
up.
I tried to
Where
go
has
to- I
that
tried to go
Vancouver
to
team
their
been since they
barber.
got back from Boca, but
And I'm telling you, she doesn't
that
work.
looks like
There's
they're
no way
back
she
and ready
works.
to go for the rest
She works
of
one
this
day a week,
qualifier to head
maximum.
back to the nets.
All right,
Every time I
Boston,
check.
0
Available
for
next
3
week.
in some recent fights. Let's take a look
I think he's
at
mocking
the
it
Vancouver
slightly.
dominance because a
No, he's
3-0
definitely
was
mocking
not in anyone's card. You
Definitely
told me
mocking
that
it.
they sucked at control, that they had lost 6 in a row.
No, again, the argument, I don't get it. He's won you every single trophy.
Yes,
to
but he's a
win.
scouser who it's unacceptable for any scouser to leave Liverpool. Never mind when,
McAllister.
yeah, it was unacceptable. He got booed. McManaman,
McManaman, sorry,
every
yeah.
single one of them was left. McLaren wasn't a scouser, but he was like a kid who came through, got booed. McManaman got booed. Any other scouters leave?
100%. It felt to me almost like
Sure there is, but
it's
like
similar to Thieves.
Gerard
Thieves
obviously
come out, go
stayed, but if he
to
left, he would have got
series
booed.
yesterday,
Same with
reminds me
Carragher.
that we're still
Gerard
in
literally
top
wanted to leave your football
Yeah,
club.
but he didn't.
And
But he
got
would have
bullied
got, yeah,
by
exactly.
Liverpool,
That's what
by
I mean.
Liverpool gangsters.
Exactly. It's unacceptable for a scouser to leave anyway, but when you're winning, it's fucking seriously unacceptable. Gerard said when they were dog shit. Carragher stayed when they were dog. Carragher probably wouldn't have left. Let's be real, it's not that good. But McManaman and Owen obviously left because they weren't winning shit. Trent's won everything. Would still win everything. Probably again. And left. So there's no.
Mate, he's about to go play with Vinicius Jr.
Right, but he's going. I remember saw an interview where he said he wants to win a Ballon d'Or. For him to win a Ballon d'Or, yeah, everyone would have to win like the league and Champions League, something like that, yeah. Do you think he's ever going to win it over a Vinny or an Mbappe or a? You know what I mean? He's never winning a Ballon d'Or.
No, yeah, that is
impressive for them too. Like you talk about world-class hardpoint.
That is.
He's gonna go, not be forgotten, but he's gonna be like not as.
The hardpoint never was released.
Like not
Supposed to be every Galactico ever.
Yeah, he's just fits. He's just another one of them. He's not. He's nothing special for that team.
Since they've added Neptune.
Not really has.
He'll do his thing. He'll get 10, 15 assists a season, couple goals, couple free kicks for us. He owes me fucking Twitter feed.
Is smiling after getting his first win in 3 matches. We've got Nasty alongside
yeah,
us
Mbappe's
in the
taking free
Monster
kicks in a
Winner
minute. He's got that
Spotlight.
on wraps.
Nasty, I want to start with the win.
See the Barca game today? See the Barca game today? The score?
5-3 or 4-3.
4-3, mate. 4-2 in the first half.
Why is it
down as
that
well.
you guys always have the edge over them?
I think it might just be like a map pool thing. Like I feel like we have a deeper map pool than them, so they're kind of forced onto some of our good maps.
Makes
like
sense.
Dealership, for example, we were kind of surprised they let that in.
What's up, dude?
That was a 6-0,
Still play
so-
Carvajal over Trent.
No,
Yeah,
6-0 with a 9-2
you're way
from
off
you.
it.
Yeah, that was impressive. I don't know about the first couple of series. Was it like Thieves? Like, was it sort of a post-event hangover thing? Were you guys working on some maps, come out flat? Like, what was going on the first 2 series?
He's so ginger.
Well, I got cooked, but like bad. But no, I feel like we didn't really have any time off after the major. We kind of came back and like most teams took the Tuesday off and we didn't. And I felt like we should have. We were kind of burnt out. And the online play, especially from Vancouver, is a lot different to LAN.
Here we go.
And
He loves that bit.
like, as a combination, kind of came out flat.
No, I don't ever want to make the excuse of online for like a team, but Joe and I casted the Optic match, and like there were a couple of gunfights where Joe and I just like looked at each other. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody's got.
I mean, even today we played on a St. Louis server. I don't know why. But
St. Louis, all right.
Nasty,
Where in the world is St.
Quite
Louis?
the couple of years, man. Tail end of last year, and now this year, you've been unbelievable.
I really don't know. Somewhere middle-ish, in the middle-ish. I think it's above Texas, maybe a bit to the left.
What has been going on in that mode? Because I feel like teams that are so good at Hardpoint typically are decent there. It's been the opposite for you
To
guys.
the right of Texas. Jesus, that's a mile
well,
away.
I feel like our hardpoint, the reason why we're good is because of like our pace and our teamwork and in
There's just
control.
no way
like,
you don't all
some
play
of
on
these maps are a
Texas.
bit
Like,
ratty,
that just
and
makes
I feel
no
like it's been
sense.
Yeah, they should.
catching
Top
us up.
right,
We've been
top
playing
left, Texas.
Control a bit too fast,
Yeah, they
throwing
should.
away like situations, and you can't really go 4 dead on this game mode in this game because it's like so kill
Oh, the
horror.
headphones look massive
And
on
I
him.
feel
Let's
that's
chill
what's
out a
been
bit,
like
Jack.
costing us. We haven't been doing the same, so we're just like what we've been improving on, and I feel like we did it quite good there, to be honest.
It actually reminds me of your Thieves team. Like at the end of last year, your guys' control. You were at a spot where like you guys were so. I remember Joe and I would cast you guys. You guys would go 4 dead so often on defense. I would get so pissed. But like once you like.
Wait, we should have maps here. Hold on.
You play a bunch better in control. But I think that's like
For maybe the quickest series you've ever seen in your life.
No, 100%. I'd be like, they can't go 4 dead here. They're 4 dead.
All right,
I was going to say, peeps who are wanting their Ultra XP, there is XP up right now.
Congrats on a 3-0
I've been
victory.
crying about it. So, there is some up right now.
That is Nasty. He, of course, is headed to DreamHack Dallas.
Hassy
and
under
you can
Hardpoint,
join him
rewind
in
S&D,
just
Hassy
2
under
weeks. Isn't that
control.
weird to say?
It's the quickest 3-0 I've ever seen. Oh my
LAG are good at
God.
Hassy Hardpoint.
Huh?
LAG are good at Hassy
Let's take a look
Hardpoint.
at our scuff play.
They are
of
good at
the
Hassy
game.
Hardpoint, true.
But
Maybe.
it's still a 3-0.
It's still a 3-0, yeah.
Take a look at the plays from Search and Destroy, the speed run. It was clinical. It was egregious, some would say, nameless.
Yes, I mean, egregious on the side
Love
of
the
the
word
Boston breach.
egregious.
I mean, what are we doing? Walking into nades, getting retaken immediately, like, yeah, man.
Shut up,
Boston,
Musk,
this is
idiot.
not a great look for them.
So
And
you
even
missed
Hernandez is saying,
just
like, why
just
the
one
hell
of
are
the
y'all
quickest
playing
series
us
we've had of the year, I reckon.
Of all maps, they are really good at that map, and partly
Genuinely
because
one
you
of the
just can't
quickest.
Go to one bomb site because Abuza is a literal turret.
All right, Atlanta Faze, you are up next with the number to beat. 7 minutes and 17 seconds for a speed run in Search and Destroy. Let's
7 minute S&D map.
They take on number 11 in the
That's what I'm
league.
saying, Danny. Like, we should just get. You know what I mean? LAG should just LAG Falcons. As soon as they're not in the running for champs, forfeit. Forfeit. Go next. And I said 3-0-3-1 Surge, mate. I saw those vetoes and instantly went, yeah, mate, this is done.
Upgrade your game with the Scuf, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy. The
Can you play
official
music on here right
energy
now?
drink of the CDL.
No.
Do it anyway.
I have to mute
Esports
the
World Cup
Warzone
is an
ad
official partner
because
of
it
the Call of
copyright
Duty League.
strikes the stream.
On match day,
Because that is just
everything matters.
It's not
What
great.
you focused on the night before, how you slept, what you ate. players gather in the arena, ready to go toe-to-toe, fueled by the dedication, passion, and love of the sport. The mind has to be focused.
EW, no, obviously I'm fucking trolling. They shouldn't actually
Any unknown
forfeit all their
variable
series,
can mean
but
the difference between winning and losing.
there's just series like
When you
this
have
which are
your
going to be
pride on
just
the line, every decision
an
has to be
automatic
perfect.
out.
Every
Even though
move
FaZe
is
looks
calculated,
god-awful right now.
and every shot on target. If you want to be remembered here, you have to make them believe. Scarf has been a proud and passionate supporter of Call of
What do
Duty
you mean,
esports
Ani?
for
Bro,
14 years.
I've
and enables
watched
you
this
to play
LAG
like a
team.
pro.
I've watched more COD this year than I might have done the past of like last 4 years because of this, right? This is going to be even quicker than what we've just watched. Because even though FaZe aren't great, they can't afford to lose another series. Otherwise, there's going to be about 5 or 6 different teams possibly on the same scoreline. To be fair, Jamscott, ever since I got told about the Warzone ad, I've been on top of it. Because all I do is just scream and then press the mute key. Danny, it's never a stinky day of games when we get to see the boys play. And you are still poo-poo. Okay, cheers, Jordan. Thanks, mate. So if there are any bugs on the Ultra XP stuff, you need to just use the little chat bot that's next to the chat bit. Use that, and they'll sort it all out for you. They'll compensate you for your XP and shit.
Here she is again.
The 2025 LAG Team Pack is
So
available
far off
right
it.
now.
So far
Each
off
pack
it, isn't it?
includes home and away operators, as well as this weapon camo.
Wait, you wanted to come out for the Leaf Slayer?
Will in the lobby.
Me?
No.
Next time you
Yes,
go
obviously
up,
you're out.
sue
Just
up
say
at the
silly
in-game
question.
shop.
Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes.
Who's your mate in the back? That's Hixie, buddy. Who's your mate in the back?
Fucking hell, life. I'm just Gabe's mate now. Okay, now. Not tandem in it. My arm's actually alright still, but could do with that burn again.
No, you can't do with that burn
Could
again.
do with it. Could do with it. Fuck it.
You're an idiot. This guy had blisters on his back and just went, yeah, I want it again.
I won't back.
Couldn't even tell you who Matthew Lillard is.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back in. We got Maven, we've got
Not even-
Nameless,
not
and
even
we
a
have
Scooby.
the top team in the game taking on the bottom team in the game. It's LAG versus Atlanta Faze. Maven, let's
Just
start
start the
with
series,
top
Pocket. I
squad.
don't-
Atlanta
honestly.
Faze has been looking ferocious recently.
Yeah, trust me. COD Champ Grand
slipped
Finalist,
up in some
one of
hard
2
points, and
people or
it's
3
starting
people to
to
win their first event
People
ever.
think I
Gabe's
love
mate.
FaZe. I actually hate FaZe because the number 3
Yeah.
games that they won, the Joe and
Rough
Cast over
that.
Cold War, it was the worst.
Really
to cast.
rough.
And their hardpoint is always just, it literally is one of the most confusing things to me in the world. A team with this many talented players, a good coaching staff, should not be
Yeah, it was
as
bad on him,
ass
mate.
at hardpoint as they are.
Really bad.
It's bad. Like, and I were looking over the stretch, like, I don't know if it's the worst it's ever
And
been.
his
'cause there's been
tattoo
some
was
bad
peeling as
stretches,
well.
but
Like, it
it's
was
close.
it was peeling all over his
I would say
tattoos on
the
his
men
arm.
that are losing, it's the worst
It
it's
still
ever been.
is.
For like,
May.
like there's enough of a sample size to say like they clearly have a hard point problem. I mean, you look at it.
I'm dying in here.
7th differential.
You're dying.
and really,
Fucking
like,
boiling.
What
are you doing?
We've said every year.
It's
they've been
not
out, bro.
great, but
Maybe I'll
yeah,
take it
they're
off,
losing
though.
by a lot. I mean, look at this list: like 130
We
to
get it, you wanna
250,
just flex
115 to
that you got style
250, like
now.
losing by
Like, we get it.
70
Now.
plus, 3 and 7 in your
Bin
last
had
10.
style.
Well,
And
bin,
the
sorry.
Tiny Terrors have
Sorry, I mean,
not
bin
been
had.
playing well
Bin
in
had.
the game mode.
Can I call out the fact that these guys seem
Wait,
to
there's
play
no
well
dough.
when it
There's
So,
no
matters,
so was
when
in
they
8s
really
last night. I've
want
never
to
seen
try.
that before.
Anytime they play optic,
So
I
he's-
don't know why
when
he's
they
in
played
8 because he's
LA
dropping at
Beats, it was a
1.5 every
3-0
series.
I don't know. He's
The other
clearly,
three.
clearly
But
thinking
this team
something's
has
going wrong.
everything it takes to win another championship. Why are we
They
always
don't right now.
harsh on
But
them?
disagree.
Ryan
Actually,
said to
I
me that they
actually
were
disagree.
scrimming
Their
on the
hardpoint is not
Sunday
good
at
enough to
the
win a tournament
event.
right now.
Yeah, if
Yeah, I
they-
heard that, yeah.
Nope.
That's
It's tough,
mental.
man. I mean, I still
Yeah,
think
it
they
is.
can get through.
That's
with
like
search and
Supremacy
control
World War II
and they go on
days.
and even win a chip.
Screwing
but
for their fucking
they're
French
gonna have
land
to steal
the next
hard
week.
points here and there. And as their hard point as it stands right now is probably not chip.
It's not good enough. It's not. I don't think it is.
To get there, probably.
You heard me before the last major.
Ken,
last
I'll be
major
back
says, well, a
tomorrow
few
and
times
I'll
I would
carry
not
your
pick
ass
them
to
to
some
win because
SR.
the hardpoint is that
not
bad.
allowed to give odds or real life dollars, but I would take money from both of you going into Major 4. Let's take a look at the opposition here. LAG. The odds
This is
are
one
stacked
gorilla
against
versus
this team
100
because
men.
they have Kismet,
Were you
he's
here
got
when
a
we had
ring.
that argument?
Nothing else positive really to talk
Who
about.
do you
The
think wins?
numbers
The
have been
100
abysmal.
the 100
You
men
go
or
to
the
some
100
game
men?
fives and
You're an
the
idiot.
No, it is.
disappointment.
It is
You are
overtime.
sitting
Yeah,
at
the
the
gorilla
end of
obviously
the
is killing a
season
good.
still on just 30 points.
Oh God.
He's killing a good 30-40 off the rip. But he's going to be knackered the fourth time.
So I've watched AI
Kinda driving this story
predict
home, it's like,
a
it's a
gorilla versus
showcase
100
for
men,
these
and the
players.
gorilla comes out on
Who's got a
top.
spot next year type thing?
Yeah, who's
Depends
got a
on
spot
depends on the
next
men,
year?
obviously.
I
If you
mean,
get a bunch of
honestly,
fannies.
kinda feels
Yeah,
like
but the thing
fellows
is, right, if you're
reap
getting all the
challengers
biggest
might be
men,
headed down
you've
that
got
path.
to give them the biggest
Very
No, I
gorillas.
don't mean the biggest men. I just mean ones who would actually do something.
Yeah, like Francis Ngannou.
Well, no. Obviously, he'd have him one-on-one. But I'm talking if you put in if you put in men who are just gonna run, then yeah. Well, I'll be honest, that's me. Then they're dead. If you put in men that are just gonna fight, they don't have to be fighters, but just ones that'll actually go in and fucking poke its eye and stick a finger up its ass, stuff like that, then the men would win. The men would win. You just gotta prod it.
But you know, it'd be nice for them to finish strong and potentially grab like a winner's bracket spot here, come into Major 4.
I mean, Luno, technically we should be done, because if it's another 45-minute series,
that being said,
and then the next one's another 45-minute series, we're
we're
out at 5:30 and we're laughing.
It should be.
We're laughing.
Should be 6:30 latest.
100 crackheads, but they're not feeling a single thing getting absolutely hammered by that thing. They actually might win.
The Hossies are good for LAG for what they've been winning. They like Hossie.
All right, I saw something in the chat that says Atlanta Faze is playing with their map pool. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think they should win this one 3-0.
I mean, they
Maybe a
are
speed
a lot of the
run.
time.
It
I
should
think
be
Husky Search is not gonna be a good one for them.
aff.
That'll be the map 5. They're always trying stuff, but yeah, I mean, as much as Faze pissed me off, I'm picking Faze.
Coming off the 1-3 loss to Cloud9.
I'll just go map 5. If we go map 5, I'll fucking go in there and start roaring.
Oh,
fucking Leafs game.
Study.
One win study.
Greg, we are the last last game of the night. Well, night. Hopefully,
Clint, man.
early
You're 40,
evening.
You're already bald. You were bald by 30. All right, Clint? But you still look good. I love you. I love you, bald G's.
Damn.
Let's get into the series, Al. Let's get into the series.
Just happy to be here. Just continuing just to be a product of the squad. My boys, these are my friends. I'm not of anything
Johnny's
bad
still
to
not
say
got a
about anybody.
jersey.
Except for Nameless's golf
Very
swing. We'll talk about that later.
that you went like a vest because the
Atlanta,
sleeves
though,
kept
coming
going
into
down.
this one, Hossie at Hardpoint.
How
there
hard
a
is it
level,
to
I
get a
think, to
jersey?
kind of get to the desk
Not
point about
hard.
like Atlanta
Exactly.
is not just
They've
playing
got him
their
wearing
best
Skies'
maps
jersey as
overall,
well,
but,
respectfully.
You know, there is something to
Sure,
be
Caesar's
told
a lovely
about
guy.
them needing to
Big
step
bloke.
up and be
Yeah,
able
bigger
to
than Johnny.
dominate a
Big-
Hardpoint
bigger than
map,
Johnny.
'cause Honestly,
For
they
sure.
really don't have anything in the back pocket.
Johnny's
maybe something like
5'4",
Red Card.
and he's in the
Yeah,
gym.
It's tough watching Atlanta recently in their hard points, and I think Nameless hit it perfectly. It's just like, when have we ever seen a BZ and Sim struggle as hard as
Jesus.
they have been in hard
Not
point
great.
as of recent? Like, they just really can't
Fuck
get anything
me.
going. And when you're playing this hard point game mode, you need your SMGs to create.
It's gotta be a
openings. You
skill,
need
like
them
just a
to
talent
win these
diff,
one-on-one
like, just-
gunfights.
yeah,
And
this
right
has
now,
to
they
be.
just haven't been able to
Man.
do that consistently. But it's just like, it's so
I
weird
can't
because Atlanta, we talk
miss
about
another
how they
hockey
struggle
game.
so much.
LAG,
in
Matt
hardpoint.
Wall.
Then you go up against the
Fuck
number one
off.
hardpoint team in the game.
Points?
And you make them look
Nope.
like nothing.
Thank
So
you.
it's just insane. I
You
always think,
are
like, with this
bottle
Atlanta
job.
Faze
No,
roster,
thank
whenever
you.
need to have it, they always are the team to always get it. So I expect them to figure it out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you already owe me
That's very
4,
much so
so.
true. But, you know, pointing kind of the finger and
Two.
keeping the spotlight
4.
on the time
Max
here,
doubled
I think
or
is an
nothing.
appropriate
Max
one because
2.
you know that's where
Okay,
the
so
name
you
kinda
agreed to
came from,
3
was
in
their ability
H&M,
just
and
to
now all
rip
of a sudden
through
it's down to
players
2.
and teams in whole and just
I have
dominate
3
the
then.
map. But I have not seen that as much.
3.
Speak about him though.
It's his
They both
vodka's
show
only,
up
I
the
can
kill
tell you
feed.
now he fucking does
A
it.
couple of seconds
Yeah,
for
I
LAG,
love-
but the map control solid for Atlanta as we look towards
whatever,
P2.
Guys sat there drinking
For
fucking
Atlanta. Now with a clean
beer on
forehead,
his
you know, all the
wands,
spawn are gonna
watched
go over towards
the
fence side.
hockey.
You have the P2 side that we currently want. You already
got a
have
problem.
Sim watching the whole way through well.
Yeah, no, I do.
Now you're
I
just
do.
finding a trade to the middle of the map. Still maintain this side of the map. Be uncontested at that new hardpoint.
I'm actually blaming Jamie again.
I
was scrimming that day, and it was the day when it was supposed to be. I said I was doing stuff like VOD, me and VOD.
yeah.
But I did my SD child, so I talked a
No
little early.
chance to shoot back in for fellow and looters. They
Whatever,
tried
so I have
the
to
old
leave
3-2-1 go, but
Yeah.
doesn't work out whatsoever.
Next thing you know, Jamie
Save
comes
also
back.
catches one more through mid. A BZ
Skip it.
trying to create a little bit of an extra
Oh, yeah,
layer.
it's not a bit.
Doesn't work
It's
out.
okay. Then Ryan says, "I'm out with Uzi. Do you know Uzi?
Yeah, his neighbor.
Yeah. He said, I'm out with Uzi at a bar near you guys. Third period's about to start.
Yeah.
Fancy a beer? Oh well.
Well, I can't say no.
I'll say no. I've rocked up. Guinness on the table.
No.
Already there for me. Yeah. And it went to overtime. Oh, there's another beer.
It's been longed out, yeah. And
So,
it was a
so there's
decently
another
long
one.
overtime
Yeah, it
as
was
well.
a decent overtime. Shame he lost.
Yeah, apparently fucking
Shots from Sim, 5 in a row. Scrap time
Matthews
to
missed
LAG,
a
but
set,
you're right.
something.
It is all
I
about
don't
Atlanta
know.
just trying to play
Nice
for
one, I think.
rotation. something that
They were under
have.
the cosh.
I will say just need to
With
improve
Toronto,
on,
so.
especially against like the top teams that are out there. That's where they really kind of faltered, especially
time to do it
in
either
Miami
before
when they're
this.
playing up against Heretics.
Could be miles
They
off.
just
And I'm on
did
the
not
stream that's
get
behind
themselves
as well, I
into
just
good
realised.
What are you
positions
doing?
on rotation.
Hold on.
And as we rotate over towards fences, a couple of kills do
CDO
go the way of
co-stream.
LAG. Chance for them to try to.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Top one.
Top one.
Does it from the hill. Sim trying to do it from the pitch.
Behind,
but
innit?
he's just
No,
forcing
no,
it
no,
back
it's
on
fine.
down,
Because you 2 times it, it'll be 30 seconds right now. Watch.
Scrap time to LAG, but you're right. It is all about Atlanta just trying to play for rotation, something that they have. I will say just need to improve on, especially against like the top teams that are out there. That's
My
really
mother
good,
called me
especially
last
Miami
night.
when they're playing up against
Yeah.
Heretics.
Like
They just
2
did
a.m.
not get
here,
themselves
but
into good
it's like
positions
7
on
a.m.
rotation.
for
And as we rotate over towards fences, a couple of kills do go the way of
almost a
LAG.
little catch up, and I was just, Mum.
And you answered it.
Yeah, of course. Mum, I think I'm not college, Mum. Like, it's getting bad these last few weeks. She's like, you better not be. You're coming home now. Joking. Slightly joking.
Slightly joking.
It's one of those things, you know, talking about the story, the desk kind of talked about this when we were featuring the LAG storyline of them not being a chance of, you know, using this as an individual.
Yeah, look how far ahead this is. They sorted it out for the major as well. They clocked on and put it at the same delay.
Did they?
Yeah. How are Faze this crap, man?
I have to still say, like, I have enjoyed
I
watching
really
China
don't
when
know.
it's
I know it's first row,
challengers.
innit?
I actually
But
need to
like-
watch. I need to watch actually see. I'm actually going to study this. This is going to be me actually doing a watch by now and not just chatting shy. Here we go.
There we go.
Over everything.
Free because this guy's fucking weak.
Unfortunately for him,
Oh my God.
Had the
Oh,
best
no.
stenches in the CDL era.
28 HP in a dream.
Nade's
One of
over.
them, I've sussed out, yeah.
One of them's
Always getting shit on.
Yeah.
Like, not even just like having a bad match. It's a rotter.
The guy who's been
Sim
struggling in
was
the hard point. He's
19 and
14
30
5 in a row. He's doing whatever
on
he
that
wants.
free
Yeah,
fight.
no.
They just slammed LAT on that map.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
From the backside through office halls, but shut down as he tries to approach the hard
Makes
point.
zero
Shots
sense.
from Sella with Hoppy
Hey,
P4
good
makes
hill.
life easy for Draza. And after a
They love a rock hill.
momentary lead for LAG, the end of P4 has Atlanta now up 20+ points with Draza on 5 in a row, and we head back over to Fountain.
Yeah, now it's time to contest for the map control. Draza tries to sneak his way through bottom seat for the fellow to catch him slipping. Now,
Do you think anyone on LAG stays in the league next year?
out instantly. So LAG are finding the kills that they need to dominate the hallway control.
Probably Kismet.
We just
Think.
need someone to
I don't
hop
even
in the
think Kiz
objective.
stays.
Probably
Still
his
bound by
name.
25.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah, this
He's
is one of those
Cross
maps
just
that,
so-
again, just
I mean,
like
it's
I mean,
literally everything
I don't
from
know, maybe
Kismet.
you can
Like,
like give me an insight.
it's
on
so
this, Jake, but, like,
team-based, this game.
Watching LAG's hardpoint,
You can't
it
like it.
feels like
There's obviously players that
we're
will
just
fry
not
on
able
whatever
to ever
team.
get anything set up and work
there's not many.
together on anything that more
There's
than
not many
just
players in
maybe
the
two
league that, like, no
players
matter
that
what
find
team you put
themselves
on, they
next
look
to each
good.
other, like those good old
Why so many-
doing that right now.
Yeah, but
Try
it's,
to tip it.
team moving
but even
together,
now,
it just
I was saying this
feels
to Jamie on the
really
way in.
scattered.
Obviously, Mert look good in
Yeah.
challenges, right?
I'm
Like
right there with
stats
you,
wise
man.
and
It's
whatever.
just
Yeah.
But you wouldn't say like he looked better than Dill or Luna's based off stats
No,
and
yeah,
challenges.
yeah.
That's why I mean it's so hard to tell. Like Luna's doesn't look great since coming in. Rex doesn't look great since coming in. A lot of it is luck. Like you gotta kind of get the right guy who just somehow puts it together.
I mean, granted, he has gone on to Ultra and Optic, and they've
Yeah, no, yeah, that's kind of what I mean about the that's kind of what I mean about the team shit. Like,
Yeah.
Now off the rotation, everyone's
There's so many
losing
players
gun
like that.
fights. You already put the wall
Again,
all the way
Kismet, like
across
when
the map,
he's on
and
New
now
York and a good
Atlanta
team,
have
Kismet's
a
guy
side-
Beast
have a
looks
chance
quite
to run up
decent.
the
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's like even
But
in that
one of
moment
the worst
right
team
there, I know
they
the hard
can't-
point's
they've
not
won, what,
opening
3
up, but if
series
you're
this year?
LAG, like,
Ah,
are we
he's mental.
choosing
I'm saying
to
it's so
receive the hit,
team-based,
or are
this
we
game.
trying to meet it by playing a little bit further into where Atlanta are coming from? Because there were a couple of members who are sitting on the
go,
wins
Faze.
driveway, a couple
That's
that are
a
trying
shit
to push out Spiral. Like it's just,
Oh,
what
it's
is the game plan? Like,
scamming.
what are we trying to do?
I don't know, bro.
Feels a little bit again mismanaged in terms of what the SMGs
Oh.
versus the ARs are doing, and it's another big double for Simp. 19.
Do you know what I mean? No, BG 8 and 12.
And it's gonna be
I mean, I don't know what he's doing
if
there. He's
not
on the
at it,
ramp,
pretty much
watching the
close
back
to
cross for the
150
sub.
points, depending on how this next hit for
But
LAG
I'm
goes.
not too sure what
That was
he's
a 2v4.
what he's doing.
Simp been selling, but the only guys
I mean, just look at this alien. Like, I promise you, he's not real.
Goes through the
Nah,
back,
he's not
flip the
real.
spawns
Had
out.
the same set of
They just
sticks
couldn't
in his
find the
controller
break,
for since
because
BO3.
Simp is having a phenomenal
That
hard
is
What,
ridiculous.
even now?
Yeah, he
Selling
swaps
this
them out. Every time he
missile
gets a new pad, he takes the pad apart.
That
Puts
dynamic
his PS3
duo
sticks he uses.
It's always going to be
And
tough
he's had the same ones since BO3. How long ago that is?
May.
How are they not mangled?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are they made of?
I don't know, but yeah, he's had the same six for like 8, 10 years, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Just takes him out of his pad, puts him in a new pad.
The perspective on it for LAG, it's like
I don't know.
That is actually mental.
Putting together a decent effort in terms of like trying to actually create something. But I said this early when Lunars was initially picked up. He's just not playing the same way that he did in Challengers, and that has continued to largely be the case in terms of overall.
Do you know how you know LAG lost red?
Kind of
They did an S&D stream before.
I don't know, this feels again a little bit strange, but Atlanta
finding a way to get
against
about 100
points.
I don't know. It would have been a challenge or something, but like, do you know how bad you have to lose red to do S&D before you play your first scrim? That's like head loss gone. Your head's gone. Fully.
That's a Steve-O classic, that.
I mean, I'd never do one before or two. I'd have two of them after scrim, like two S&D challenge. Like, wow,
I've seen Steve-O in the scrim chat before asking for twos, asking for S&D scrim before twos. 1 PM S&D scrim. Mad bastard.
S&D, you've either got it or you don't. But really, you can obviously go over strats, but once you've got your base strats, like mid-round stuff, you can't really.
It's all mid-round.
It's at that point, you just need the right players to make a call mid-round or make a play. You just either have it or you don't. Not with them.
Like, why are they just sat there firm in the street? Like, I've got to be on mark. Boston did that against Optic. They sat in tin, just accepting death.
You can hide in tin if you
Yeah,
like.
I know you can. And it's like, just want me, do they play the game?
What gun is? What fucking streak is that?
I know he's got a heart.
I'd call it in.
Can you get forfeit?
Yeah. 25 and 11.
Yep, fully focused, fully
Holy
dialed,
fuck,
fully locked
son.
in. Atlanta is not letting anything get through right now, Jay.
Yeah, this is just another day in the office for Atlanta. Like, you're sitting so far in stage 4, 1-2 overall record. You know that you need this win.
Just get us out, Faze, please, for the love of God.
And the communication is on point, and the slaying is on point. Finally, we're getting some progression out of Sim. 26 and 12. Like,
here we go.
Whatever he wants. LAG are down by 100.
Oh,
trying to show some fight, but it might be too late.
Yeah, 24 and 14 as well for Sim.
But
it's one of those things kind of looking forward to the listen. It's just, this is not the same play style that we saw from Lunars. I don't know if it's just the level of like the teammates that you have with you compared to what he was playing with when he was on that Event Brooklyn squad.
the fact that they played like that against LAT,
everything feels individual.
then
Jay.
played like that against
it,
C9.
you know, did not come across too rude about it, but it just kind of looks like 4 guys that are overly calming in a range game. Like, we're just not developing anything. We're not setting anything up. We're not picking up lanes. It's just, it's not been good. It's not been good.
You know the tough thing about it, though, for like, ever since this stench of the LAG roster has been formed, they have played out of their 9 matches, like 6 of them being the top teams, like that we have in the game. So they really never work their way into
Josh is
it.
still drunk from his birthday.
Try to have a chance, potentially, at making it at champs. But when you're consistently losing to the best teams, your confidence isn't really going to be there. You start to potentially
making it respectable
a little bit.
Oh,
damn.
And it's just a tough situation to be in. But again, they're still trying to show some fight, potentially going into the next season. They're still showing fight here by holding down this P2 from the front side. With Atlanta Faze finding 3 kills, they can find a break and still close out the game.
And
GG. Right. I mean, we'll talk about this when we get into between map 1 and map 2. But
2.5 minutes,
the opening for this LAG schedule, especially for Major 3 quals, was very, very tough. But they continue to get essentially worked.
Yeah, Slicky, it was a tough one for
has needed to
whatever that lineup is.
You know, some dominance in a hard point. They do get one of their most
In the
played
dynamic they've
maps
got now,
in,
though.
You can see why.
Obviously, you're out of chance. Do you change it for EWC?
Yes, 100 million %.
Well, so why are they still going? You know what I mean? Like,
the game's just easy.
and what would you do? That's the other issue. What do you do? You can't really plan for next year because they have money, so they're probably going to go buy a team next year. Right?
Yeah.
Attacking from the front side.
What are their? So they're about to be 3 games in. I don't think they're going to change it now. Like, what are they going to do? You just got to probably firm champs.
And that was just an easy.
Well, honestly,
you'd rather get
if they're going to make a change, they should do it after this major. So you got a month.
But I was going to say, if you're gonna, let's say they just got like players in challenges who's like say Cole, trying to get a chance, if you know what I mean, like people like that, and just see if any of them just like turn into like a merc type thing.
Yeah,
you might as well do it now. Give them as many reps as you can, and then like the other LAM rep as well.
Yeah,
no reason not to. The issue is who you get, because like
this is only going to get more difficult.
They get Charlie Hickson.
You're absolutely right.
Mm.
And let's just go back here because this is going to be
say
the
no?
Atlanta Phase montage reel.
Depends
Talking
on the
about the
contract,
point you had made about LAG in Major 3,
Nah,
their
I mean, obviously I
qualifier
wouldn't say
schedule.
no,
I just want
but
to say it out loud.
it's not
Carolina,
regardless,
Vancouver,
there's
a
not
hot
really
Boston team, LA Thieves,
any standouts
Toronto.
right now in
And then
Challenger
your
you'd say,
draw,
like, yeah, they,
when you get to lower round 1,
I don't know, very
Toronto.
hard.
So
It's
it's
so
just
hard.
like, that sucks. But the issue is when you get into this
Well, there's no point doing what
qualifying
they're
stage,
doing.
like you drop them
No,
at 5 to
genuinely no
Miami, that
point.
would have been a really solid win for you. Then you also lose a map 5 to Minnesota.
It's just me last of this major.
It's
Obviously
so
not a chance.
tough.
Go to
Because
EWC,
those
maybe
teams
even
you'd
lose to an
have
AM
to
team,
beat, you know,
genuinely.
to kind of show that this roster has something
Like,
to offer,
it's
but losing
always
to a
the point.
Miami, losing to a Minnesota.
I actually do
not
think
say
they lose
Miami's
to,
bad,
like,
'cause they're obviously playing really well right now.
A couple of AM teams right
Yeah.
Losing to Minnesota,
Close.
you
Be
know,
close,
games
mate.
in-
Be close.
What they
With a couple of
still?
AM
I
teams.
think they don't play.
It's not even a
Vegas
knock on them,
again, I
'cause,
don't
like,
think. I
they
don't know.
just
Maybe they do.
look
but
bad.
It's like they don't have many other teams to play.
I mean,
like, at this point
they
in
just
time,
what?
like it's just you
Chalk
have
this
to be able
whole
to beat
team
teams
up,
like
what, bring
Minnesota
wins
and
back
Boston,
in?
for instance.
Like, maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. Like
But
you
if you
said,
do
they
that,
got
you might as well
into
go
a
like full
Boston
French,
squad
but there's
in
not even a
stage
full
3
French
where
team.
they
You got like
were able
Cobra
to
Brezin
find
and who the
themselves a
fuck's the
lot of
fourth?
success in that control
Brezin's not
game
playing.
mode.
Yeah, but
That
he,
was really
I mean, that's
the
just to the
difference
team you
maker
got
in
put on,
that
wasn't
series, but
wasn't great.
Minnesota series, like
He got
that
dropped
was
for some
one
reason.
that they were going
I think
blow
Paul's
for
good,
blow.
but
Just get down to the final search and destroy where the team
Yeah, but then
were
you look at
these
like
next three
Cobra
were-
in
It's
Respawn
just tough,
when
man.
they went
and
to
you also played
EWC
Rocker
last
on
year.
the
They were
map on
fucking
Rewind.
mocking
They
him
just
bad.
had so many
Yeah,
reps
they
on
were.
the team where
But
they
he
were just
was-
able to hit you with a couple
he was
audibles
trying to- he was,
to
like,
close out
playing
that
for a
game number
spot.
5. But even in the
He was-
Miami series, you're forced to a game 5,
Yeah,
you
it
got
wasn't
6-0.
great.
It's just been like very tough for this LAG roster, man. And now you're obviously in front of Atlanta Phase. You're down 0-1 in
We
this
could have been
series.
there.
You're going into a Rewind
What,
search and
EWC?
destroy, and
What?
you
just
gotta
wait.
just
we were a bit
try
crap
to
at the
take
end,
these guys down
for
with
whatever
teamwork,
reason.
and that's just not going to be easy because you know the way
Fell
that
off a
Sim
little
opened
bit.
up in that map number 1, he's going to try to dictate to how this game is going to be played.
And I think you say the word teamwork. Why not go to a squad that has had 3 players playing with each other for the better
Yeah,
part of the
Ani, I
last
don't know.
decade, essentially, at this point.
I don't know if it's
You know, that also is, again,
just
it
how
is-
good Hydra
this
was
is a
with those
mismatch
3
on
last
paper.
year,
If
or
you've never watched
if they've
CDL
all just
before,
got
that
worse
map one
this
tells you
game.
pretty much the entirety of the story. But
So I
I'm
refuse
sure
to
the
believe-
players most
Again,
of you
Hydra
watch
obviously
know
makes everything
what
way
the
easier. He's
expectations are for the
guaranteed
series,
a
and so
1.2
far,
in like 90%
they
of
are
series.
lining up.
Yeah.
But
Guaranteed.
let's
So
talk a
obviously,
little
if
bit
you have
more
that,
about
it's way
what
easier
this
to get
search and
killed.
destroy looks
Did you
like
look at
here
the
for
look at the
Atlanta,
Surge
because
team?
there is a level of, after
They swapped
dropping
me
to
out for a guy who's
Miami
like
and losing a round
guaranteed
10
kills
on
right now, and
dealership,
everyone looks better.
you
That's
need
just
to
how
start
COD
getting
is.
yourself
Yeah.
back into
See,
the mix
like,
to
it's all
dominate this
team
game mode,
comp
because
and
yes,
everything
your
like that,
control's
like-
been solid, but you can't just keep going 50-50
You know, you
in
can obviously
hard
play the
points
game
and
the right way,
searches.
but at the end of the
You
day,
need to start taking
kills
over
the
and
king.
winning
Like,
one of those 2
you're
modes,
not
and
getting
so
killed
far
game
this
winning.
stage, they have been perfect. 4-0 with a couple of very convincing wins, and most importantly,
really
Jay,
wrong.
they've played almost every single map in the pool, so they're really building out that map pool.
Yeah, it's just
Quick time
the
Phase,
map
come
pool
on
is
now.
Perfect for Atlanta. Search and destroy. You
Tom
don't ever
Sixes,
have
we
to
would've
worry
win a
about
map.
These guys, they're always going to be able to figure it out, and even if it's
Yeah,
a
we
brand
won't
new
win a
map,
map.
they will develop some early strategies to dominate it early on. So
These aren't winning the map now, so
on search and destroy, basically.
Yeah, they've been
entire
scrimming
season.
pro teams for the last 2 months,
Ranked number 1
and
so
they're
far
not
in this
winning
stage.
anything.
Your opening duel win
What makes you
percentage
think
is
I can come from playing
76%?
alt
Yeah,
ranked
you
play
give them the first blood. It's GG.
to mowing
LAG,
down
we got
Celia,
locked in.
oh, I mean, Jesus.
Gargoyle?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I'm seeing
I mean,
food all over my
75%
Instagram here.
is ridiculous.
Okay, just
I mean, that's all you say. Here we go, Freedom Chicken.
big fat chocolate.
Yeah,
cake.
I've had that way too often
much.
recently. I'll be honest.
It's going to be LAG on the defense, and
This is what I mean.
with
Faze are
3
good at this
members
map as
looking
well, so
over
this should
towards
be
top.
like this just should be
drive through
this
street.
quick.
I like
You
this
would think
map.
they
My
would try to
only
find some sort of contact there, but it's actually Drazo who gets first blood.
the word?
And the less noise
Well,
is made
yeah, my only
in
qualm with
A,
it is
the
that you
more
can just cut
Atlanta
off
are
the
gonna feel like
whole
we can just get a
half
free
the map
buy
just
here.
by the street
Yeah, I love
cross.
how they set that up early
The whole
on for
pretty much.
that first
Yeah, but
blood.
you can make the
Selling
street
and putting out
relevant.
shots from Mystery.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
just saying, like, you
great
just need
position
one
to set up
person to to basically go and get the info off that in the start of the round, and it's just eliminated that whole half of the map. You don't have to ever worry about a pinch on it, ever worry about there's no way around it.
Yeah.
It's just a wide open street. There's no,
expecting a BZ to find a trade there, but now LAG with the man up.
Even if you could smoke, imagine the difference. Like, you smoke the street and it's going to have to shit themselves.
You need smokes back, bro.
You do. It's just the one-way shit. That's never going to change because they like the smoke to be like realistic. If it was just solid like the CS smoke, then it'd work. But obviously,
with a pistol, or pardon me, that was the knife, but no, not gonna happen.
When was the last time we had one? NW19.
Yeah, after the first blood comes
we had to actually work
LAG actually just kind of overwhelmed by sheer
no
force
idea.
of numbers.
Because what? After that was Cold War, they got GA'd in the end.
I really couldn't tell you. You know, I'm so bad at remembering shit like that.
Vanguard would definitely
all the mid-street. We knew that they weren't going to approach from glass. They had to be working on that flank.
I don't know. That's what I mean. I'm so bad with it.
Waiting too long and then committing.
Vanguard didn't have any. I remember
MW2 didn't. MW3
LAG an opportunity back into that round.
I swear half the games they started in and then they got took out. Like the first bit they'd be in.
Numbers to go in their favor.
Yeah, then it go.
And then Sim tries to make up for it, but does get.
Like NW3 was in.
LAG able to.
It wasn't, yeah. I was like, everything, mate.
On 6 versus D, so that was like late into the game as well.
Blows up on Johnny.
And did he get taken out or no?
That's tough scenes.
No.
I don't think it did it? It was just in.
So another early first
Everyone's
blood
abusing
for
it.
Atlanta. And
Well,
they've
no, I
also
swear they got
gotten
Jade in
sent
Cold War because you could just pop it at
deep
your
in
feet now.
towards this
As soon as it
top
bounced on the
shelves
floor, it
position.
went,
Yeah, there
I
was a
just don't
game
know
like that,
what
but I
you
don't know
do
which
here
one
for
though.
LIG besides trying to play through gens over to B. I just don't. You don't have any information.
I'm saying,
on
I'm
it.
just sat here playing with you,
Yeah, you're
fucking
just gonna waste a lot of time. if you
fighting
go
for my
over
life
and check
in
every single corner,
Diamond.
so.
Fighting for it. So I've got to drop 70 to win a map.
He's gonna connect
Maybe that's
with
good
Fellow.
practice.
He's also able to spot him, and Lunas finds
Hold
a
on.
kill. Kismet also finds a second. It's a 2v2, but LG makes something out of nothing.
I'll say twice in a row they've been able to do that.
Bro, I might have been the best one-wayer on MW3
Process
smokes
dealt with by
in the world.
Cell. Now it's just down to Fellow for the 1v2.
Master of the
He's been
dark
tagged.
arts, I'm telling you. Stairgate snaking one-ways.
And he's going to get a lot of space to work with here. The problem is the clock. That's exactly where I was going to go to, Jay.
Yeah, 30 seconds to play with.
That was my mate Chaz, sub
Taking an
smoke trophy
extremely
player.
long
That was
route to
my
try to
mate
gain
Chaz.
some
Yeah,
information through the middle of the
fucking
street, but Atlanta have already repositioned themselves.
Hating life.
You most likely have the info that the
Yeah.
bomb's going to be down over towards
Perma
A.
sound order with a
Or
trophy.
just roaming around as an army of two, just timing on both sides.
Nice.
And now time
Hold
to
on.
have to try to double up. And no, Fellow catches the first. Did not expect the second, though. And Atlanta will convert the round. But you're right. That's 2 rounds in a row after a first
I've had a
blood where
full-on
LAG
cold
have
brew and
created something
I'm
out
just
of
not
nothing,
feeling
so
anything. That's
give
such a
themselves
bad
some
You need to
life
get a
in
double
these
shot
rounds
in there.
early.
And he's already got like 200 MGs, cold brew.
You're lying.
180.
Really?
It's not even touched the
or-
sides, Gabe.
The
I could sleep
opposite of a
right
life
now.
because
Dawson's
they're
office.
going down in the
Go
first
pop
10
one.
seconds for that
It's
first
gonna be a
blood.
long
They're
night.
just making
Huh, well,
these man down advantages
put it like that.
somehow happen while they're working on these pitches.
I'll have a double vodka Red Bull, please.
That time
Thank
Atlanta
you.
were able to stabilize Walker
That
with a
4.
command up.
I'll have 4 of them.
Play the clock beautifully to tie the game.
Inzo was good, man.
Selling him on 3
You
in a
bullied.
row.
No,
The
I
nade
promise
over
you,
the top, not gonna
Charlie
connect
just
on anyone,
accepted
and this
being
time
a
it's Fellow
bitch
to
for
strike
too
the
long,
first kill.
probably.
Yeah.
No, do you know what it is? I actually, yeah, I just wore it because like,
That you made that like your thing.
No.
You were just
Yeah.
trying to be the best bitch. You like
Oh,
on
yeah.
the map.
I was a good little bitch.
You were a good little
I was
boy.
a good little boy. So go on, say it.
And
So call me a good boy.
fell on that little jump up over
No,
to
no,
the backside
don't do
dumpsters. The
that,
problem is
don't do
Looters
that.
goes
But no, I actually did. I
unnoticed
did wear it. I
at the
wore
front
it.
doors at A.
So I knew I was good. I'd be
And
good at
Draws
this.
is
Where
trying
I
to
didn't trust
reset
people
this
to
now,
have a
knowing
smoke
that both
and.
players
Yeah.
are on the bottom
I was
side
a
of
night.
the
Was
minimap.
it? Did you have a
Yeah,
smoke
the
in
guy at
MW19?
RV,
Yeah, you did.
I could sneak through. Let me tell you, I could hit a gap
Yeah,
in
route
MW19.
man,
Somewhat
trophy
nearby,
smoke
but-
player.
I could hit a gap
Reset
and
on
flip
the
spawns, squad spawns, classic.
LG, I assume have the info that the bomb is down with the way that they are playing this. With Lunas with the shoulders, gets the info. both
Charles got a big
hours
bomb
turn,
on his
now
way.
ready
Wait,
for the gunfight.
really? Is he scrapping?
Draws
Oh my
is
god,
gonna
he actually
reset how
does.
he
Look
tries
above his
to
eye.
Work this out.
Is his birthday?
They're
or
having
his-
boxing matches.
Is his birthday? He's probably
Good
fucking.
info there.
Yeah, he's probably fucking.
He's probably stumbled on,
should be
tripped over a curb, and hit his head on the floor.
Draws is going to look to see if Lunars is going to channel him out first and foremost. Here's the cross in the corner. Oh, Lunars gets caught looking the wrong direction.
Honestly, I've
He
watched
was
Lunas in
just
so many
watching that
clutches, and I
back
reckon
door
he's actually
turns
unreal,
as soon
but
as
he just
Draza
loses
enters and the
every single
1v2
one of
comes
them.
through.
Look at that, mate. He's got an egg on his
He's
head.
able to isolate both of those gunfights.
Catch
Catch
that
them
ball,
off
no.
guard in both of those gunfights. That's insane. Out of Draza.
Our elitist team was jokes.
Play it the way that he did and catch the timing
Yeah.
on both players. Yeah, let's just laugh about it a little bit.
Show me love.
Because those don't get any
Well, that's actually
easier.
crazy hyper
If
that
you
you've
are
been around
LAG,
since then.
force
I miss
fucking
Cal,
bomb.
man.
We don't have to be looking around
Cal
for
and Cod,
anything.
mate.
I
We'll
miss
play
him.
an army of
Oh,
two
He actually
setup.
could have
I
been in
got
the
your
league
back,
if
you
he
What
got
a
was
mine.
punk.
He really would have been in the league.
Once he's able to split. their
He
approach
was.
on
He
the
was
map.
like.
It's
He
an
was.
easy
He
round
wasn't
there for
quite on
Draza.
Afro level in that cold
Secure that 1v2 on Muggs.
MW19 year, but like he was literally the next sub, like
Yeah, that
to
you'd
to
pick
be
up.
like that.
Kismet. Bomb
I'm pretty sure they
carrier
asked
looking to
him.
maybe get aggressive into A. Problem is,
Pretty
there's
sure Harry
a
asked to play
ton
with him,
of
like,
opening
after
support outside of Johnny, who's actually just
MW19
committed to
or
getting
something,
into the
or
site.
maybe-
A little bit of
They
damage.
played together to
Kismet
start Cold War,
trying to
no?
follow up on that.
Oh yeah,
Stun
but
will
me,
come
him.
through to
Yeah,
make sure the
like,
defense
I mean, on the
cannot
good team,
challenge back windows
MW19, I think
position.
they asked him. I could be wrong.
Oh, what the
Oh,
wall
and
one?
Johnny has got a
could be
really good look at Draza. Just cannot quite land the final shot needed to find the kill. Counter nades are
I
in
don't
for
know,
the
but that guy
defense. Atlanta
would have
looking to
made it. He
test.
just fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause he came second in Cold War champs.
Like he just had enough and then just quit. That was it. Straight after Cold War, no?
Yeah, literally. I mean, he probably made the right decision looking at it now.
Yeah, but he definitely.
And they walk away with a
He definitely
majority of the gunfights and walk right back on out. Now it's Kismet left in a 1v2. Has 40 seconds to work with. Is going to pick up the AR to make it
Waste your
a little
team
bit
life
easier.
with me. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry.
Well, he's going to have a lot of time to play around A at the moment.
To be fair, how mental
This
is
comes
it?
down
Like,
to will he
what,
commit for the
me,
plan?
you
He
bet
does.
8.
Okay, so this gives him an opportunity here.
Who else? Have pretty much
to kind of
spent
put the
since
1v2
we
on
were
his
18.
terms.
Like, know each other, speak to each
Resets
other.
back through Jens.
Now
Oh,
roll
the
there.
timing on this could be incredible. But he loses the first gunfight. Selium
See,
just
I'd
happy
say
to be
he's one
watching
shot
that back
there,
angle.
he's got 57 health.
Draza instantly hot for the defuse
Oi,
as well.
the game's like-
You need to have a word with Fire 40.
But doesn't quite
What?
win that first
His
gunfight.
one-shot
Now Atlanta secure
calls
the round.
Stinking.
fucking
Beautiful read
stink.
there.
Hello.
Selium.
He hits
They
two
were
bullets,
in a
good
position
ones.
I haven't
to
noticed
watch
yet.
sort of
Every
react.
single
They know
time.
that he didn't push out towards
Like, he
DVD.
literally bullets
He's
that
not in
kid
front of
from
us at
lagging out.
glass, so he had to have wrapped back. But the angle that he planted it at, potentially going to work his way back through gens. Gunfight's probably the most difficult gunfight that we have in the CDL, and just never getting caught off guard.
That would check me out mid-map.
Yeah, I can't hear him, mate. The
Well,
amount of times I go, what?
Things could start to
What?
move around a little bit here because
Where?
outside of the first blood success that Atlanta have had, LAG have obviously been able to cook up some good mid-round adjustments. Tons of nades, stuns, all going towards that back courtyard.
Oh, I can imagine that. That'd be hilarious.
Late trophy in for Atlanta, trying to stay alive on this B hit, but
This bomb's age as well. I really just no one sends a guy to the bomb. They just all sit courtyard and nade over. No one goes to the bomb.
And it's just down to Cell, who is
No
in some
reason
major
to. It's just a
trouble.
like you can't really plan.
Man, knowing that they're right over this wall, everyone
I
is
reckon he
weak.
1v3s
Let's
this.
hope to God that someone's not watching over him. And he times the jump
Tyler
over
Felony.
perfectly to secure the opening first blood and the second. Basically shuts down around with that big time play.
Hello.
LAG now. Some time to breathe. Down 3-2 in a search and destroy.
Love it.
Why are we longing this out?
Just countering aggression with aggression. That's one of those rounds that, even
Come
though
on,
it kind
Faze,
of
let's get a bit of,
just
do you know what I
feels
mean?
like whoever's
25
nades
+4.
hits wins.
We're making
We're
good time.
doable.
We're making good time.
Really
not
doable.
Making really
giving
good
up too
time.
much
If it goes game 5.
in terms of how this map is
We're in
starting to
trouble.
build
We're
from
in
like
trouble.
In any of
a
the
trends
series.
and pattern situation. Because like if Atlanta just break you down right there and they get those nades to courtyard,
That's what I'm saying, Anime. Like,
and they
imagine
get
I'm
those
like
wins,
sat there.
it just cripples your.
I mean, like that's what I mean. Like, imagine
your
Faze
ability
in
to
really
feel like your
intense
defense is
moments in
going
the
to do
middle of the
anything
map.
for your LAG.
Like, imagine Celium's in war.
Holding
on
strong,
hill.
down to within one.
Yeah, I'm so
putting some pressure on gens, and look at the route from Draza already behind
And then you got Simp in the
play.
interviews going, yeah, our comms actually really good. I don't think that's a problem.
Draza getting through the way that he did. He gains it.
Well.
There's a lot of pressure over towards the B street. Gives the comms to his teammates to have 1 week, but he's instantly going to get traded now. Simp potentially going to get isolated.
good
He's
shot.
going to back on up, but Kismet has the head glitch.
Falcons
And again,
next year,
LAG
fellow
makes something out of nothing.
He really has
They're
been
in a
struggling
3v2.
recently.
All BZ. Wow, bad timing doesn't look to his right. Johnny for the first kill,
Really
and
has
the
been
follow-up is
struggling.
also there, and you're absolutely right. It's just another one of those things.
But even
that
last
LAG
split.
have no business
Yeah.
from that position with the flank from Draza finding
I know it
success.
is,
You'd
Tom.
think to be able to succeed
If
and
you've
find
got
even
a
ways to
broken
stand down in that
Ultra
round,
XP
but
challenge, make sure you
Kismet gets
use
the trade,
the
and
little
most
chat box.
importantly, does not allow Simp to
The
continue
bottom
to
right.
push through.
Make
So
sure you
maybe
use
a
that,
bit of
and then
over-aggression from
any
Atlanta on
problems,
that crunch,
hopefully,
but
will get
regardless
sorted.
of that, nice
It will,
salvaging
Maz.
around from
The
LAG.
like in the stream will
Yeah, it's
increase
just
the
insane.
reach,
Like, 'cause
very
when
true.
Draza gets all the way pushed through Burger and up through the mid street and
A lot of the crowd
20
will be waiting
seconds
for
into the
it.
round, he is behind them.
We'll have plenty
It's
of the
like if you're
plenty of the
Atlanta,
boys
like,
and
do we
girlies
change
coming
our
through for
defensive
the
look?
Ultra
Because
game
there
in a
was only
bit.
one player in a position to find all those kills over towards B street, and that was Simp. Celium,
The
and
Ultra
Abizi
fam
were
show out.
roaming around mid street.
I'll give him that.
They were just not in a position to trap them there, and LG with the numbers able to prevail in that gunfight. But now already into the next round, Draza said,
Terrific blood.
another first blood. Let me just add it to the tally, man. Advantage Atlanta early on.
We'll see if that does anything though, because again, it hasn't really mattered too
Who-
much.
who is that
Maybe
one
it's
with
just
that
Atlanta
is
getting a little bit
Hixie,
too
mate?
over-eager, a little too over-aggressive, but maybe not.
Oh!
Fellow shut down the
No
attack
one
today.
knows me apart from
So
Gabe.
From a 3v4 to a 3v2 the other direction.
Miserable.
BZ trying to see if he can catch any information on this play through courtyard, but there's none to be had because LAG are just going to try to reclaim the backside of the map and just flood in from the back of A. But Cell has gotten a read on this and is going to try to slip
Yeah,
away,
just
giving maybe
just
an
my
opportunity for
mate.
BZ
He
to help,
decided to
but
hop
no,
on the
Sami doesn't
stream
want that fight.
today.
They got info on 2 players, and now LG know where the player is going to be at. So here Johnny starts to work on this bit street pinch. His teammate in Lunar's going to run around as an army of 2, but bomb gets planted at B. LG with the man up. Got to put the reaction.
Opening shots, decent from a BZ, but can't get away from Lunars, who's fresh. Just on to Cell.
Fucking hell, man.
Deals with Johnny, who was the one that was low. Now looking
made
for
me
Lunars.
pissed,
You
mate.
have also a little
What?
bit of time here because Fellow
He must have
is
saw
not
him.
in the play. I don't know if Cell actually saw him with that little jump peek. Checks again. No. Not on for the defuse.
They're gonna lose this map.
Kind of odd.
Bro,
I
then
thought for sure he was
can't
just going to
lose
jump
from
over take the kill,
LAG,
but
Faze.
not to be. And how about this, LAG?
Surely
4-0 for
not.
Lunars are going to take the lead here.
This is insane, man. Like how they keep on doing this. All
Faze
right,
did this last year, no? Like they were
weird
good in the
periods,
beginning, and then tailed off towards the end, and then picked up DWC.
Yeah, there's some weird periods in the game where I imagine when you're so good, it does get boring. To be honest, I actually do imagine that. No, I do imagine that. So they just go through periods where you just slack off a little bit. It's just natural. You just do.
Both when they're one-on-one.
There's no way after getting top 6 they're slacking.
No. They'll be trying to get now winning.
LAG now with 3 rounds in a row to take the advantage here in the SNL.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Oof,
I played. Fun fact, Tom. I actually
really
played that
search
team.
and destroy.
Like at the end of World War II,
Easy,
after I was done with college, I like
1-5,
fucked
that
around
gives
a bit in World War
things
II,
have largely gone for him.
and actually played Charlie in that. On that team. That was with what?
We weren't great.
Yeah,
Kiwi, Soviet, Mikey.
Mikey. What a player.
Soviet's funny as well. Brother's still. I think he's on yesterday.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
IRL?
My brother is with him. Like, I don't really speak too much.
Finishes off the round. What a little snap from Lunars, though.
There's just no way we lose this.
Faze.
Faze, I want to go watch the Leafs, Faze.
They were 3-1 up as well.
Charlie for a BZ, the facilitator of greatness.
Honestly,
did it with Scrap?
Nah. Yeah, but look what he's.
And that one-on-one, but then just finesses the pillar. A little bit of sauce. I'm gonna peek left, throw a shoulder right. Wait for my teammate to get closer into the play before I commit on the chow, and just dancing. Allows the LAG now. There's so many closing rounds to be at game point.
Toronto maps are out. We'll have a look after this map, buddy.
RCXD out early.
I guarantee there's a dealership in there.
Easy, the rest of Atlanta just diving on in towards Gens. And it looks like they're just going to wait here, see if they can catch LAG getting too aggressive.
Skyline
and
HP.
That's exactly the case. They find first blood, but does that matter?
Actually, might not be. Rocket might ban that.
Oh, no, I don't think they will, though, because they like it.
They do like it, but Ultra have been
how these rounds are going to turn out.
crazy.
Crazy.
Little 5-3 comeback for a map win. Come on, Faze.
Yes!
Fucking gagging for it, to be honest with
you.
Okay, relax. Nice, man.
He's Charlie.
On the one-on-one.
No dealership, wait, really?
Finally, off of a first blood. Able to walk away with the W there.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe they both left it in and then didn't pick it. Maybe.
This time, I think
we'll have a look. They'll have the video. We'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
Maybe 10, 15
My
seconds
word, we'll have a look.
Get us to those
situations.
So again, it just feels like Atlanta not
waiting for the inevitable, hopefully 3-0.
No such mistakes.
Hopefully a bit of ice from Faze
and
and we
it's like even though like LAG are
get to watch the Leafs.
It's hard to point to
see, look, someone knew you.
What's going on, Tyree? Hey.
Little double stack, triple
Tyree's had at
in
least 5 people coming in who's that next year. Charlie's going to go 5 right now.
A little unexpectedly, I think,
really
just in terms of where the gunfights have happened
it's
and
minimum
how many players
3.
are part of them.
I gassed it a little bit.
You did.
Now they're going to slow down their approach.
Who is Charlie?
Trolling, please, Fortress. Please tell me you're trolling, because like, I'm just sick of this now.
Skyline, rewind, Volt, rewind, red card. He's fucking Ultra in 3, 4, and 5.
Well, the RC gets exploded.
What in the world are Rocker doing? I've not done the world yet. No,
Skyline, rewind.
This, unless they slide out and double shell it. Nope.
Come on!
They don't expect that reposition.
Hold on!
Rewind's a weird one, no?
Rewind trying to take a couple of hot shots to see if they can find a trade, but not going to happen. We'll see both members.
I think when they had Ben,
second one may
they
as well
won
be
it,
as
I
well.
believe.
So, okay.
They played it once. They also beat Miami on it at the
we got
event.
ourselves around 11 to fair, Jay.
Dude, I don't know what happens. It's like every time Atlanta Faze find themselves down 5-2, 5-3.
That is the handsome man, Charlie.
Yeah, come on. Keep boosting the ego. Come on. Let's keep boosting it now. Build.
We got to a point where Aroma is a bigger household name.
Surely not. Because that's the day I quit. That's the day I quit. No, it is. It's the day I quit, Gabe.
And then by the time you try to work your way into the site, Simp gets lost.
Nothing against you either. That's all against me. That's all a knock on me.
I don't think it is, though.
No, it is. If I fall that far.
You're getting weird now.
If I fall that far, it's a knock on me.
It's like they just turned up and played it.
I'm dying for some caffeine, by the way, Gabe. If you could go fucking get me some caffeine, I'm dying. Amoni would sort me right out here.
This position, Draza.
They knew you was Hicksy.
I slept about 9 hours.
You slept for 9 hours?
Maybe. I had a happy. Do you know what I ate last night?
Huh?
Right, we'll watch round 11 and I'll say what I ate. Because it weren't great. I'll be honest with you.
He'll stay safe. Stun check not going to land. Shots around the backside of the shelves.
That be's in an unreal spot. There's no way they check this, right?
Yeah,
good blood. Great blood. There's no way they expected me. Blood, it's a free kill.
GG.
Give me 2.
That's another one.
No
to follow. Now it
scams.
has to be a 2v4
No
for
scams.
LAG.
What is 7 doing?
Atlanta Faze, all right, it's getting a little bit
Okay,
scary these last couple of rounds where we had man-up advantage. Already draws at 21 HP.
Nice.
Here
we go. Right, the 3-0 is on.
Him covered, fellow left in a 1v3. And with 30 seconds left, bomb down
Slam,
across the
by the way.
Yeah, doable,
That's
but
Celium as well. That's a
trouble and
mean
running
iron.
away,
Don't
like you
do
mentioned.
that.
But off the reject,
Just let him
back to
plant.
full health.
Oh, they saw him though. Sure.
Make him plant at 10.
Has a
Just
chance
make
to
him
possibly
plant.
isolate. Doesn't get the first look at
Please.
draws it cleanly. Sip
the cross
goes
as well. Has to.
unnoticed, unknown to that
Gonna
point
have
as
to get
well.
one and-
Oh, chance at it, but
I'm
no.
dead there, promise
Not
you.
gonna happen. It's 3 in a row
Nice,
for the
man.
Phase to get this thing back in a round 11 win.
Come on, then.
2-0 up, and there really is some sort of a level, Jay, of like Atlanta just like, oh,
Thank
we're
the
not gonna lose
Lord.
this map. All right, let's start
That's
trying now.
what he
Like
maps
it almost feels like that to a certain
Right, yeah,
level.
my dinner.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you
So
did.
we finished at midnight. Obviously, nowhere's really open.
Last, like, 30 days. Like, it's
Happy
insane
Burger
when
is
they go
open.
down 5-2 and search
What
and destroy.
is
Right.
Happy
It's got like
Burger?
10,000 reviews,
Okay, guys,
4.6 stars on Uber Eats. Jamie said it's good, so I tried it. That's the one. Tried it.
Every single round, and it's just like,
Big
guys,
double
we found
cheeseburger, like
every
smash
single
burger.
first
Yeah.
split
Terrific.
basically
Yeah.
on this map. We just gotta play
Onion
our
rings
numbers a
as a
little bit
side.
better, and
I've gone
thankfully
all
in that
out
round
on the
11,
onion rings.
Did you get a meal?
They do waffle fries. I've had them before, so I
plays
thought I'd
a
mix it up with
super
onion
patient
rings.
on
Yes,
his
of course I
approach,
did a meal.
but then is able to catch Johnny
Oreo
mid-sprint, and once
milkshake.
that
There
first
was
hit goes
like,
down over towards Burger,
it was, I had to
LG know
spoon it.
we
It was
have
just
to
ice
commit,
cream.
we have to try to make up for the
Mate,
numbers in
I've sat on the
DVD,
couch
so that's
afterwards
what
just
Kismet gets
coughing.
aggressive, but doesn't check the
Takeaway
corner.
cough,
BZ
just
finds that kill,
dying.
4v2 for Atlanta.
Wow,
They
was
don't
it
throw this
needed.
one away quickly up
So you've
2-0
had
this
3k calorie dump.
Wild scenes, wild
Probably,
scenes,
yeah.
but Atlanta able to do
Chick-fil-A
what
for
I think
lunch,
a lot of people
but
would
we'll
have
move
expected.
past that.
Oh,
We'll move past that. We'll move past
God.
that. No, we'll move past
Was it
that.
grilled or fried?
Thinking there, Jay.
Oh.
We'll move past that. No, we will. We will.
Oh my God, you mess.
No, we will move past that.
Go down massively in a hard point, and they
Okay,
play
yeah,
a
it's
little bit
looking-
frustrated
no, it's
with
looking
it, which
good.
you turned
It's
it on
looking
a little bit
good.
earlier, or you have a big lead and search and destroy, and you let it slip away.
We're looking so good.
Looking
for
real
3-0,
good.
boys and girls, honestly.
That's what I wanted. A 2-0 lead is what
We're looking for a
Atlanta
3-0.
fans
We're out.
wanted.
We're actually out for
Started,
dinner
though, with a
first, and then we're watching the Leafs.
97-point victory
Could
in
do that.
Hardpoint.
Not
You
eat yet.
both told me this team's not going to win
told me I had
championships because
Chick-fil-A
the
for lunch.
Hardpoint's not
No,
that
yesterday.
good.
Yesterday. Oh my
Chick-fil-A
God.
into a Happy Burger. No, I might.
I didn't say it did. I said at the beginning that they will
4K
still win a
calories.
championship regardless of
Yeah,
what they lose.
yeah.
We draw.
improves.
We draw. All right,
That
let's
is
pull it up.
minging.
So, yeah, in my opinion, where Atlanta faces
Fucking
struggle.
hell, Fortress has just got the
on
government.
rotation, right? Like at the end of Hills, giving
going
up
on
too
there?
much scrap, not making the game easier
Okay,
for themselves. So
Wordle.
this is what they did way better throughout this map. It's clearly been an emphasis for them in practice, and we're going to talk about it here, right? So we're
we
rotating
go?
over
Who's your
towards
first guest,
fences. You can see
Yeah,
there's
I'm old
18
soul.
seconds left on this hill.
Oh, CDL
So
Wordle.
Atlanta Faze, this is where they need
First
to lock
guess
in.
is
Look how
going
they
to be
play
a
this.
bit
Jump
of
to
a
the
weird
mid-map.
one.
You're going to see a player
Fire.
who's going to drop back to here, watch the well push
Your boy,
through.
I like
That's
that.
going to give Atlanta, they're going to be spawning mid, and then those two
Whoa.
players are going to wrap back here. Now,
Right, no
as we're
rings,
setting up these
has a win,
rotations, right,
23
we wanna make
US.
it easier on our players, because these guys,
Shouldn't
they
do
got a little
five,
bit of a
I should
trek
really
to
do
get
one
into
with those
position, to
teams,
get to
but-
burn, to get positioned up
You
top
go.
plat. So this player right here, he's going to pinch, I believe it's a
23,
BZ, and just
23
find a
with
couple
wins,
of kills
but
and
no
stagger
rings.
the opposition. Now, what
like
happens
young-ish.
when you
There's
do
not
a
many of
play
them.
like that in
That's what I'm
rotation
saying.
is it gives you an advantage for the
Young-ish
first 30
with
seconds of
wins.
hill, and then you can start
He
to
doesn't have a
cycle
ring,
them,
right?
right?
That
So
is a
Atlanta
ring.
Faze, let's apply
Dan
pressure
Ghosty.
at hold. We know they get a very
Not a
deep
bad
spawn.
shout.
All right, 6
He's around
seconds
that
left.
age.
Now I'm a BZ. This is when I'm going to take my chances
is
here.
that
This
age.
is when
More
I'm
than
gonna
one
apply
win.
More than
even
one
more
win, no
pressure
rings.
and
No
give
optic,
us an
no
easier
LAT.
Scrap's not
rotation. I'm
23,
gonna
is
find
it?
a kill here.
Huh?
It's a
Scrap's not-
two-piece
oh, no,
because
LAT.
the kill
LAT,
comes
yeah.
in. And now look at what that allows for Atlanta
I've got
Faze.
this in
We're
the locker.
inside this time
me a
early.
second.
We're all going to be
Yeah, I'm
around
waiting for
plat.
it.
And now even if
honestly,
they
take
have a
your
good
time.
push and get inside the hill
Not
for a
a time
second, this player
constraint,
can
there is
repinch
another
them,
map to come.
reflip those spawns, pick up
Shush.
a chunk of time, and then rotate
Paco's
to the
got a
next,
ring.
right? So this
He's
is
not
like
American.
this is
Got a
what we call
ring.
momentum.
Oh,
When you
Paco's
start to roll
American,
down the
yeah.
hills
Envoy's got a
and
ring.
Envoy's
snowball
older.
hill after hill after
Big
hill,
LAT,
this
though.
is
Going
how
through
you
the
want to
teams.
play it. Look at your
Faze,
mini
no.
map right here,
Optic,
number
no,
7.
they got rings.
That's him hitting them with the pinch.
York.
You never know where anybody's coming from, and now you just have full control
Sib.
of the map and rotations.
Could be a sib. Could
No,
be.
I think you said something that kind of nails it on the head.
Don't
Like
really
Joe and I were
sib on that
talking
team,
about,
that's more
like,
than one win.
kind of
I
that
think he has
period,
2.
like 10 seconds left at old, 10 seconds in new, like.
Oh,
We talk
fucking
about
hell.
rotation,
Okay.
but I like
But
what
a
you
teammate
said,
of his,
applying
right?
pressure to
Can't have the
hold,
ring.
and that is something that I think Faze don't do sometimes. Like they'll
Matt,
rotate,
Matt,
like they'll
Faze
get
has
to
to
like
be right,
good
right?
spots. If you
Yeah,
look at the
Seattle,
mini map, like it looks good.
23.
But if you're not applying any
23.
pressure to hold, or like getting
Max
any cuts, like you
23.
just
Older than
allow
that.
like them to
Fair
get
play.
to free spots on
He must have been 18 and
rotation
ended up
pick
19
you
then, no?
apart.
I thought
Like,
he
you
was,
need to
like,
take
my
space.
age,
And
25.
sometimes they're good at that, and sometimes they just.
That's good from us,
Yeah,
under
I don't
the
think
average.
Sully
So
tries to
old.
play too safe
Hardpoint has
sometimes.
just evolved.
You
to
are
where
old,
have to
bro.
be
I didn't
comfortable
wanna be
playing
that
from
guy,
both
but-
sides of the
2
hill.
years
You have to be
younger than
able.
me.
You want the other team to feel like they are in pandemonium, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Come on,
Faze
man.
had the back spawn.
Right, you
All
want
of a sudden,
caffeine,
we got
don't
the
you?
other spawn. We're gonna slay
you're gonna die.
Is it necessary though?
You should have freedom to do that and take some risks. Sometimes they just
I'll sip on it.
It's time to go into our MVP
Cold one.
contenders discussion.
No sugar.
Because we are nearing the end of the season, and we will crown one before we get to champs.
I
I asked
caffeine, I just
both
wanted
of you
to
to make
stream.
your top 3 list. Maven, can you go first for me?
Yeah, I did simp sell.
Go on,
I
man.
think you kind of have to pick players from the top 2 teams right now. Just they've won all the events. I think I went with 2 Faze players just because they've won 2 events.
Yeah,
Whereas
Mitch, we didn't want to cheat. You know what I mean?
Simp, I think in his current form has been struggling in Hardpoint, but listen, he's already got a major MVP.
I'm not down in a
The
gonster.
guy when he's in form is
Come off
God. Hydra, I think I would take over Scrap right now, just because I think his turnaround in stage 2 and stage 3 in Search and
Remember to
Destroy
keep an
is a
eye out
big
for the
reason
walls on
why
ads, and if
Thieves
it
is like
happens,
a
appear,
kinda
mute
mediocre
the
search team
stream.
to a
How
good
about I
search
put it on
team.
myself?
Spawned in and searched.
Yes,
How about
yes.
that?
So that's probably you can make an argument for several players. That's right.
Yeah, you went with Scrap instead of Simp.
1-0
I
Ultra.
think Scrap has had an
To be fair,
unbelievable year.
they have
I mean,
way
his
more
MVP
rep from
recent
Rewind.
tournament,
He's 7 to
he
3.
leads the way in almost every category
Could
for
see
the
that
LA
win
Thieves,
to
even
Rocker, if
in
I'm
Search
honest.
and Destroy on the season. And even when
Ultra.
Hydra had the kick up in the last 2 stages in
3-1.
Search, like Scrap has still been ridiculous. Like highest average damage per round in the respawn and Hardpoint. Like he's always at the top of the damage list. But also KD this season, right? And you know, on the other side of that, I have Celium. I think this year both these ARs
mate.
have been just
Hi, mate.
unreal. Those
So
are my
the
2
why have you got golf one?
front runners are Scrap.
Now, I wanted to bring up the question. Of course, you can choose from teams who win championships. They hold the trophy at the end. But what about guys like Neptune, who take a team
the
that
Warzone ad
wasn't
came on, I
ever
turned
the
it up.
Championship Sunday caliber roster, all of a sudden to back-to-back grand finals.
It's weird because I think you could argue he's had the biggest impact. because
I also
he
then
was in the
played it
change.
again.
That make him the most
I've
valuable?
dragged it back.
I think you just have to win one of those. Like, they're not winning them. They got 4-4 in the finals. Like, it's just hard.
The Scrap win
Why
season
do you
MVP.
feel like Mercury's
So I
filled
was
in
just
for
looking at the
me,
maps,
so
mate.
he's not most valuable on
Chill
Toronto?
out. Fucking
Who else
hell.
can do what Neptune has done? Well, so
in every sport.
Depends who wins.
Argument in every
Usually it's a
sport.
combination of
2.
impact and winning.
If Scrap wins
either
this
way.
major,
And we just
it's
want
champs
to
though.
start
It's so
the
wait, did the answer before
impression
champs? I
farming.
don't know.
So
So
get in right now.
it's this next
Let us
major.
know, who do you think
If
is the
these win the next
MVP?
major, I'd give it them
Do
because
any
they
of
win
the
another
guys like
final.
Jonas Eves, Neptune
And
deserve a shout.
Scraps
Well, I was gonna say
my
real quick
boy.
to
You
defend
know
your
that.
thing, it's
I love
because
it,
all
but
comes
you know
down
what I
to
mean.
7. Like, had Thieves won, it'd just be
That's
Scrap.
my
Yeah,
dog
to me,
show.
I see the way you view like
It's
the 2
my
champs.
dog.
To me,
Yeah.
the game 7 round 11, just like
my
as a competitor, to me
dog.
that's
It's
like
my
a
dog.
loss.
I hear you, but it's
No one's
just
playing
a
Clash Royale
Picking one from the
past the age
star-studded
of
lineup
60.
is never easy. A game 3 is
To be
looking
fair, I know
in
too
the
many people
cards,
that play
so for an
fucking
easy
Clash of
Atlanta
Clans still.
Faze win on the mic, we got Shift and Study.
Actually, never played it.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for LAG. Has it for a minute now in this series. It doesn't look like it's going to be that way maybe in this map either. It's hostile to control. We kind of know what this is going to be for Atlanta. It's going to be a lot of running.
It's not realistic for anyone in the stream thinks I'm just like
playing
simping.
forward on this one. So LAG just they need to be able to meet that
What's I
aggression,
doing?
man. And
Oh.
again,
So,
you
nah,
look at players
that's
like
the one
Johnny and
thing I
Kismet,
said
you know
about
you're gonna get there,
YouTube,
but
like,
I still keep an eye on
The
Looters, man. It's like
discoverability
he's
on
just not
YouTube,
playing the
they've
same
done a
way
better
he
job
does
of
in
it, but like,
Challengers, which was a lot
they used
of
to have like a
flexibility
YouTube
at
live
the beginning of this year.
page streaming like a
Thing
whole
is,
new
too, Alan,
website.
it's like playing in challengers compared to
But,
playing against the pros.
Look at
It's
it.
two different levels,
It's
man.
never been a
just
quicker 3-0.
Hold on,
a
Gabe.
whole
Morale
different
boost.
amount of teamwork that you have to prepare yourself for. It's not as much
Yeah, that's a
scamming.
good one. That as well.
There are
That.
a couple teams who scam the hell
I've
out of
never
some
lost a
series
tournament. I've
and
done that down the mic.
choked their
so.
team some series off of that scamming situation.
Thank you,
but
sir.
just like versus Atlanta, who's a well-polished team,
Hopefully you
this
heard
is
that.
only going to get tougher and tougher. But now down 0-2,
Don't die on me now.
LAG at least on this map can bank on their defenses. Their offense is where they need to show improvement.
Damn it, I should water in.
Is where they're just able to outslay you to
That's the
shreds.
power
So
of
Atlanta
Monster.
got to be prepared for it.
Hashtag
Has
sponsor.
to control Faze, don't
Okay,
they?
so we'll see.
No, they
We'll
don't
see
ever.
what's here for
Ever.
Atlanta. They'll have to get go.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
No, no.
Kids.
FF.
3
4
dead.
Top
Trade
right
that.
map
4
position,
dead,
3 are gonna
fella.
fall.
Where?
Kill number 4
Cellius,
looking
fella.
likely. Fellow stuck in the
Oh,
corner.
Tyler.
Battle over cell.
Sim, please go
First
out
pick,
there.
though, done
What is
at
the
B.
Who is that on top of the fence?
It's actually a good play. If you know, if someone's got his deep, you're not expecting that plat, are you?
Take your way over
You're walking out
I'm
plat.
coming out the door going, what the?
Yeah, you walk out the plat thinking, 2 on point, boys. Eh?
Now
What?
to be impactful on the pinch.
Yeah,
Gets
Sim's
one,
taking
they
the
Did
get
he just
one.
dive at
dolphin
him?
dive
Did he
at the
just
pole.
dive at him?
LAG
Yeah.
stopped the second segment incomplete.
Really important
I'm
for
fuming.
that.
They still get to play this. Has to control.
Coming back over
Bro, I
through
watched you.
A.
Like,
I've got
play
the
that
putrid
yesterday
one.
Touch
twice.
the zone here.
And
He
it
won
looked
it once,
miserable.
lost it
You
once,
spawned
but-
well
Shot
into
to
a full
sell
B
with
setup.
the
What are you meant to do?
You spawn well,
two LAG
and
defenders top office, but
like, it's better for the team to not push well and block it, then you get a chance to go Lambo or whatever.
Yeah.
You just let them spawn well and someone just spiral.
In the blender.
What do you do?
Not quite able to finish off on to Kismet,
and we lost an attack. We lost a D.
Game over. Get back over to
Yeah.
the A zone again.
Oh, and that's 3 dead. So
Yeah, the first time you played it, you look at actually looked unreal on it.
Now they're in 7 under 18s, wasn't it?
No, you played them twice on it.
Yeah, the first time we won game 5, round 5. I think it was called.
You won 3-1, lad. I watched it.
You sure?
Yeah, I promise you. You won an offense and then won the defense after that.
Extended time. Now they have 4 segments and a lot of map control to go with it. LAG and ice up.
Here we are, Tyler.
Apparently they changed it by accident.
Of course they did.
It wasn't an intentional change, the spawn change on that involved. I'm not sure how that happens.
That's what I'm saying, mate. They don't test the game.
I mean, I don't expect them to test spawns on hazard control, but how does it change with what they've changed in the game?
Their code must be so, like,
just all interlocked.
all over
it has to be just like intertwined for it to change shit like that.
Well, that's why they can't change the scoreboard apparently, because there's so much like code they've had to change.
There's so much code over the years that they share with the other developers and stuff. It would be mental, the code. I can't even fathom what it would look like. But
to take these one-on-one gunfights and force to try to win.
I'd love to see like on just like a page of it.
You go 2 for 2 in the battle.
Like I wonder how much
goes into
it.
The games that I would do was like obviously just basic bare bone. I can't imagine a game like this.
Yeah, but your game, like when you were doing your degree, it didn't look too bad.
No, it was decent, but like compared to how much is going on at the same time in a game like this, like multiplayer probably makes it 10 times.
Forward on the map. So again,
Probably
it's
makes
just
it 10
continuing to
times
try to
more,
win out a couple of 1v1s on
like
these lanes,
complex.
these choke
Just
points.
all those different things
See if you
happening
can
at
get
the
a bit
same
of a
time.
late spawn trap into play, but you don't
Yeah, you
want
got
to
like
miss
trophies
out
lingering on
on
the
what
map.
routes
It's easy on a
players are
story.
taking,
It's easy on a
otherwise
story
they can
game.
just get right back onto the zone
Where it's
like
like
this.
it's
So
just
zone for 1, make it 2.
it's only you and
Ends
it's
up
like
backside
set. The
play.
story's set. You know what I mean?
Everything from LAG defensively has
You
to
can't
happen
go
in
and
the
do
front.
shit, whatever. Yeah,
Johnny up
it's on a
top might be the
timeline.
only one who can really try to do any damage.
It's
as the
multiplayer.
trophy
It's
system
like
is down
open
and
world
Atlanta
kind
will
of,
get the
which
second
is
to
kind of is
progress.
technically.
Second
Think about
segment
it, can do
already
whatever.
locked. Only 7 lives remaining.
GG.
Players already falling. So it's on Kismet, the Bulldog, to try to make up for it. They're both gonna fall.
Nice Faze.
What headsets did he use?
First offense.
Still says no.
Segments. And I
they're
think the
sponsored by
one
them, right?
like
Oh, yes,
a
in
hiccup
fact.
Come
on
on,
the
mate.
round was
Sorry.
just the way that Atlanta were able to commit on that A point. If you're LAG, you're thinking, all right, we shut down their B play, we go cut off rock.
Yeah.
They can touch A, but they're most likely going to try to take towards offense. But no, they committed on that A push, found kills in the sink, and were able to extend that time on that point, which is the more difficult one to do. So a perfect game plan there from Atlanta. Once you hit the mid-round adjustments,
all on trial.
secure every single
But at the start of the year,
segment in first
Gataga
round.
was so gassed
just
to
kind
be
of felt
like
like
watch his
LAG were
boys
like,
play.
oh, like they're playing
by
through
now,
A.
just
They're
the
not
dope.
just gonna stay
I
there
bet
and
I don't
fall
even know
through,
if he
they
still
don't.
watch parties anymore.
But no.
I'm a gander if he's still
Do we
doing
have a
one.
look? Does Qatar
Good start
still
again
watch
for
this?
Cell.
He's probably just patch streaming his usual shit.
So I remember there was a period, I think, when they first did
And now it's LAG's turn.
team changes where
Oh, he is watching.
nowhere near as many people as it used to be,
Does
but
get nated, so has to
yeah,
wait for a
40K
little
at
while
one
longer.
Fuck it.
Trophy
Yeah.
system in front of
But,
this defense of Atlanta, trying to keep
I
them
remember at
safe,
one
but
point, he's even there,
Draza
he's on
still
a webcam.
pushed off this back
He's
position.
even there.
and
Click on it,
wide.
quick, see if he's
Good
there.
follow-up. Kismet will have LAG.
Oh,
looking
he
pretty
is there.
close
He
to
is
the
there.
zone.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I remember at one point he just started laughing watching his team. They got ran on the Skyline Hardpoint and he's just in the back with his boys just laughing.
Fuck but he's just trying to stall time. At least if you're LAG, you secured that first segment. Now you're trying to play the
No, they're definitely they're warm up screaming right now. When I got Chaz to
Kismet
drink,
is
they
able
were
to locate him.
screaming
Second
comes. So.
segment
Yeah,
is
that'll do in the
locked,
last
and
one.
LAG might be able to extend time early on.
Probably.
Yeah, looking good for it. Third tick.
Gotta be
looking
ready
likely.
10 minutes
Kismet
before.
underneath the banister will find the kill onto Simp. And yeah, 204.
Jerseys
The
on.
clock
Make
is a
you
lot
put
of
your jersey
time
on
to
2 hours
stay
before you play.
lively. Kismet looking to
Jerseys
make
on,
that a little
guys.
bit more. And Atlanta aren't able to win a gunfight anywhere on the map, and this should be some
Hold
good
on.
progress here on A.
I think you just back it on up and start stacking the point. We
Hold
know
on, they're
the
triple
three-point
stacking it.
battle. Yeah, but double
7.
stack, I think potentially a
7.
triple stack.
Why are we off
Right
the
here
point?
on A, but second segment should be guaranteed
What?
lock, but Simp is able to sleep his way on through top closed, finds a kill and almost gets out with his life, but when Slunas locates him, you still have the map control that you want. Hop instantly right back in that point.
I'm a little bit confused.
Am I fucking on net?
I'm confused. I feel bad for Mark watching this. I know what Mark gets like watching
Oh my
COD.
god, they've all ran off. They all ran off the point before they got the second tick.
I'm sure he's sitting there like,
They're on
one kill
Mahaz,
and get on the
bro.
point. We're good, but no, now there's depletion as
I'm so sick
Simple
of watching
jump on the
Pro Team
fountain,
play
Selling
control.
clears out the top windows for one.
Pro Team.
The only thing I have to
The
say
kills,
is
the
obviously
lives looking good for LAG.
it is way easier obviously with the
Oh, 100%.
The X-ray, because like you know, for example, they're the safe, so they'll do it. Whereas in their comms, they're probably like,
they just got 3 dead. Though.
Yeah. In their comms, they're probably thinking like, gonna be honest, get off it, go. I don't know. But it's obviously so much easier if you know where you can see they're good.
Yeah, usually don't have a lot of
That's my
success
only-
on that side of
only
the map,
defense
but when
from-
your SMGs are slaying to bits, catching their
there's not
time.
much.
Then I argue that the people that are good at the game
makes
mode
it a whole lot
wouldn't
easier
do
on your
that.
approach off the respawn.
Yeah, the
They
people who
know
are buried,
why.
obviously, they know when they're under
Really nice stuff from
pressure
LAG.
or when they're good or whatever else. But
Well coordinated. I like the
1-1
idea that
though.
Fellow was playing through open hall because it's playing over towards
Not
the
in Matt.
previously captured B zone. You kind of surround that top
What's
hallway
Johnny doing?
together. It works out beautifully.
That's what he was doing yesterday. Because his sleeves keep falling down.
Stuff. At this stage in the game,
why
he's
can't he
gonna
have a
to
sleeve
it.
on him? What's going on?
Haven't seen a lot of it through the first 2 matches.
They're just too big. I think it just
nice
like
moment there. We're
rubs against his arm.
Yeah.
going to see if Atlanta can do some more damage on the offensive side with trophies now.
Damn, Johnny's got to be a little bit frustrated.
Nick.
The jersey sleeves just
Well,
don't
Nick, he
wanna
was at
sit
the
on
major.
up, so he can show off the guns there.
Wait, no. Did you ever go and watch the program? Did you get
At least
You
he
didn't
gave
get
it
any
time
GA
at that
passes?
point.
We probably did, but it's a
Three in
different
a row
venue. I'm not
against
going.
this next
It's
round.
like 10,
right,
15
yeah.
minutes away from
A lot of
challenge.
success early
And
on
the
with all
venue,
the kills.
in all
A clean
fairness.
4 dead. You're already pushed
Whoa.
up towards
God
wall.
awful.
Someone's got to cut
Yeah, so I
right.
don't want to go. I saw everyone on the
The
Sunday
one
night anyway.
responsible for it has both weapons to play off of. And both nades. Kids are going to jump over to help. Crossfire setup now underway. First playthrough for Sam. The opener, but Kismet
Please,
finishes off
guys.
both. And Atlanta
Just
are
want
now
a
pretty much
3-0.
just stuck over towards bottom secret, but Kismet is tagged.
My God.
It's him.
Yeah.
You saw him. Of course you saw him.
Had to have seen
He's
him.
just going to chase him.
Easy.
He's playing the spawn
They were
kills.
fine to go through top left. I thought Kismet was going to give the calm, but
Of course he
they
gave the
able to
calm.
take care of him very, very quickly.
Yeah, my bad.
Still,
Some
not
chat.
easy.
Study's a
You've
fucking
been here,
ex-pro.
Atlanta Faze, and they only have
Once he
30
knows,
seconds
like-
to work with. They're going to get overwhelmed at that B point.
Couldn't
in
aim.
forward
I
set.
didn't stick
And
it.
now, so far, Atlanta
Well, that stuck
pushes
him.
every single time have just been scattered.
Do you know what's good dope on COD? When you
Go on.
stick a guy, like, say you get a kill and you stick one. I've got 2!
Now here we go.
You just run off, like,
Offense
you
stuff.
know you've got a
Need
free
to win
kill.
couple of key gunfights. That one will allow the clock to be paused at A.
Jamie had one on the vault
Double
hardpoint at the
some
LAN,
challenge
where he
in
killed
that
2
yet,
mid
while
door.
Lunars
Yeah.
will
And
play
threw a
up
nade at the
towards
guy on hill. And
Spiral.
he's like, I've stuck him!
So there's going
Last
to be a
guy
bit of a
mid!
push, a little bit of a surround here, but with the clock
Oh, they're all
ticking
gonna
away,
be.
Atlanta kind of feel the pressure, and they're going to just full 4-man
Great
rotate
play.
back over to B. This is brilliant.
Great play.
You kind of
That was
stop
good.
that pinch play from finding any success. LAG are lost, and they're still trying to clear
Great
space
game.
while the
Just
second
gotta do
ticket
that time on
progress is
platinum.
through. Third is going to be coming in. Contest is in for a moment. Lunar's off the pinch, but the extra 60 seconds is here. Giving
fine.
Atlanta
They got
a
again,
slow
again, it's just all
rotation.
hindsight off the
Dude,
X-ray.
I don't know what LAG
So I can obviously
doing.
see that
Like,
2
what
got
are we
through,
looking
like,
for
it really
ghosts?
is.
Like, it was all 4
Yeah, but like,
dead,
that's-
20 seconds.
I don't
Like,
see
they
LAG
haven't
making the play that
wrapped
FaZe
too
just
well
did.
at that timeline.
If that
They
makes
have to
sense.
be working the
Oh,
OE.
running across the B.
Yeah.
You give up
Yeah,
that
probably
B point for free, and now
I'm just being able to
Atlanta,
do that on
you
this
give
map.
them a
Now it's
lifeline,
going back
and
to
they
him, no
might be
point.
able to take them out here. Already have 2 kills in their favor.
Bless
Still
you.
trying to clear out their spawn. They're taking their sweet time on their approach. Find a trade on the Lunars, and even though they're down by 7 lives, they still have an opportunity here.
Sure do. This comes down to what they do with this next try to break off attempt at through well side.
God, this scoreboard,
Kismet gets a
man.
read, but does get traded
Yeah,
out.
it's just embarrassing.
9v16.
It just winds me up every time I see it, too.
Oh,
These people
he
been
sure
treated
does.
like
Raza
tweet
able
out,
to
like,
get 2.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
Fellow
no, it's
also
not-
sees
it
towards
really
Rock,
is
so
embarrassing.
BZ feels like he can make a
To
play
have a
onto the
broken
point
caster
while
at this
Sim
point of
deals
the
with
year
Lunars,
is
and
Bro,
now
so
they
Bobby,
made it,
here
and the
we
worst
go.
part is the
Sully
new
gonna
patch
put
made
some
it
pressure on
worse.
offense, second
Yeah,
ticket
you can't
progress
see the
being
control
done.
ticks and stuff,
Those
halfway
actions
time,
already
speed
inside.
bombs.
Have to flood your way through bottom.
Well, again, they're not changing anything with the
You were
caster,
thinking
so
that
why
this
is that
round was
changing?
gonna be
I
an
mean,
easy
No, I'm
one,
not
but
that.
It really makes no
Atlanta
sense.
Faze, one of the top teams that we have on hot seat
Jesus.
control. They are able to hit the adjustments,
Yeah,
the
they're good at
rotation
this
on the
map.
back end, and steal that round away there from
FaZe have to win a hatty
LAG.
defense.
All 6
Second
segments
time of
again
asking.
get secured.
For a nice little 3-0
That's
FaZe.
a confident boost of a round there for
I don't mind it.
You gotta go back
I don't
to
mind
And
the
with
it.
2
moment
series
when
in
you've got all
2
four
hours
members
on
in
good
round
pace.
A,
Really good pace.
And you maybe
10 to
have some
5.
sort of an inkling that
Let's
you're going to
finish this
split
now.
LAG
Ultra
up a
start
little bit by
by
being on the 8 point with
5:15.
less than 30
Latest,
seconds on the
5:15,
clock.
Latest.
And
Another 25 minutes.
the
latest.
thing that's crazy about that is you get off the 8 point,
Finish
all
that
4
by
of you
6,
rotate
ideally.
through, that pitch
We'll call it
never comes
6:15
out, and
latest.
then you just have an immediate stack onto B,
And
and
we're
now
out.
you're like, wait, what?
And we're out.
That's
Pint in hand by
crazy.
6:30 in a
And
bar.
even before that, like for that play to develop, it came
Not
down
gonna
to
say
a
the next
2v4
bit.
situation where Simp had to win a one-on-one.
Drinks in hand,
Gaza
though.
had to
That's
get
all that
off the
matters.
objective and catch a player off the respawn. And they
I'd really like to see. I know. I feel for my mate Javid.
make that play even possible. So
You just go from
now
a year
Atlanta
back-to-back
looking
years
for a
of
3-0
winning.
here on a beautiful Sunday. Start off with the initial
And
kill
then
on their
this is
defense.
your
They
next
read the
year.
pressure coming in from
It's
LNG through
insane.
top secret, where teams
It's
shooting
insane
each
to
other in
think
the
that
back,
like
and that's already
Priestess
through that Kismet
Skies
last one standing.
lives in Kismet.
were the second worst
what
team in the league.
What an absolute gut check play this is to just completely
fever dream.
change how this map has started to go.
It's an actual fever dream.
And LAG, you just feel like that just is going to suck the wind right out of your lungs. But still a chance to kind of break through this little bit of a spawn trap. Atlanta going to give a little bit of space, trying to play for the next wave on their own terms, but Kismet opens up onto B. That's going to be enough to stop the clock at 45 seconds.
Because...
No,
do you know what I mean?
You know how it goes, though.
Leave Kismet as
Holy
the last
fuck.
man standing. We'll allow our teammates. We're coming back to life to focus you.
And
now you're simply going to get outnumbered. The trade comes in from Atlanta. 35
I don't even know, Tom.
Was that waitlist thing
LAG
true?
are banking on this well, but this is probably not going to work here.
Well,
That'd be the wildest rumor made up. The way
Johnny able to follow up, but no.
From being pro in Valorant.
And it's the last leg attempt here for
That's
LAG.
still wild.
No, Tom's asked the thing in chat. I'm going to be. I don't have a clue what it is.
Just comes down to how much damage can Kismet
What game was
create
2020?
waiting for help to get here.
Cold War?
Slide out. Kismet can't even win the first
2020 was
one
Cold
against
War.
Straza with a
48
sub.
hours.
Foul-up eliminations
I
are
don't
good for
remember doing that.
Faze. Last 13
I
seconds.
I had two teams all year. I had Elevate and that one before with Cal and before Harry
Nail
left.
and confidence. LAG has to dive into A.
Gotta get on the A point. Fellows just trying to play the contest corner on the top side of the well, but he is going to fall, and Atlanta are going to be able to walk away with a clean 3-0.
Oh yeah,
Here
it
in
was
this
ending 19.
series. Puts them
It
at
started
2-2
in
so
19 and
far
then went to
in the
2020 just
stage.
after like
So have an
the return of the
opportunity
year.
to contest for winners bracket.
But again,
Was that the PvP
LAG
Connor team that you had to play
another
on?
one to a tally. Another
No,
on the books.
no.
Oh, it would have been with Afro, no? So I played him like a little bit and he went to the good team.
You know,
Was that after that 2K they
when
went?
Lunars has picked up half
Surely
the
not.
year.
So. We
You
didn't
know,
win.
when he gets into that team,
No, no.
like it was obviously very clearly
Might be
not
them.
working.
Honestly, I
You
haven't
have
got
to
a
make
clue,
change
Tom.
again all over again.
Misty, what's good, my boy?
If you were to go back,
Might have been the one
for
with
those that are
Afro.
avid fans that watch
Afro,
Challengers on Wednesdays
Callum,
and
Connor,
Thursdays, and
maybe,
rethink
something
about
like
how
that.
Lunars played at the beginning of the year,
Back to back
how he's
3-0s,
played
we asked
up
for
in
it.
Yeah.
Challengers
Hey,
until
one
this
more of
year,
them
like, in the
would
last
do
3
nicely.
titles.
Hyper
It
boom,
just feels like
yeah.
he's playing really cautious, really patient.
Yeah,
and then you
Ewan,
get a new
yeah.
mix. You get Fellow and Johnny into the mix.
Yeah, I
and
think that was you and
both
Afro.
are, again, have been dominating in Challengers until they get picked up to LAG. It's not coming together.
Again, it's proof of what we were saying about
obviously
players
the
being really good in
state
challenges.
of
It's so
the
team
LAG camp
dependent.
is pretty much broken
Johnny,
without
unbelievable
being
in
able to make
challenges.
playoffs, but even
Lunas
just,
looks
like,
unbelievable in
thinking about what
challenges.
this team
It
could stick together
happens
for
everywhere.
like EWC, you don't feel good about that either. So it's just like crazy scenes. I'm frozen, Jay. I'm frozen.
You're
What's he
frozen,
doing?
Alan,
He's
and
frozen, mate.
basically
He is
the same
speaking.
thing with LAG. Those
Ah.
guys' gameplay is frozen. They cannot figure out a W.
Don't do
Most
that on
likely
the
this would not be
broad.
the roster going into
Why has he got
EWC,
shades
but
on?
go ahead,
Anyone
Des,
know,
take it away.
He always does it. He always does it.
He's hungover. I've seen that trick
We got
before.
Atlanta Faze getting the job done with the 3-0 as expected. LAG struggle
you're
bus
famous.
continues.
You're close.
How do
You're
we
close,
feel
Gabe.
about
I'm getting
Hardpoint
there.
and
You're
control?
close.
I'm getting there.
I guess it's just one of those wins.
It's
that,
just
like,
the wild part.
You got the job done. You won a 3-0
Like
because
that.
like LAG had pushed like Rocker to a game 5, not their great team. Like
Yeah, it is
Miami to a game
crazy
5. They've been battling some teams as of late. I think it's just one of those
Yeah,
wins. It's not like the
yeah.
most impressive when you think about the team they're beating, but like it's a clean 3-0.
Well, they beat, Miami in 2 hard points, took a hard point off of Minnesota as well. So I think the hard point was very impressive. The control, Atlanta, you can see this a mile away.
Yeah.
Atlanta's
There's an
an
eye
unbelievable
condition.
control team.
Oh.
Arguably the best in the world at it,
Okay.
Thieves.
Oh.
And, but
He
going
just
back to the
mocked
hard
him
point,
really
I think
bad.
that's my biggest
Oh,
takeaway.
sorry,
It's the
mate.
transition
Sorry
period of
for that.
Bills, how much better they were.
Sorry,
And for
Chris.
them, that has to be the emphasis going
No, it's
forward.
all good,
But
mate. Like, you've
coming
shown
to
your
this one,
true
we
colours
kinda knew
today.
this
Nah, I
would
don't be doing all that.
DoorDash 3-0.
We were thinking that'd probably be the case. And
Let's get some
maybe a
music
little
on,
more,
like, just-
I don't say I'm
I
impressed
can. I
because
wish.
this is
like,
go-to for Faze.
just
I wish I
for
could
us,
start
just for us
bopping a
then.
bit.
Just for us, and then I'll sing it for him.
No, I can't do that.
Why?
It's not how it works.
Just for us.
Yeah,
It doesn't come on the
not how it
stream.
works.
Just mute your
Yeah, you go
Chrome
down and you bring it back, went down 3-5 or whatever.
and let me sing it to him.
It's hard to gas it too much because like LAG's not a great team.
They'd love that.
Yeah.
But you get the 3-0. Back to
I heard that you
Bro, I fucking
settle down. Would that get? I'm a good singer, obviously. Would that get?
don't
copyrighted or?
It's going to come down to a match.
I can try it.
Like,
Yeah, I know. I think
really
Faze is a
Who
team
else
that like they
can-
don't
John
care
DePaul,
who they play, like,
I can
you
do
know,
that
like
one.
Crowder, the
I might
players,
go.
They're probably like, we don't care who play round 1.
Why
The
are
fact
you
is
a
if
Sean
wanna win a
Paul,
major,
my
you need to be able to beat
leader?
everyone.
I'm gonna give
But,
it to you.
like,
I'm
I
gonna give it
think
to you.
deep down,
Come
you
on,
don't want that
guys.
surge round 1. Like you don't want
You
to
don't.
have that
That's it,
situation
copyright.
again.
Yeah.
So maybe have a better just result here.
What I was talking to you about in the green room, though, I think is important. I think these types of matches versus the bottom teams are actually big for
Not even
Atlanta
Fellow's fault,
because
man.
they
It's that
can
whole
really
team just
rehearse
like
and practice
you
those,
look at it
like,
on
last
paper
20
and you
seconds
say
of
that it wasn't
hills
going to work.
in an actual
Yeah,
match,
and then
get comfortable in like how
like,
they want to play it. And
it just
guy
makes
about to
zero
interview
sense.
Beezy made a huge play there.
You know, I don't have a lot of money in my bank account
Makes
after
zero
buying a
sense.
house, but I would bet it all that Atlanta Faze wins the next major because you said they do not have a championship caliber hardpoint. Beezy, did you hear the blasphemy? These two said you guys are not in a situation where you could walk away with a trophy.
I said your hard point's not big enough. So Beezy, hey, Maven here. Hi, bud. Listen, you and I talk a lot. You know, a big fan of you guys, great players and all. Why do we have to do this every goddamn year when you just have your hard point? It's just shit. Why does it happen every year?
They won by 100 points.
I know you won this one, but what's going on? How are you working to improve it?
I mean, I just think we were overthinking a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
with a
that.
fresh mindset,
Everyone
and,
who,
I mean,
again, the thing I
feel
talk
like we
about with
played
LG, I
pretty
played
good
SNE too much. Like, they
I
played
loved
before
it.
the scrimmage.
When you say
The worst thing you
overthinking,
can do in
I
COD
wanted
is start
that a little
overthinking and
bit,
tweaking.
'cause
It's
looked like
the
you were
worst.
letting loose on some of
Just
these
creates more and
rotations,
more
like,
issues.
kinda
COD is
making it
so
chaotic for the other
kill
team, the
dependent.
repins
You
had
can
on
make the
fences,
exact
and then we
same
see
play
you do it
back-to-back
right
maps,
after. Has
same
that been
map,
something
back-to-back
you guys
days.
have talked about in
One time it works,
practice,
one it
like
doesn't, because you
you
when you
two
go and fight or you don't, or you get
specifically
stunned
need
or
to
you
be
don't.
the guys
There's-
to get a little bit more
He will
aggressive,
tweak
put
it and
teams in
ruins
blender
it.
and take
That's
those
why Ryan and Joe are
risk.
so good, such good coaches. We're trying because
Oh, yeah,
they don't
100%.
tweak
I feel
it.
like in
They
this
rarely
game, when you're
ever
in people's
bring up any
faces, I feel
situation
like
ever.
it just makes the game so much harder for them. So, yeah, it's definitely something we've been practicing.
I've had other coaches that ask me why I'm slide cancelling a certain spot. Like,
Yeah,
but
but
when you
that's
start
the
tweaking like that,
difference. That's the
Are you looking
difference.
forward
Like,
to DreamHack?
I'm not saying that's what Faze
Oh,
coaches
yeah,
do.
I
Obviously,
mean,
the
I feel
crowd
like
is
everyone's
obviously
been
insane.
talking
Like,
about that
Red
event. I
insane.
feel like
There
it's
is
gonna
certain
be a really
coaches
fun
that
event.
over-tweak on COD so
Final
much, thinking it's
question,
like a
I did
science.
this yesterday with Envoy,
In
and
the
he
day, if someone's
nailed
getting
it for
killed,
me. We have one match left.
It's mental, the difference.
Who is going to be coming out on top of
but no
this
coach.
next one?
There's a reason why you're a coach and not a player. You should be telling me how to play mechanically what to do.
No, but
Toronto, Minnesota. Who you got?
Well, that's just brain dead.
Toronto,
Any names?
Minnesota?
no, no names.
I'm going to go with Toronto. 3-0.
Toronto. Game 4?
I think a 3-1 or 3-0.
3-1, 3-0.
lad.
All right, the pros are leading me to the prediction championship. Thank you, Abizi.
Good lad.
No problem.
Yes, the Ultra XP is bugged.
appreciate you, man.
Use the chat box
Shared my
on
notes
the
as
thing.
I got lost in this.
Yeah, okay.
So we got to go play the game. It goes by hazard. If you're looking in a mirror, Draza. If you're looking straight at it, walk me through these guys' performances. Look at the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, this just,
I think it's
Draws
tweaky for
massive
everyone,
guys,
to be fair. I don't
55,
think it's just for one
finesses,
person. I
like,
think it is
near
for
the bomb-
everyone.
Near the bomb, just waiting for him. He knows that the engagement's going to be coming in, and he's like, I'm up against a rook, bro. Let me just run at him, absolutely take the one. But you can see Lunar shakes, get shot in the back. He got scared, literally physically, in that fight. I love seeing that.
Jump scares in game. You love to see it. The smiles as it's another 3-0 for Atlanta.
Yeah, I
Faze.
know.
We
Be
come
okay,
back.
mate.
It is the match. I thought it was Toronto.
No gas on my name next to me, but I'll take it all day, man.
Strange.
Don't go anywhere. It's the CDL.
Bro, Nero's skill ceiling is ridiculous, bro.
His floor is horrendous, though.
I won't say it's horrendous, but
They lost.
He
They
did-
lost the fam.
no, but that's, I don't think that's his flaw. His
Oh
flaw.
no, definitely not.
The disparity
team,
between
sorry,
yeah,
the team's floor.
the disparity between his floor and ceiling is mad. Like it is crazy, but his ceiling is fucking insane.
Visit scuff.co/CDL for your chance to win the Road to
Like, he's
Chance
one,
giveaway.
some of the shots he
And join
hits
us
and
at
like
CDL
snaps and
Chance.
reaction there, that is ridiculous, honestly.
The esports
Tell me
World
what they are
Cup
rocking
is
it
an
like.
official partner of the
Yeah.
Call of
I thought he
Duty
was
League.
cheating in Vanguard when he started Vanguard when I
Duty
first
League
moved
is
to
brought
America,
you
like
by
on the
Monster
academy team.
Energy,
I remember
the
scrimming him and I
official
couldn't kill
energy
him.
drink of the
Yeah, I thought
CDL.
he was cheating genuinely. And then the year MW2 year when I got put in the same time Ben did.
Yeah.
And then they got 4th for that first the major 3.
Yeah, they beat you for like, and then you beat them. No.
They beat in the qualifiers. That's when he like.
Yeah.
But at the actual LAN they got 4th, but they lost to us game 5. Should have really been up 2-0. We came out like 5-3 map 2. Lost to us game 5, then beat Optic. Well, beat Optic round 1 when Ben did the fucking when he had the blinder on the S&D. Ben Beans.
Yeah.
And then they lost Optic in winners, but then they got rid of Nero.
Yeah, but that was politics, wasn't it? That wasn't.
I don't think so. It was just
there. Apparently, so what is for Kremp, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't.
Apparently, Kremp was going. Apparently, Kremp was. They were going to lose him.
Yeah,
if they
but
didn't
like
put him
you
in.
just got top 4. Your best placement,
Well,
I'm
again,
pretty sure, as a
I
franchise.
I
and
don't
they just
think
got rid of
that's
Nero,
their
and then they
fault.
were just terrible for the rest of the year.
I know, that's just Boston Breach for you.
Turn
I
this
guess.
up.
You're an idiot.
Turn it up. Have you seen that clip? The TikTok where the guy
Turn it
comes
up.
walking out. Turn it up. Sorry, I don't know.
No,
This-
trust me. I've been
this
on
gunster's hitting me.
the TikTok a lot.
This gunster's hitting. I saw the Chiesa, the trailer layout. I don't know any of that stuff.
You don't know any of it?
No.
Do you know about John Paul?
'Cause I'm not a weirdo.
Do you know about John Paul?
No, none of that stuff.
Oh.
But I heard Chiesa doing the trailer layout, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what that is.
You have no idea?
Nope. Do you know why? You know why. I can't say it, but you know why.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
No. We're gonna pull them up, and you're gonna try and tell me what their names are. Think about it.
But it's all gonna be in Italian.
No, I'll show you the pictures, mate, not the text. Here we go.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know Italian for these animals.
I promise you. Yeah, but some of them are more obvious than others, right?
Okay.
So,
this is gonna be really embarrassing.
So
this is gonna be really embarrassing.
Wait, let me do this, because otherwise it'll. Okay. So what's that one? You're not gonna get this one. I'll keep it a buck.
I mean, I was gonna say it looks like Ben Bance. It's like the big nose thing. I mean, what animal even is it? It's obviously a species of monkey, but
yeah, it's the monkey that goes. Huh.
Yeah, it's a honky honky.
No, do you know what his actual name is?
Go on.
Bert Patapim.
Bert Patapim.
Patapim.
Okay.
Okay, next. What do you think that one is?
It's a shark with a
shark
on a plane. Crocodile. Sorry,
yeah.
A crocodile on a plane. Is that what it is? On a fighter jet.
Kinda, yeah.
Crocodilo Armadillo.
Bombardillo Crocodillo.
Okay, I'm close.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
close.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Bombardillo is
You
like a
got a bit
bomber.
of tech,
It's
you
a
got a bit
bomber
of tech.
plane. It's a bomber plane. Okay.
Then, what do you think that one is? Obviously, you've seen this one.
Oh, that's the Tralaleo.
Tralala.
Yeah.
I can't remember what one that is.
Coconutto Vivodillo. Something like that.
Sure. Well, what do you think this one is? I know what this one is.
It's a gorilla or an ape. What's he wearing?
It's a banana.
Pelio Grillo.
It's Chimpanzini Bananini.
Okay, I'm not far off.
No, that's what I'm
Pelio
saying.
Grillo.
And then this one, because of the game.
Is that a cactus with an elephant head?
That is a cactus with an elephant head.
Cacti elephant.
For some reason, I can't tell you why, it's like Lalia. Couldn't tell you why.
Mine's better.
Yours is actually better.
Cacatio elefio. Right, so that was pointless. Thanks,
Come on
Jade.
then, Jen. It's fine, mate. I'm
Thanks,
educating
Jade.
on TikTok.
Really good stuff there.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. I got you.
And do you know what's mad now?
Yeah.
I'm going to go on TikTok and some of them are going to pop up because my phone is listening to me.
You should.
I promise you. I promise you. I've never seen one of them TikToks ever. I guarantee one comes up now when I next scroll.
Maven, Nameless, we got a decent one. You said it was going past 3 maps. Toronto Ultra is playing Minnesota Rocker. Are they a real threat tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think like
It's a 3-0,
matchup-wise,
mate.
maps-wise, what these teams like to play is fireworks. Like they're going to be playing some skylines, some vaults. Like Toronto's just going to square with Minnesota. And when we've seen this in the past, like the maps that Minnesota like to play, they've lost to Toronto, right? So Toronto are in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, I see like
Don't worry about it, Jam Scott. If you don't know the TikTok rain drop, then that's on you. Wait, let me give it a few scrolls on TikTok.
They were the hottest teams going in, and I think you can make the same argument right now. They are in the best form they've been all year.
Give it a few scrolls.
This is one of the teams that's going to be a favorite going into the next major.
There you go.
Like that. You look
Let's
forward, not back.
They were already coming off a great placing with
Look at
Beans,
him.
right?
Can't be
And
real.
in the next
Cannot
stage,
be
their
real.
Hardpoint
Patabeam.
became electric with Beans
Where's the next
in
one?
We get to land and Mercules comes in and yes, dude,
More,
he rose to the occasion. The
Patabeam.
Hardpoint
And there's
was
tung, tung,
unreal, and
tung,
they're able to
tung,
make
tung,
like that
sahur.
similar losers bracket run they had with Beans. But the search did fall off a little bit. And I think that is in part due to one, not having a full roster, but also not having Beans who makes a lot of play calls in search and destroy. So for them, I think that's what they need to get better at throughout this split, is getting back to like stage 1 search that they had. Then they can win a championship.
I'd say the greatest asset of Toronto, they don't lose to teams that are worse than them. If you look at the standings, they seem to always take the edge.
God,
Teams are higher
man.
than on the leaderboard. And Minnesota Rocker is a good 6 spots below them. Minnesota still knocking on the door of desperation
That got me bad.
time. But 40 points out, it is looking gloomier and gloomier every day. You went to a game 5 against LAG, you barely pulled it off.
This isn't game 5, I'm afraid. It's game 3-0, and we're out here by
The one
6.
silver lining, I think, for Minnesota.
Wouldn't mind it.
there are a lot of similar strengths when it comes to maps. So you're going to get like 2 of your top 3 hard points. You're going to get a control that you will really like to play.
I need like a Ben Beans masterclass.
That's about the only thing I take from this. Like, you are not the favorite of the series at all.
I need an AR diff, Ben Beans.
But you get good maps. I mean, that's the biggest thing to me.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like if you're picking Minnesota this series, that's what you're looking at is the maps and mode combination that they're going to square up on. But then also like the last time that
Hi,
these
Rich
guys
May.
played
I may.
Right, so you're gonna need bigger. Yeah, you're gonna need bigger performance from Kenny. He was the guy who did get shut down in this series versus Toronto.
Kenny's got drip. I like
really the ARs in general. So I think Gio's been sensational in Hardpoint. The last 6 days been playing so well. Kenny, if we can get a bigger performance from him here, then Minnesota have a great chance.
We get a box craft last week. We didn't. We see that Aroma. We didn't see the Vancouver one, to be fair. Hold on, we should do boxes.
Yes. No, I mean, honestly, overall, this best of 5, it doesn't get much better for Minnesota. The problem is it's also very
Bomba
good for
Clark.
Toronto is like better in the things that Rocker are good at. And I think what might hurt the most, like, they just play more mistake-free.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's not great.
The difference here, though, is the rewind S&D has looked really good for Rocker.
Sure. You're not doing that, I promise you. I'm loading in again more than 33.
And then the rewind Hardpoint, I mean, Esther and Nero were unbelievable in the
I played to lose, but I'm getting more than 33.
I think this map set does work.
I want to sell winnable series. It is, I guess, technically.
Scuff pick 'em, Toronto 3-0. Bam, go.
I'm going to go Game 5, Toronto Ultra.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm going Toronto, too. I told you.
Please don't go
Minnesota
Game
lost
5.
to Vegas, they were dead to me.
Miles a chance.
You.
There's the sweater.
Thoughts on Miles' haircut right now?
He's got the purple sweater. The sweater, baby.
He's trying to leave. He's trying to escape that situation. I think we all were. Well done, Ashworth. You got catcalled at work. HR calling him?
Justice for Kenny. Oh, God.
I don't know if we have that department anymore. I don't know. Maven's the exact same on and off camera. Always a fun time hanging out with him. Not a fun time having to play against Toronto Ultra on Skyline. We watch Minnesota.
Come on then.
Play this
Skyline, I'll put map 1. Bang out.
And they lost to
250. Hey, if I get this correct score, all my drinks tonight are on you. Correct score, like actual correct.
No.
Okay, but it's you know, odds of that.
What do I get in return then?
Well, you can guess one too, and then all drinks from me.
Okay.
Like exact score: 250, 179.
Okay, I was gonna go 250, 156.
I'm with it.
If somebody one of us nails this, by the way, that's impressive.
That is.
How it goes,
I wonder what the odds are of that. How many combinations of score there is?
This glorious Mother's Day, the 11th of this month.
I mean, the actual number, mate. Thanks, mate.
If we're going 252 for them, there's 250 options.
What am I going out of time?
Once again, Minnesota playing a purple team. This time round, though, Ultra will
really
be
wound me up there. I can't say it, but anyway, let's go.
And well, Rocker having fantastic nades off the rip as well. You saw that actually.
250, 179. I said. What did you say? 5.6?
156.
Yeah. 179,
caught him
156.
Won a couple gunfights. Get Kenny inside the time, and as good as it gets. And Gio lighting the kill feed with 2.
Oh my God.
Man,
whoa!
We're not doing buffering, are we?
Dropped a 1.2. By the way, gunfights absolutely.
Just 4 off the rip.
I don't mind this. I need them to build a bit of a score up. I need 179
his
from
boys back in time.
Yeah, I went a bit low.
I could do without a Hellstorm though. Hellstorm would be a bit easy.
Oh.
Pressure was there. Lovely teamwork again off the rip here, Rocker. This has been a good start. Esther Ruiz hot coming into this one screaming and Kleenex fighting their respective kills.
Game's
gone. Everyone's got fucking AR out.
For P2.
Oh yeah, that sounds so bad, mate.
Folks. Rocker's start at least about to evaporate.
Honestly, that class that Fire uses is one I was using before. They went back unreal bad. No, honestly, I'm the same. Like, I hate it, but the class without muzzle and recoil screen, the normal one, is horrible.
Doesn't go his way though, and look at that 4 down. Miles, we watched this map yesterday. LAG,
Fire.
4-man wipe. He'll get broken
What
5
else?
seconds later.
He's got stock
Do we think Toronto is that kind of team?
Straight shooter.
Well, we're about to find out.
Sure, he doesn't have recoil screen.
I don't think he does.
Solid, no trophies in place. Kleenex. On the right-hand side.
It is always 200 P3. You are wrong. I remember saying that as well yesterday.
Kleenex over the top picks up 2.
Am I wrong for thinking Ultra
Beans
usually
makes
white?
it a third. They're not
It depends. So I learned this.
Yeah, I know it depends who they play, but
Oh!
Kleenex, you love you some Skyline, don't you?
You're just laughing at him.
No, I'm more meant. It depends on the home and away fixture.
Yeah.
Ultra on the right, they'd be white.
You can breathe a sigh of relief,
If
but that is
Rocker on the
Ultra.
ley'd be purple. They're purple.
Hey, perfect full 60. Congratulations.
Underground ground right will do it. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? Put me in a team.
People roast him for being too slow, but he is buying guys like Kleenex.
Ed the mode on a route. Dead.
You give a guy like Kleenex or
Give him 2. Dead. Ed Nat mode. Give him 3. He's challenging that. Ed Nat mode.
Facilitating this development. Clean and easy break.
Oh, he's got no
ammo.
ammo.
Gets a team kill rolling through from Rocker, so be happy to create some white time, but ultimately still, you got Ultra applying the pressure.
It's the right shade of white time for Minnesota Rocker right now, and now it's gone purple. So in we go inside, trying to cut the back line open.
There we are, Benjamin.
Oh, a nice 2 with your pistol.
Oh!
Over to Jodo Seeves, who does exactly the same thing.
Flippies. Oh, they gave 1 split though.
They're cleaning up so
I think they know it, but
once the dishes are done, they'll go to bed. That's on the right-hand side of the minimap, and that's where we go to next.
It's also super heads-up spawn awareness. You can actually just see on the minimap how ahead of the game Toronto is. They might not break the spawns, but they spawn one player out.
I'll do your job for you.
That's alright, mate. Sorry, I'll just watch
what's going on at any given point. Communication always effective. Rocker,
no P4 break. Hold on.
So far, they still are maintaining those right side spawns. They got P1 pushed up, so a good hold here, and you're back in the game.
I was actually doing that. I was just putting it out there, putting it in the atmosphere. Stay up, you're blocking. Oh, you're not blocking. Game's great. Game's really good. Game's really good. Really good, actually. Just spawn back there again. So that's great now.
Is it?
It's fixed on the last patch.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, they can fix a jump. But
my game's absolutely busted, but they can block that.
Podcast is broken. Spawns are fucking broken.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you can fix a jump for me, lad. Cheers.
I mean, credit to Rocker.
You can't wallbang P3 on rewind anymore as well.
Ultimately, Joe just outplays him.
Then if you do, you can do
the whole the square.
The square, yeah. You should have to wallbang the entirety of it, where the bin was.
Why we can see why Ultra are so good on this map. A tough spot for Rocker to have to play there.
Second set.
Score's looking really good for me, right?
It is. This is about
but Toronto might be one of the worst P1 teams.
That's fine. Build up the score. Build up the score, Rocker. Build it.
Where? That's it. Now looking at another potential spawn flip. That's Ultra's name of the game right now. They've got themselves P1. Ahsoka is good.
Oh, did you see the P2 spawn on Vault yesterday?
I'm guessing that back hill just spawn like.
So Siege was literally next to the tank.
You make sure you get the
They
boys
spawned
off
behind
time.
him on the tank.
P1 for Rocker.
Oh, literally deep back.
Literally
deep back into it, yeah.
They need to make sure they win this rotation though too. 22 seconds to go.
I think it was a white time
You have
spawn.
those left side spawns. You cannot allow Ultra.
But it was like half a second between him touching. The only explanation.
A power position. For the man with the name.
Joseph, not dead.
Kills, not going to be there. Spawns are still good in the back here for Rocker. The pressure's not enough to break.
How we doing, my boy?
Oh, baby. The Ben no
60-point lead. Take that.
Take it. Considering the kills as well.
This could be a fantastic turnaround. Kleenex throws some mean straight.
Got a chance to build up a bit of a score here though. Nero needs another one.
Honestly,
really delay.
I'll roll with that.
Oh,
kills, a burst of confetti pops out, and we hear a yay as Nero gets to be the man for this pushed out, trying to fry. Unfortunately, runs into a jackal at that range.
Oh, Coin, I like the play. I like the play. I like the play call. It's a great play call.
Trying to play keep away, win the first 2 gunfights. BC Ultra already backing him down and out of time.
Oh
my God, finesse.
Do what you can, Joe. Holy shit. That's wound me up. That's wound me up. Full snuck in. No idea.
He
just jumped down wide.
15 seconds. So much time given away. So as good of a
did they hit this though?
Not quite the perfect full 60 they were looking for.
Yeah, a hold, but their hands off the wheel. You're not wrong.
Out, got one.
Final 10 now as Rocker. They might finally get broken out here.
Oh, they're gonna get flown out on you though, Jamie.
Oh hell no.
And you are gonna get a little bit more of that scrap. Keeps the lead.
Oh, how's he alive? 6 HP.
Get that trophy on you, son. There we go.
Minnesota Rocker on the break to P3 again.
Don't mind that, Char. Don't mind that, Char. Just a nade, lovely. Just delay.
Nero though gonna be able to get the trays. It is a trade fest around the time.
They break it though. They break it though.
Five in the pinch.
Gives you an extra 2.
4 spawn.
That's a questionable one.
Oh, it's 2 of them spawn in.
That's a questionable one.
He made it to piano.
The mini-map's mental.
Nero's trying to keep it under lock and key, so a mini-map that is looking wild.
Mini-map is crazy.
Who's going to come out on top of this one? Still remains to be chaos.
Limit that.
Somehow end up with the spawns in the end.
A blessed moment for Minnesota. Can they do anything with it?
It's a good last 20. I'll take this 20.
Point time. It's going to be a 15 seconds going the
way
of
the looking real good for me again.
Solid opportunity here. To hold
This score's looking real good for me.
Score's looking really nice for you.
You said what once?
Into the hard point
I
we
said
now go
156.
Minnesota Rocket. They're all tucked
You're
up
next.
there in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
cooked.
Just get to 179 somehow, and I promise you I'm having an insane night.
Chaos, but you are perfectly set up now for this
I'm
new
not
time.
coming out.
Gio's got grass.
I'll drag you out. I'll drag you out by your feet. In a wheelbarrow or something. I'm not arsed.
There we go. Nero makes safe.
Wait, they broke it.
lane.
They've both of them out.
Downstairs, the lineup not going to cause anything.
Yes, come on.
They're gonna get more.
It's
They're
still
gonna
on.
get more than 9 points.
It's still on.
Surely they get more than 9. I think I've nailed this. I'm dead serious.
You might have.
It's contested.
It's gonna go to P1.
Still. To the front, we're going to try to hit this
on the
one.
back table,
Nero
I
from
love it.
upstairs as well. The 2-2
Don't people
split.
call this inside?
2 up, 2
Do
down.
they?
Who's going to get there first?
Oh, they're getting broke.
You had like a patio set up.
Oh, they're getting
rolling
broke.
through from the AR players at Toronto. So a moment of insanity. The only
so
reason
you're-
why
the time.
so you're done.
the hole is Kenny, the man that was on
Yeah.
the patio furniture, was the first one to die. And ultimately, I think they
Oh,
bailed
Nick,
themselves out
man.
and sort of handled
Okay,
the
it's all right.
mixiness.
You're out
So,
of the question.
you know,
No
obviously
free
it's
drinks
gonna
for game.
be
Here we
for
go.
Rocker,
Just.
but similar to that first
Oh no, that's
P2.
even. They're getting a lot for me though now. They're getting a lot for me now.
Staying in the game, I mean, a 20-point.
Don't you dare buffer on me.
So I was wrong about the 100-point difference prediction. Rocker having a little bit of
We're gonna
fight.
get
but
over
still
my
playing
time
along
as
with
well.
it.
Yes.
Well, third set, once again, Ultra leading.
Keep
going
him off
into
the
this
hill.
one.
Love
It
this,
looks
Toby.
like
Great
Gio
play.
tagged Kleenex back,
Great play,
in
Coin. Keep
bedrooms.
playing.
This
Jimmy,
is
you
a
can't get
very
time yet.
fun play, Cameron.
Oh, the
that's
timing on that.
unlucky.
Man.
He knows it as well. It's a great opportunity to get some time.
Going the way of Ultra for the
Trying to
second.
get behind the chairs. It's not working.
Break attempt good. Rocker are in.
Hold on.
Oh, 3 dead
Another knee
again.
as well.
And Kenny now trying to push those spawns, but it's going to be a good
Hold on.
opportunity here for Ultra. Trying to get them out of time. Hold on to this one. Nero. The old poke.
Yes.
A little bit of chip damage indeed. More
Now
than
he's
chip.
needing ultra.
No!
Oh my god.
I was more about it going on 1 to 9, but yeah, no one that kills as well.
Spree, but not enough to break spawns.
And not just yet. I mean,
It's-
they're trying.
everyone's
This has
negative
been
apart from
great.
Jamie.
So good job, P1. Rocker might
Not
end up taking the lead on
great.
this time as well. They just can't break down
Nero,
the
what did I say
line.
about him?
Last
His
man standing,
ceiling's
Joe
crazy.
Deceives, shredded.
His ceiling is
Nero
crazy.
gets it. There's the spawn break, and Minnesota Rocker
Big boy, what's
might
good,
just
man?
make me eat my words. They got the leads. They got the
Always run
spawn.
there.
They
Like
can
it.
win it on this B2.
Yummy over the top. And Kenny now in time.
Oh my god.
That's big.
They're blessed.
Second.
That's
Oh,
big.
the
Joe, you've got
spawns
to get one. You've got to get one.
You have got a big moment here. Doesn't check the low stairs. Doesn't manage to get inside of time just yet. But this could be it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Toby's
Toby's
Somebody
not
in
through
the
from the
window.
window.
Somebody in the window, Joe.
This
guy's Oh my god. He's licked. He's licked. And they flip out.
Yeah,
That
the
window,
Kleenex
that's a
is
big
godlike,
ballsy
dude.
play, that,
I mean,
doing that
making a
window
double
jump
piece
too.
in that
Nice.
moment, forcing the pressure
Someone get
towards
white,
the back.
please.
Ultra are overwhelming. And how about that for a break? And now Estriel trying to be the front man on the squad. Great tags, great damage, but trying to find the opening towards the back, waiting for his teammates to group. The hit has to be good, and they're making it happen now.
Wait,
this
team
time
shot.
has the sub to do it. 2-2 trade in the feed in last men standing. Look to be Minnesota Rocker.
We're going to see another
And
lead
they're gonna
change,
row.
and we're going to see a very, very
White
closely
man.
contested hard point going into third. Wow.
It's gonna be a 10-point game.
Nero,
Pretty much.
what a moment. 2 waves of insane kills. Gets him to
And again.
36. Here we go to Kitchen.
If Ultra win this, it's tippable.
I don't
The
even know if
kills
this
are
game's
mental.
in on Kitchen. I think the rotation might be a factor as well. So you got on the mini map, Kenny taking deep rounds.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately for Kenny, his team getting picked apart on one end, but he
They're gonna
wins
flip,
the
though.
gunfight and flips the spawns.
Oh, it's
So
just
maybe
sweaty.
long term, Kenny made the play.
Oh,
Oh,
one.
he might have. Nero cuts down inside through mid. Nero, another 2. Kenny on the break.
If you
Rocker
read
in.
display, it's fine.
They don't have the flip, dude.
Huge
These are
kill.
spawns
Can't.
from hell. Ultra gonna hit
But
this
these
from
spawns are
every
mental.
side.
4 dead again.
Look at that 4-man wipe, and now
Okay,
they
one,
got
you can
the
stay out,
You've
buddy.
got a perfect
You can
setup.
stay out.
Where's one going? Where's one going?
Stay out.
Absolute
You stay for it, Joe.
best.
And
Stay
here
out,
we
though.
go. Ultra trying to hold on. Beans
Do what
trying
you
to
can.
make the play. Push the reinforcements. He gets a little bit
Did 8
of
spawn
intel.
there?
Kleenex in a close corner and another hardpoint break. You've got
Did 8
kills.
just spawn there?
Oh, Kleenex finds another.
Oh, Toby!
Some personal with the jack.
They win on this. They win on this. Look at 3.
Spawns again.
Oh, please tell me they read it. They do read it.
Again, but
They're not
you
ready
can
for
win
game.
it
They
here
have to hit
Toronto.
ult.
Yeah, you gotta get
Wait,
the
they read
break.
it.
I mean, someone has
Oh,
to go
no.
for Rocker
First one
overboard
with.
this time. You don't have time to waste. It's 247, 246.
They win, they get the
You can't
tick.
make it to time,
Oh my
and it ends
God.
on a
Holy
P3. Holy smokes, what a game of Skyline.
What's that game at Skyline, boys and girls?
They almost lost that to themselves,
Start
bro.
of this series
Dreams
already
Spencer left right
electric.
rhubarb.
Both teams bringing the goods.
Holy
That
shit.
minimap was
I mean, dude, that
so
was...
sensational,
Ednat
man.
mode.
What's going on today? What's the deal?
Ben can make that play. I think he did spawn them in because Ben can can make that play, but he has to time it to where they're all off score.
He just needs someone
at
blocking.
its absolute best.
And here we go. Ultra trying to hold on. Beans trying to make.
That's wild. Because 3 is blocking. Based on where you have to be. It's 4 as well.
Skyline at its absolute best.
And here
Pushing front hill, you shouldn't really push out of. Even though he's not pushed out far, 4. Faze is running up the stairs. Fucking hell, mate. It's a mixture of him and 4, I'm pretty sure, and 2, because they're literally staring at the other spawn. 2 is
Yeah,
like
they're just doing both, aren't they?
2 is staring at the white
only
spawn.
open spawn.
Yeah, but 3 is blocking. 3 is in a fine spot to block, but they've just like...
That's what I mean, they're just doing too much.
22-point difference. Nero does
Win's a win, though.
in the kills count, 40 and 34. And Kenny right there in the slaying department as well. So the KD's not too shabby for Minnesota, but ultimately Ultra.
And everyone negative apart from Toby, and you win a map. Take that.
P4 hold so much more time, and when they don't have these things going for them, they're just so annoying. Even like the final P2 mods, when like Minnesota Rocker did all 4 players, or like they kill 3. Joe Deceives is the last man standing over towards White Steps. He wins 1 gunfight and just strips away an extra 5 or 6 seconds. Like all of these annoying little gunfights, annoying little ideas just build up and accumulate over time. I think that's the big
Rich, what's good, my boy?
Almost everything right.
I think the one you were talking about with Joe was running loud.
Another
So
week
the
down,
one where
Rich.
he was
We'll
lying
go for a
down
pint, I'm telling
behind
you.
the spawn stairs. Either way, Joe causing problems there. And every second really does count. I mean, we are joking about the seconds in time, but it is really making sure that your teammates on a map this small can get across to the other side, get into a line of sight where they can actually provide support. That is what you're looking for here. And Toronto Ultra doing it right. Really great individual gunfights there from Kleenex. He had himself an unbelievable map in that regard. But those gunfights only get you so far. It really was the teamwork of Toronto. What a fantastic
So will this
start
get to
to the
game 5
series
as well
for
with
them.
Rocket
Nero
Chokes? Nope,
putting
it's
in
going to be
the work.
3-0, mate.
Don't
It's
beat
going to be
yourself
3-0,
up,
and we're off to see the leads.
Yeah, I mean, Nero's definitely in contention for having the most 40 bombs in
But
the
high
league. He
resume,
has quite
high,
a few
mate.
in Hardpoint and Control, but in spite of the 40 bomb,
I'm telling you,
simply not enough. But
Toronto's
like, again,
P1s are
this
just-
first P2 for
just not
Toronto
very good on
Ultra,
this map.
near
It's where they
perfect full
put- it's where they
60. You go to the next
build themselves
P2
a
where Rocker had
horrendous
the
hole.
edge. Ultra don't score any points on that second P2, right? They never get a clean break. Rocker made the plays to hold down the time the entire way through, but they only got 30 seconds because Ultra, again, just complete nuisances. And I mean, the game you lose by 22, you only get 30 seconds. I mean, I don't want to call it a money hill, but it's, again, those types of things that Ultra, they are built different on Skyline, very consistent with it. And Kleenex is one of the best Skyline players in the game. Doesn't hurt to have.
Doesn't hurt whatsoever. What might hurt though is the next.
Toby's having a stage right now. If he has another 100+ series again, I wonder how many. Well, I wonder what like a record is.
Do you think that's going to be the case
100+
today? Is
kill
going to be
games
another nail biter
series in a
or
row.
Ultra a far more
Like,
fierce
I don't remember the
competitor
last time that he had
than
a
the
series
Gorilla
below
mates?
100.
How are you feeling about
And
this?
going positive.
Honestly, it's an interesting map just because I feel like Rocker really do have some great tools on it. They've just failed to deliver at different times.
What was
Mentioned it
map 2
yesterday,
again?
Kenny has been electric on this map when it comes to the first bloods.
Dealership?
He
No,
runs
sorry,
like
rewind,
Burger Street.
rewind.
On offense
Oh,
and
what-
defense, he has been a very
The only
high
thing I
impact
said when you went
player,
here, the only
and
thing
his
is
teammates
Rocker
on the
like
flip
7
side
reps on rewind.
also
and
can
4
do a
and 3,
really
Ultra
good
3,
job. Like
2 and 1.
Estria
So
win
maybe
double
just the
digits
reps
on
might
this
be
map
Faze.
yesterday. Had a
Maybe.
standout
I can see a Rocker
performance.
win, but
They just have those few
purely
clutches
just
where
based on
things
how
not
so many
pan
reps.
out.
He
But
played
on
pretty
rewind,
much
it
every series he's
does.
come in.
However, I just know from Ultra, again, they do the little things right. If you give the opportunity for them to clutch up,
I know Ken
every
charles the
single
street pretty much
player
every
on that
round. And
squad
he will
is
take the
going to
challenge.
take
He's
it.
living or dying
So
by
Rocker
each
can
challenge.
just
So
not bring the
you
same
got the game,
level of
bloods or blooded.
S&D they have had throughout this stage.
If it's on
They
Jamie
have
or
to be at
Baz,
their
probably
top.
Jamie, I guess, is the street guy.
Well, the
They've
form
won
is
in
honestly
3
good at
this
the moment.
stage.
Again, I feel like they woke up today here on the 11th and
swear
they're looking fine.
it
because
is right,
Given
but
them
what?
a great game on
They were 4 and 3.
Skyline there.
Is the rewind
Keep
reps all
riding
from the
that
start of the year?
confidence, keep
I guess?
riding that energy, and again the teamwork.
1 and 3 on the
Very
recent, I guess. So
indeed.
never mind, Ultra win.
Sun goes down, city heats up.
There we go. He's just hard jowled it. This guy, honestly.
Yeah, and he's just gone and flipped
If I know it, Baz knows this. He's got to be ready for that.
Yeah,
Surely,
100%.
surely he was ready for that.
100%.
His demise. Kleenex, though, in a good spot to get information. He can see players on the
Yeah,
cross
Foles in an
if they're
unreal
going through
spot still.
blue or like the hole in the wall. But with a man down, still a very tough spot. Kleenex
You fucked up there, mate. Get off that.
can't cross that with Kenny overlooking. And meanwhile, Rocker able to get the bomb down in just a moment. And they'll have a 4v3 for the post plant.
They don't have any numbers on the inside of the site. Oh, sorry, it's 2 of them. Minimap freaked me out there. Pick a corner, any corner. Whether it's the laundry or it was pushing Kenny. You see the barrel, Ken. Yeah, the stun's going to connect. The Kleenex, with not the coverage of his teammate, would have been dead and out here. So you know at least 2 players through the B side of the map. Ouch. Kleenex on the entry.
Yeah.
Snaps in from Geo, the backline.
Dang, it's like it's a
sound.
Kenny Charles.
Jules Johnson 1v3.
If Ken keeps getting buzz like that, they're going to struggle.
Gets Rock of the
In
round.
the street straight away.
And Rocker do everything perfect. Kenny got credit for the kill, but I think Geo came over to double chow the street with him. So I think each
How many
player
times do you
can
reckon
get
Ben
partial
spreads up
credit
with
for the
Kenny? Do
first
you reckon he
blood
does the reverse as well?
4v3.
Yeah. You know what Bad is
Happy
like,
to
mate.
take your time. Don't
He's
make
fuming
any
with that.
mistakes.
I'm trying the street again.
I'm killing this guy, man.
Saw
He's just
Kenny on
challenging
the
me.
street. He knows
These
Kleenex
sausage
is
rolls they do,
nearby.
but not like
He has
back at home,
Estriel
bro.
first
There's
support
no
in
way.
More
the
like,
middle of the map, but he knows not to overcommit.
Don't have to
If
describe
Kleenex
it.
had to help from
A lot more
inside, so
pastry
if
on
Kenny
it.
doesn't
Yeah.
back down, he'd throw away his life.
like pasty
He
size
does the
almost.
smart thing, get out
Massive.
of dodge, and when inside shoots
And
his
the
gun,
way they do
Nero
sausages
gets
here, bro, it's
active.
just not the
So,
same.
Nah, I mean, ours is a
perfectly
dirty
orchestrated
sausage, let's be
round
real.
for
Like the
Rocker.
ones that we're doing is
We need a
probably
few
grim.
more of those.
They're taking it serious, but
Heavy
I'd
hit
rather a
from
grim
Rocker.
one.
They're going for
Yeah,
it.
I'd rather
Are
a
we gonna
good
bang
one.
the door, James?
Oh, fucking hell.
Hello, Estriel. They're in. That's the kill.
Got needed to.
Kleenex,
Needed
what
to
a
all
recovery.
Scamper.
Gets away with his life.
Good play. I love the
3v3.
little
Are we
lie
going
down
to
on
keep
your back,
pushing
yeah.
pace? Minnesota.
Oh, I'm
Bad
telling you,
news,
mate,
though.
this guy.
Kleenex, he is the
He's
master.
having a stage.
Yeah, he's a demon. In the meantime, though, Geo
Look
actually
at
does
three.
win another
Yeah, it's a
gunfight to
great
even the
pinch.
odds at a 2v2 in the
Jamie
minimap.
Craven.
Free beyond the
See
18
what
as well.
Insight's
Free.
doing. Kleenex is looking for information. They got it.
And you saw the other guy.
Kill, and he
Craven.
spots Estriel. I didn't know he could wall bang that, but there you go.
I just can't get enough.
Is
Run
the
it.
dumpster bang.
I just can't
And
get
Estriel
enough.
now
I should make a
truly
place
in
for
a
it. Toby
difficult
thought he trapped
situation to be
him.
in, but not impossible.
Toby thought he trapped him.
Oh,
1v1.
fucking hell.
Toby
Kleenex
thought
is
he
on him.
trapped him.
On recovery. Oh, and he pumps the brakes. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, he's
You
going to
hit
chase
this
it as well.
corner, Toby. Oh my God. He's backed up again. How does he know?
This is good for me. Sure, this spot's good.
He's going all around the world. Bomb plant? Yes,
Quite safe,
indeed.
though.
Estriel's going to
Easy.
check. Has to confirm.
Oh.
Toby thought he
48
trapped in
HP.
court, bro. That was tough.
2 rounds in a row for Rocker.
Just gave Jamie a free kill.
Absolutely massive in that 1v2.
Meant,
where
he had a
did
free
not
kill on
have
Jamie.
any
He thought he was
advantage,
stuck.
right? He's getting tagged up through the dumpsters, gets out of dodge before Kleenex
Tough
to
one.
pick up the
Tough
trade,
one.
and just able to fry Insight. Insight makes the smallest of mistakes by that 18-wheeler. Out in the open, exposed just for a moment. Estriel guns him down and makes the perfect play. S&D
Yeah, but if Toby thinks he hasn't trapped
Estriel's
court, then
one
why
of
would
those,
Jamie
he
run
was
the other
running
way?
Black Ops 4 in the offseason and just running pro players' pockets. So
I think
he
I'm
loves
not
him
sure,
for
but
S&D,
you can
and
tell by the way
everyone
Toby played.
has
He
been
just stood on the
very
white crate,
kind to
looking at
him.
left side court.
Again, double digits yesterday in the
Obviously, he
game
shot
5
Jamie
to
for like
make
the
sure
middle
the
of
team
it.
clutches
Like, I
up.
don't know. It wouldn't make sense for
Been
Toby to do
terrible
that
in
play either
game
if he didn't think he
5,
had
so
him
he's
stuck. And Jamie wasn't like
delivering for the
clearly ready
squad.
for a fight. You know what I mean? He was
Delivering
walking
here
out.
once again.
So he
Rocker
definitely
up to
thought he
up.
was like stuck. I think they thought he went
The
his
boys
side.
to really run this
It was
one.
like Jamie
Yeah.
side,
Better on
Jamie
2
right.
though. That trophy
He's
system
gonna
does
go like
save the
on the
nades.
dub creation
Joe
and what's their
Deceives,
side.
Faze, you
There we
name
go.
it, boys, kicking ass. Estriel's eyes on 1 and a free kill to his name as well.
There we go.
Great shots on the Joe. Not enough for the kill. All down to Nero's. This round is basically over.
Just chomping on that gum.
Oh.
And those are some shots.
Tell you, mate, this
Ton
guy
of
can play.
information passed out here. Again, the Ultra Boys playing that formation very tight.
Head like a tennis ball.
Now we
but
get
he can
loose.
play.
Now we spread out. Whoa, that's a 1v1 win you wanted. The double back. Insight playing it slow still. Beans with eyes on A.
Cheese him. Uh-oh.
Oh. Nice.
He's just ran him down.
The board.
Yeah, he's
Fire you wanted from Ultra.
Run him down.
He let Nero just roam his way into that.
It's bad how much
Another,
caffeine I need now to
great
feel good.
aspect of
It
Insight's game. He is just almost always in the perfect
So, I mean,
position,
Tom.
playing with the angles, watching one cross, but make sure he
Name,
has his
people call him-
screen so he can
well,
see
like
the
name,
elephant
I'd
bush
say
as
people
well
call
and
him-
gives the calm
Maybe they call him
immediately.
tennis ball.
No,
I think
well,
Insight's
like
one of the players
ultra
like,
have over the years.
he's
Tennis
not
ball
playing
or
the same
Velcro.
way as Kenny on like Burger
Looks
Street
like-
necessarily.
looks
He's
like
like
a- looks
going
like
for
a
the
Velcro on his
chows,
head.
looking for the aggressive first blood.
Mate.
But he really just is a facilitator. He's always getting the information. He's always like
Velcro
sort of telling
head.
basically Joe Deceives
He
and
takes
Kleenex
the ultra
how
sub,
they
no,
can
sir.
play the game and what you can get away with.
Not anymore.
Incredibly valuable to the team.
Good
is
2 years on that
Insight.
bench, though. Well, year and a half.
Massive reason for their success.
Kept it warm.
That really
Kept it
helps.
warm.
Trades a mid-map certainly do as well.
Oh.
Kenny managed to walk over the win.
I should have him
Should be
now.
able to get that,
That's a
yep.
one shot is never going to get away.
What
He's just
the
fouled it. it.
Fuck.
Holy
Oh!
shit, thank God Jimmy
He
saved
was a
because
bullet.
He just ego traveled that bad.
Facilitation in the name of the game.
Fair play.
Ultra, get it done.
Thank God he was one shot, because you know Baz has called one shot. But Jimmy's hit him twice, and he gets away with something.
And the reason Beans was able to snap like that
Who's
is
better
again,
at COD,
he's
me
just
or
getting
Chaz?
these
Okay,
comms.
so
I
one still
assume it was
plays,
a
one
similar
won a
situation
championship
when
in
Kenny's
second
running
at
through the
champs.
street.
I will say
Kenny
you were good, but
broken insights
I would
angles
like to
or
think
in
I've got that.
capacity
No,
just to
yeah.
get the kill. Then he's caught out to dry,
Well,
absolutely dead to rights. So the first blood
You're
there,
not
the
playing
difference
serious
maker.
anymore.
No, it's
Ultra
alright,
kick
mate.
things
I
off
wanna
and
get
all
weird, I'll
that.
get
You know what I
weird.
mean? No,
Are
chill
perfect.
out. Could have mocked it there, you know what I mean?
We
I've been
got
nice.
ourselves a game,
You
2-2
were good.
tied up. Rocker back on the attack. We're driving.
Real fast.
You're just a bit arsey, like.
So you say this, but one after you.
That might have caused damage.
Last
You're
was
not gonna
Raul
be able to
Cruz,
get
that guy
anything
drove me
over
off the
top, but that
fucking
trophy
deep
certainly helped. Yeah, Joe was in an issue there.
Fucking love that, by the way.
Yeah, that's getting Corey out of that.
Check over the wall. Somebody passing that intel to him straight away, and now the aggression.
Top open. I promise you, I'm beating anyone in top open, and I mean that.
Now keeping the bomb as
You
safe as
said
he
this,
can.
and
He
you
has
just
eyes on
I
it for
am.
now.
Run it 10 times, you win in
Ezreal
3.
and Kenny,
Yeah,
a very
oh,
difficult
man.
retake down a man.
I'm taking the majority.
Shot.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
and just everywhere you
Maybe on a
go,
4.
Insight is cutting the map in some ridiculous way.
Blimmin'
And
that.
trades instant. Good try there.
Joe's got his
Ezreal,
absolute
but
Todge
nothing
out.
they're able to cook up, and in spite of the fact that Kenny is still outstanding in the first blood category in that section of the map, he caught
Well, he can get another street blood.
absolutely free.
I don't know if it was. Actually, yeah, it might have been, yeah.
I have to imagine you're correct that someone is just
I'm
spotting
not
out
playing
where that
Clash
player's
Royale,
planning for
Mus.
Joe to see.
Ed
Just
24
man
mode.
to know exactly where to pre-aim. So information game always on point.
And I've been near
And
women.
Insight also knows, hey, Joe's getting the
there you
kill
go,
in
Mus.
this
He's had you
spot.
there.
Where's the pressure going to be coming from after
Sorry,
the
I
fact?
don't know why I've
Insight
done that.
reads that, reads Kenny on the pinch.
I'm starving, you know, Gabe.
And Insight is
yeah,
a
What's for dinner?
monster
What's for
in
dinner?
S&D. And he's only 5 and 2.
Can we talk about dinner?
Underrated.
We got, well, soon, lads, soon.
What are we thinking?
Once again from Ultra, it's a tight setup.
Well, first of all, where are we thinking for hockey?
I mean, I'm down for $5 pints of
That was a
catch.
challenge. He wanted it.
Was that not during? Or was that during hockey?
Yes.
Oh
The
shit.
nade was almost so great
mate, wake up.
from
That's
Kleenex.
dangerous.
But it's going to
What's
send
wrong
in
with
the-
Clash Royale? Honestly, I've
Also
never
his
played it.
bomb.
That's
I don't
really
even know what it
dangerous.
is.
Street coverage
Obviously,
now,
to
so
do with
1v1,
Clash
he's
of
got
Clans,
Valkyrie,
but like,
Kenny is in serious
You're getting
trouble
snakes,
here.
mate. Careful.
Over
What?
the wall.
I don't know what it actually.
Oh,
Veggie!
he's challenging. Oh, he wants to.
Oh, Gio, this is not going to happen.
Faze
This
trying
is
off this
4
ball.
rounds in a row for Toronto
Nice,
Ultra.
boys.
The takeover on Rewind is still there.
Telling you, good rewind
I mean,
team.
that's lights out.
Really
You don't
nice
get the
rewind
first
team.
blood, you're gonna have a bad time. And
I think
Beans just
S&D
making a
maps
nice
that actually
little
cater to
highlight
S&D
reel
players
play
being
there
good
as
at the
well.
game. will
Once
only
again,
be
from
good
Ultra,
for these
I mean,
lot,
super
though.
heads up gameplay.
But like when you're playing
Like,
Skyline
they had a double
or
challenge
Vault
Kenny
from
on the
patch
truck, but
or
Bean just knows someone
Protocol,
is
for
gonna try to
example.
come help Kenny.
Like it's just banging
And
bombs.
also Nero, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, you don't have to.
He
you don't have to
doesn't know
just
this
slide
too.
into that.
What's it,
He
8 in a
doesn't
row?
know these 2 players.
9 in a row.
He's thought, I'm challenging.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you
Well, it's
don't
10 in a row,
know,
actually,
though,
now.
like maybe not.
That was a Fafo moment for
Yeah,
sure.
that's- yeah,
Like,
2.5 rounds
he
without
found
anyone
out
dying.
real quick.
Flipping heck.
He's finding out again currently. His
One
teammates
shot.
on the side. Hey, good coverage from Ken. That was a really tight angle to work with. And Ezreal now
Holy
pushing
shit, they're all on
advantage.
cheeks, bro. Three's made a play.
Man up. He and
Wait
Nero
for
now
Jamie.
full
Surely he's
HP,
screaming it now.
Loaded pockets.
Yeah, I don't know. Ben's
I
in the
can
bomb.
see the barrel.
Ben's in the
Oh
bomb.
my
Gotta be
God.
dead now.
Who is that on the other side of the wall?
Oh my god.
Dude, they haven't checked
Oh my
if
god, he's
Beans
out.
is here. Out like a light.
Oh.
What?
Oh!
Why would the near gunfight win? Kleenex.
Oh!
Oh my.
What the fuck is going on?
What is going on, man?
I don't mind a
This
hop
is
here.
2v1.
I love the read. I love the read, Benjamin Beans. What a round. Oh my god, what a round.
I don't know how he stayed alive there. That's
The
mad.
teamwork
Fair
there
play.
from Toronto Ultra continues to be world class.
Holy shit.
I mean, you had Beans completely dead to rights. 2 players going for the trades, but Kleenex just hops over the wall. He's
My
there for
God.
the coverage and the communication perfect on who's one shot.
I don't know how
and
he's done
where
that.
they
How has
are.
he lived
I
there?
mean, it's chaotic, so a lot of luck is involved in these moments.
Unreal
as
read as
well.
well.
If you're doing the little things right, more often than not, you will end up lucky.
He made the other guy one
the
shot
new
until he made
sheriff
that
in
guy one
town,
shot.
Yeah,
Beans. He got that iron on his hip. A nice 3 kills from him on this round. Beautiful stuff and a pure joy and an elated player cams. 5 spree insight, 4 spree beans.
Well, there's a map win then.
Yeah, we just heard 5 big booms come from the other room.
Yeah. I believe that was Ben Bean's big boom. So there's a map win.
He's got a gift for Minnesota. A lot of cover on this map, but now
18's dead now.
impeccable information gain, let alone the kill.
I hope he's not
Ultra
gone
now
boom when he's
moving
got
to
that
position.
kill.
This is the victory lap.
Yeah, and I think Insight spotted Kenny on the pinch too. So number 4 is going to be looking at that. Yeah, absolutely ready for Kenny. There is nowhere these rocker players can go.
He's always on a pinch when he loves
There
it.
it is. The sniff complete, and he caught a full whiff
He made him. Maybe Baz needs him.
Geo once again, a 1v4, an admirable amount of damage dealt.
Oh, he's
onto
the
Oh
car,
my
bro.
God, bro.
Boom!
Fucking moron.
And lets it rip.
Oh, it's
One
glitch.
car
What's
to
gonna pop
another.
out? Hey.
Ultra 2-0.
Yeah,
How we doing,
that is
buddy?
Just unnecessarily rude. That's messed up, man. That's not cool.
half-
But I appreciate it. I needed that laugh.
Half the
'cause
last
that was a
time
beat down.
Boom! When he's killed him. Like,
The
I'm not
first
having
round they
that.
played, I mean,
I'm not having
literally
that.
perfectly
They're taking
calculated.
the
It
piss,
was
bro.
everything you wanted.
What's
it
map
was
3?
bread and butter. A thing of beauty.
Vault.
Round number 2.
Is it
doesn't
Vault
go as
map
great.
3?
How are you
Ezreal
forgetting all
bails
this?
you out
Good
and
night.
ridiculous
We'll be
1v2
seeing you
clutch.
next Friday.
Then he loses 6 in a row because Ultra.
Because
flipped
what we
the
got?
switch.
Oh, we got.
And
Oh,
look at
it's
that
hard
from Kenny, man.
next
3
weekend.
first bloods
Surge.
on the street.
Surge
I mean,
up
he
there.
sort of provided
Is it?
at least
Next
in
weekend,
that
yeah.
category, I suppose. Not
I
too
think their
involved
last game of
after
the day
fact,
next
but
weekend as well.
Otherwise, you are just getting slaughtered. Nero 0 for 3 in the first blood battle, and I mean, Insight,
play-
he died twice and went, I'm good, I'm not doing that anymore.
They play
One of the
Saturday
rare
last game.
Hellstorms earned in
Sunday
Search and
middle
Destroy.
game.
Again, Insight. I keep standing him and saying his name and singing his praises as much as I can for good reason. He does stuff like that.
You are well heard, man.
So next
well
weekend,
heard.
our
Well,
Friday
2-0
games
the
are
half
Optic
incredibly
LAG,
dominant and
Ravens
very
Rocker,
flashy
Boston
victory there
LAT,
from the Toronto
Dead
Ultra
Day.
boys. It's back to the desk.
Then
Clint,
it's
you know
Falcon's
he was thinking
Faze.
about
Oh
Vix
my
when the Death Star
God.
killed him. You know he did.
He was.
LATC9, Ravens, Miami.
I'll be
It's
honest
not
with you, I
ideal.
didn't hear what he said at all.
That's
Something
not
about a
ideal.
Death Star and Bix.
Well, he was talking Andor, dude. I caught up on Andor. It's incredible. No, I didn't have
Vault
anything
control
turned up
last
loud enough.
map.
Actually, hear what he
God,
said.
we love it.
Dude, wait till he tweets a photo.
Maven Sundays. One day we're going to teach him how to plug in.
I texted Miles
All
a
right,
photo
Mitch,
of me
thanks for
crying
stealing
to
that
an
one, by the
episode
way.
of Andor, and he's got it saved forever. There's literally tears coming down my face. He's gonna
I
use
can't
that
wait
against
till
me.
he
Yeah.
drops that. And right now, he could use it on the side of the Minnesota Rocker. I mean, honestly, Minnesota loses
Toby,
that
we're
first
2-0 up,
match
lad.
to Vegas, but in a position
The
where
boys
they
are
need an
2-0 up.
upset in one of these matches, right? Yeah. And we thought potentially this could be it because you look at the map set and it's like, okay, they played a lot of rewinds.
My
The
dog.
one loss that we've seen in recent memory on the rewind was around 11, right? So they've been solid on this map. Not the case here. I mean, you saw them go up 2-0 early, and then Toronto Ultra just kind of turn it on. Some aggressive pushes through street. One of their defenses, which catch them off guard, and then after that, you see Kenny try to get tricky, get behind, and just kind of sniff that out. And it's like Toronto just 6 rounds straight. Insight finds a hellstorm, and it's just lights out from there.
No, I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of this.
Plenty of corners here, apart
they
from the
do have
first
some
2
similar
rounds.
map strengths, but just Ultra are better at all of them is the problem. And they're the better team, and you're seeing it here throughout the first 2 maps. Yes, it was a close one for Rockery. He had some opportunities.
we
You
have
and I were a
5
little
big
frustrated.
boots.
I don't do
It's
that,
one of the
thank
moments
you.
where map one-
I also
This
don't
is
know who
something
the
that
people
ever
are
since
who do
I
it.
think, like, squad
Honestly,
spawns and
neither. I
2019,
just
like,
see
this
it.
concept
I
in
see-
Hardpoint,
it's
like,
those guys
sometimes when
that
a team
Gersh
gets
interviewed,
forward,
right?
like,
Yeah, but I don't
they
know.
get the
I've
kill,
never
they
seen
get
a
kill
TikTok or
4.
anything.
Spawns are just, it's like,
My TikTok's
where
very
are they
normal.
going to spawn? 'Cause if
Yeah,
you
I
get
fear
3 dead and
about
there's at least
food
one enemy
and
player,
gym
you have a better
and
idea.
what to do
When
in
you get 4
Toronto
dead,
and
this
stuff
gets
like that.
punished
It's
by that.
normal
We've seen it a
stuff.
million times
It's
in the
not
last, like, 5 years, but
brain
it's-
rot and
Yeah, it was
I'd say my
super
TikTok's
big
gone
foods.
very downhill
Play the
recently.
game.
Let me
It came
just
from
give it a
game
few
1.
scrolls.
It
Hold on.
came from a man named Tobias. Shall we walk you through this one, Nameless?
Yeah, Toby's an absolute beast. And the rip of the game.
Do you know what I mean?
Off just frying was
You
a
bump into that
sick
one.
Streak. We get down to the wire here, and this is the end of the map. We get to this P3.
Oh, I have
and
movie
as Clint
clips.
mentioned,
There you
there
go.
was a 4 down on the side of the
Ballerina
Minnesota Rocker. It actually happens
cappuccino.
right after Toby's finding those kills, and then they have to come in and re-break. And what happens is Joe finds one, allows Kleenex to get to the hill, and once Kleenex gets
Hold
in
on.
and around this
We'll
hill,
keep going.
he's just finding kills from the rat corner, left and right. Nothing you can do. They close it out.
What
Manages tossing
on
hand warmers.
earth,
He's just
Gabe?
loving life. No challenge yet today.
No, I guess it's one of those days, bro. 3-0s all over the place.
I actually don't know the Costco guys. I'm being deadly serious as well.
I hate them, but I love them because we're hitting a driving range.
Yeah, but I want to have one game 5, bro.
I'm being deadly
Believe it or not,
serious.
guys, we have a big event that we should sell tickets to. DreamHack Maven is going to his first, and you can shake his hand.
Yeah.
Make sure you use Purell first, but it's going to be DreamHack.com/Dallas/CDL for your tickets. Watch all 12 of
Well,
your
I'm telling
teams
you, it just-
before 4 of them get knocked out before chips.
You would kill it as a Kratos cosplay.
Oh my God, yes.
Wow.
I would, dude.
My dude is ripped.
I think I'd be a good cosplayer.
Miles could do Johnny Bravo.
I like that.
What would
I
that guy
feel
in the middle
fucking
play?
sick.
Look at this just popped up on my
famous
fucking. Oh, I have to
Yeah,
show
just
this.
himself.
The
Yeah.
king.
Man.
What a handsome gent too.
All right.
Who's that like? Who's Who's that one, like, redhead?
What the fuck? He just opened up at the end.
Yeah, he'd be like Ed Sheeran.
Edge.
I think Ed Sheeran's
That's what my TikTok looks like.
One redheaded artist.
It's, to be fair, it opens up a bunch of cash.
Yeah,
So, like, it's not bad.
But what the fuck?
Chance could do like Ask
Ant's a
Ketchum.
huge Ed Sheeran fan. I've got no tracks, otherwise we'd be singing now. All right,
I feel
let's
violently
just do
sick.
it. Let's rip the band-aid. Let's deal with this game of control. Chance Ultra, too good, too clean, too fast, too
That
good, and
noise, you
arguably
know.
smelling as
Oh,
well.
that noise gets
How do we
me.
feel about this game of control?
the same way Daft
Minister
Punk
was
felt
good.
about,
Oh my
the
god.
Discovery album, maybe something like
Whoa.
that. I mean, on Control on
Not
point.
bad like.
Not bad like.
Win rate there on the old attacking rounds. Granted, specifically
That's
in
my
this
TikTok,
stage,
peeps.
but obviously,
I
guys are
literally
phenomenal,
vouched
right? I
to
think
never
Beans
download
maybe
TikTok.
his first,
I was like, I'm
two
not doing it,
series
bro. I
back.
hear
He was playing a
stories.
little
Yeah, I
bit
didn't have
slow,
it for a
gotta
while.
get back in the swing
I
of things. His
downloaded
team
it.
is
That's
still
my
getting
life
wins.
right
They
now.
don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been just
That's
fine.
bad.
He
It's
has
a
had
bad place to
few
be.
different highlight reel-esque plays so far in this series, and if he's getting the vibes flowing, sure. Standout player, map 3, why not?
I mean, it's standout player, but it really is the whole team, man. Toronto have come to a very, very fluid game as a squad. I'm excited to see how they can look on this game of Control. For Rocket, I mean, of course, all reverse sweeps are built on hope.
Yeah, one more map
right now is the one thing that they do not have. I
We'll
think
be out here
it's
before that. It's
starting
going to be a 9-minute
cut
control.
away from them.
Because I'm Hank Marvin,
Come on
food
now.
into pints,
and they're tough and
into
tougher
hockey.
opponents. They're
Into
never
at
gonna
least
give up these
3-1,
free wins.
taking it home.
You've
Probably
got to
2-2,
snatch it. You have to
Yeah,
battle
probably
it
will
back
be. Yeah,
yourself.
momentum switches.
But then, 4-2 win here in Toronto.
You know how much I'd love to see
Don't mind
the
that.
second best objective player having a KD like
Want
that.
to talk about the
I love
AI
to
story you're so interested in?
Yeah.
I fear Charlie
Big
will
fan.
leave and
Big
not come
fan.
back, so
Big
we're just going to
fan.
leave that there.
I think I would.
Because he
There's
doesn't
big
know about
fans will be
Tim
wearing away
T's,
in this
John
next one.
Pork,
Here
Simon
we go,
Claw, Marvin
Rocket. Time
T,
to turn it
Bob
all around.
Bakerlaw. So it's all fine.
Don't know any one of them.
It's all good.
Lock in. How you doing, bro? How you doing, son? No, lock in. Just lock in.
Are you talking to your actual son?
No, he doesn't know what lock in means. He's not even 2.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. You know why? Because he's already logged in. Can't not be logged in. I was talking about the Rocket tweet. Here we go.
Yeah, I hear you. Rocker, by the way, for what it's worth, I think they've actually been playing pretty well. Like, playing their game, the tools that they have. Like, again, Kenny for the first blood delivering. Near on map 1, dropped the 40. So I think Rocker are bringing sort of like their A
That's
game.
it. Rocket don't look too bad.
No, I mean, the map 1 was very winnable.
Good opening break nonetheless. 2 players near the zone.
Better
Kills
than the
falling
other,
in
I
their
guess.
laps.
Map 2, there's a couple rounds that
Rolling
looked
through.
insane.
Nero, good
They could've won.
patience.
Yeah.
Didn't get the
That one
gunny,
in
and
court where Ben's got 2
this is
was
where
mental.
Ultra, I mean, they never look back. They get a 4-man wipe, and I feel like they're guaranteed to win the round.
Well, if you're getting your A game, it just feels like Ultra's got the A++. I'm not going to say S rank just yet, but they're bringing the absolute noise. Kenny, go on, son, Kenny. There's another one here. Whoa,
Benjamin with the
Beans
sub.
finds 2 with the Jackal, and we keep the A zone absolutely perfect right now.
40 seconds left. And
Geo
they've not
from
got
upstairs.
anything.
Lovely tags into Joseph Decivicus. He goes down, and now an opportunity to keep the A zone. I mean, at least for now, a battle that you can contest for.
Well, you gotta be worried about the catwalk.
You like
Joe's
going
trying to
Volt?
pick that
Great.
up. Underground
Great
route
point.
being taken, flying through the front.
What do you think it's a
Ultra
bit shit?
looking for it.
Really, no.
I mean, all the trades are gonna start to roll
Constantly
through.
there, you're just useless.
Minnesota edge up, and then Beans
Yeah, I'm
gives
just
you
not a fan
2.
of Volt.
Geo
Like,
wins
you know when
that
Joe
gunfight.
went, obviously,
Maybe Rocker
Charlie,
have it
way better
instead.
than I am at the game,
They're back
but
in
like,
their spawn.
you know when
Once
Joe
again,
went
it's
Volt
the
when they
same looking
needed to
kill
win
feed.
that,
It's Beans with
he won
2.
against
It's just the perfect way. Ultra flow.
Surge.
System they have
Yeah.
in place.
It's a little bit different on Hardpoint because no one
To
ever reads it.
retake that
Yeah.
A zone on the attack, and oh dear God, Insight is
Control it
now P2 hanging
Reading
out.
Hardpoint again, like, as soon as they
Both
know you're down there,
weapons
you don't get
causing
one.
issues. The A zone's still getting captured
You're
though, so
almost
Joe's
forced to
doing
run away
by
and
that
wrap
time, but it's not going to pull too much here. From the Ultra lads. Kleenex is going to get the gunfights done from the front door. Beautiful stuff. Final few seconds. And there is a chance. There's a hope with 10 to go.
What?
Get in there, lads.
Oh my God, it made them weak. Did you see that?
Toby weak.
Kleenex, easy one. Difficult 2, but then the trades are just completely there because Ultra.
Toby, look at Toby. Look at Toby.
Yeah,
It
look.
must be an absolute trip to play against Ultra in the sense of like, depending on who you're taking a gunfight, like you either have to deal with Insight.
No, Ben hasn't been throwing bad nades before he fucking.
That's a
that
that was called a sausage nade. That's what Ben used to call it. Sausage nade he's just thrown.
Kleenex just running it down. And everything's so perfect in a sense of like, you know, Geo going through the catwalk, looking at the players in the pillars. They're always dancing around it in like a very well orchestrated way. A very dialed in team. Everybody knows the plan.
Yeah, Rocket, it looks like you feel like you have an idea of, you know, where a few players are. You got an idea of how the attack's going to come.
I said
and then
this right.
bang, you get sucker punched by
Surely,
Kleenex out
like,
of nowhere.
you just wouldn't sit,
While you're reeling,
like scrap and
Joe
hide
Stevens
with Joe
Beans
and
find
Ben.
theirs. And Insight walks over
You're
your
just
corpse
going to
and
be
captures the
idiots.
zone. Here we go.
Yeah, how do you lock that to in? Like, it's just
3 dead.
impossible.
It's as
It is
about as good a
impossible.
start you can
And this is
possibly
about
get. There's the last
stacking
man.
Stack.
They know he's behind them.
That
Of course they
zone
do.
is flying, folks. Second segment gone. And it is going to be a
Don't say a word.
perfect A capture. Toronto Ultra now
As it was good, my
towards
boy.
B.
Yeah, Geo didn't even want to try. That's how bad.
Bro,
that
that's what I'm
opening
saying.
break
Like the
went.
vibe, like
Kleenex is trying
I
to
think
maybe get over
that's what
towards
some
Dart. 2
teams
kills
lack.
in the
Is
feed,
that
sliding
a lot
past
of it's
the
like
point.
professional. I
He's
can't
found the
imagine
route to get through, goes for
like
the challenge.
Ravens
Instead,
vibing
look
with
at
each other.
objectively
Do you know what I mean?
minded.
Like having a fucking
The SMG players
having a good old
dream
giggle.
about.
He just takes a couple of steps back. Joe's going to keep playing his life. Kleenex
Or
now
like,
fills that role
I don't know.
immediately. Look at this,
Falcon.
folks. Insight again.
Falcon
all
maybe
over
a
the
bit
shot.
different,
Playing a close corner here from the hip into Kenny.
Oh my god.
Estriel had
Three
eyes
dead.
on, but the
Well, I
capture still
mean-
continues, folks. Second segment gone.
Well, I mean, that's it.
The pressure from the front, and the map is teetering on the edge of over. Toronto
Jesus
Ultra.
Christ.
72 good.
I mean, listen, I'm not expecting you to get this answer right. Did you see how many deaths Ultra had in that round?
This is a speed run.
None.
Not 3. They
They just run around with 3 entire rounds. That is
both
fucked.
zones.
That is mad.
I don't know if that's the record. I
That
think
might be the
there's been a
record.
handful of 2 death round wins.
That's about as good as it
On a
gets.
map like Vault, yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah, Rocker right now, we talked about hope. It's gone. It feels as if you can really pull it back here.
This might be the quickest.
I mean, this is one of the most
control,
unbelievable regains. One of the most
Could be if they have a clean-
unbelievable.
If they have a clean
tests
defense here,
of
this is a
human resolve
probably will
that
be
we
a
have seen in the COD
6-minute
League.
control.
The stats might be broken.
It might be, definitely are. Joe Deceives is on a larger streak than he has been, so yeah.
I had a point to make. Doesn't matter. You're absolutely right. Opening trades. It's forget it. It's fine. Opening trades.
Hold on, bit of life out of Rocker here.
Rocker up top.
Way.
Glad he's good for another one as well. Oh, never mind.
And now toe to toe with Gio, who continues to be a wonderful watch in the 1v1 moments. These stats are real. Kleenex is 15 and 7.
Oh, we're back, yes.
Yeah, we are G for now. Shout out the observers, doing their best. One segment down at A. Happy birthday, Q!
Oh.
We'll get that later, don't worry.
What was just in my ear there?
I don't know, he said happy birthday, Q.
He's doing all right. On offense, he's been fine at the very least. 9 and 10 doesn't look great, but they did just
Look, he's
get
involved with
slammed
that,
on the defensive end.
I don't mind if I pinch him.
And Estriel started off 3 and 10, so he's been solid on the attack as well. A much
hold
slower
on.
capture on this one, but every kill has been
Row.
perfect. A 5 life
Raggy.
advantage, plenty of time to work with. You get Estriel towards the zone.
You have a trophy on if he uses them.
Fighting indeed.
Oh my god, put the
If
trophy down,
if he's
Estriel.
actually a trophy player, then that is awful from him. He is, because Gio don't have one and Gio don't have one. That's terrible from him.
Truly
Get on that point,
fucking
then.
trophy down,
against the
Estriel.
might of
I'm not
Ultra,
using
who've
it.
got a perfect setup looking over this point.
It's the first thing that comes to your mind when you get on that point is
We
throwing a
find some
trophy down.
kills.
16
Minnesota
plays 21.
not
This
as
is not looking
aggressive
good.
towards
No,
time.
I
They
don't
are
know.
worried about the
Vince is
other
on
two
ammo,
members who've
though.
been flanking. A possible opportunity missed. You've got to find a couple more outrageous wins.
Cancels the heal as well.
Oh my god, just shot on the cross. He's
15
trying to
plays
kill
20,
Kleenex.
doable.
A stun lands
Doable,
in his
doable.
face, and a
50 plays
4-man
17.
wipe, and there you
Didn't
go.
get a
Flip
second B
around.
either.
Very doable.
That's it. Wow, it's a minute 30 and 15 lives. Or 17 lives, sorry. That could have been the chance. That could have been the opportunity now.
Any layer in here. Fuck it out. Fucking hell.
A possible hit now through mid. It's
Nice
going to be an
scam.
insight. Yeah, who gets right back up top. Again, an immaculate position to be defending from. He does have a teammate to back him up there over the top. So it's Joe now to clear out the bottom side of Vault. No one's going to be home for the time being. A minute to
Didn't
play.
see him cross.
There's just no room to breathe either. You're
play
trying to worry
13
about the
though,
pace.
because they
They
can
have
play
5 life
TDM.
advantage, and they maintain that for a bit, but that is beginning to evaporate.
Oh, get out of there,
Three
Joseph.
kill difference now. A minute and a half, as you stated, when the 4-man wide happened. Well, 50% of that is gone. You do have pressure over towards the B zone, but Insight's behind you. The thorn in your side.
I mean,
now you
it's
can
not
make it
looking good.
towards
They'll do
B.
well from there.
And they have the trophy, or they don't have trophies yet, but
Freeze on the
still in a
pinch,
good
though.
spot.
It's not going to save you from
Not
this.
reading this.
It's not going to save you from Joe or Insight on the pinch. Jamie
just shot his
Creighton,
teammate.
He kills nearly everything.
6 plays 9. 40 seconds
Teamwork
left.
once again from Ultra. The positioning fantastic, but 6 lives. They are technically down. 35 on the clock.
Jamie runs ammo.
Down. Insight just wants to waste as much time as he can. 2 players to deal with, and he gives nothing to his teammates. But he does
5v9.
So 5 lives remaining, but only 25
4v8,
seconds on the
they
clock.
do well.
No respawns remaining. Ultra
They do
have to
really
win.
well.
We're on it. We're on it. Joe pushed the advantage. He has the hit points to work with here, but oh dear. Doesn't
3v7. They do really well.
Surely.
Massive, yeah.
That's it.
That was a
Gio
3v8
done.
actually.
15 seconds.
getting
One
involved with
final
involved.
stab. One chance, Minnesota Rocker.
One of
You're going to
the
go out on your
point.
knees, or you're going to go out on your feet. Here we
What
go.
are they doing?
It's
Got
a
to sit
fight.
vault there, buddy.
No lives for
You have to
Ultra.
just sit vault.
They've done it against.
Anyone when they're on the train.
2v3.
One shot.
It's not done yet.
He's absolute on point.
Oh my god, what have they just done? What have Rocker just done? 3v8. Holy shit.
Oh, he's barely out.
Dispatch here on Mother's Day.
Yeah, and with 3-3-0s.
What have they just done there?
And we're off to the pub at 10-6. Yes! Come on! I don't mind that.
Apart from the hard point, fucking hell.
To God, Minnesota did not play poorly in this series. It just did not.
Well, they did there.
They played pretty poorly in the
They
SNE
played very
control.
shit.
Yeah, they played a little bit poor in the SNE control.
They had a perfect like round one. Kenny
Hardpoint
was able
was
to give
fair.
you 3 first bloods consistently. You lost 6 rounds in a row. Inside able to get a Hellstorm. Miro dropped 40 on map number 1. And no one got smoked on Minnesota Rocker. Only one player had a negative KD, I think, on the Skyline. And it
I'm
was
telling
like
you,
24
Tobias
and
is
28
having a
from
fucking
Estriel.
stage.
Still
mate.
lose that one. and,
Joe's got 1300
they
damage.
attempted to battle on the control, but on the
Loving
defensive
life.
end, Ultra are just a spectacle. Kleenex 17 kills and 2 defensive rounds, and even when they had the man advantage towards the end, Ultra are just able to sort of control the pace.
Scores on the doors. Box scores.
Happy as always. Can't ask for anything more. Got a 3-0 dub in Minnesota Rocker. At least it wasn't a game 5 loss.
It wasn't a game 5 at all. No, that was a real clean dispatch. Ultra looking brilliant, man. Really, really brilliant
Joe put
gameplay
the
from
feet up
them.
today.
Excited to hear from their players in our post-match interview. For now, it's to the desk.
Thank you, guys.
Really good job. Really great job.
Great job. A day shorter than Clint's hair. Let's take a look.
This
at
has
some of the
been a
action.
very quick day
3-0
today.
From
Very
Toronto
quick
Ultra.
day.
It's Happy Maven Day. It's Happy Mother's Day.
It is.
I'm a mother.
True.
To what?
Let's take a look at some highlights.
I mean, you probably are dad somewhere along the line.
I'm gonna yes and this. Where are we going?
College was a thing. But yeah, let's take a look at some highlights, Chris.
Right, well, that's me done.
Listen, everybody's gonna go
wanna
back
watch the
to
interview and
life
then
lead that
that's
Minnesota
me
had
done.
at the very end. You know, it's really tough. Kleenex
what I mean?
was all the way through to
I'm
their
up for a
base, right?
pint,
And
mate.
nobody.
Yeah, well,
turned around
I'm
from
there
it,
with
trying to
you.
just,
I'm-
You can
What
sit
you
here
on
if you
about?
want. I won't be there.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody plays for him.
Cheerio. Have a good one. That was actually really good. 3-3.
Just at that point, though, like,
Couldn't be any better.
Because literally couldn't have gone better.
Could not have gone better.
Can we just go stack the point
yeah.
and close this round out?
Thank you very much for being here,
Toronto
Chaz.
fighting
Yeah, of course,
to the
thank you
very
for being
end,
with me today.
tooth
Of
and
course.
nail, clutching up regardless.
I'm all-
Toronto just showing like that they are in championship.
8-4.
You're right then,
lives
8.
All
and
tangled up here.
Tobias 15-6 at this point in the game. Maven, I feel like
your
he is
second
getting
there.
better
That's
and
what my
better
estimate
closer
is,
we
like,
get to champs.
about a lot of times
100%.
now
This
as
team
well,
has just
but-
started to click at the right time. Over these
This
last
is
two
ended,
qualifiers
actually.
has been so good. A hell of a, what was it, 3v8
Charles,
stand.
good
You get to the tail
Charles.
end of this. Teamwork seems
Good
to be on
line,
point.
good
They're ball
Charles.
peaking when it comes to like, the talent that they can display. I'm excited to see that all the talk about Hercules, whatever. I'm excited to see at the next event with this 4-man roster.
Bye-bye.
what they'll be able to do.
Yeah,
I'm
this,
pumped.
this is the squad, they've been on the podium, what, back-to-back thirds?
Yeah, and you look at it and it's like, in the search, Beans 8-3, huge performance, and he's obviously so vocal. Like that's what he brings to a team is like energy and being super vocal, which I think will
Mate,
help them in the
pass it,
later
yeah.
matches of the tournaments, Chris,
Pass
to
it.
eventually get to a
The
championship.
man was also smooth with the movement, shutting
what have you
down
done
that
here?
final round to secure the 3-0. He joins us now live in the Monster Winner Spotlight. Beans,
Benjamin.
congratulations. How we feeling?
Feeling great, man. I mean, obviously was a bit of a beasting today. I mean, Map 1 was
Yeah, I'll see you in 5, lad.
by us, but I mean, we ended up closing the other 2 out pretty easily, I think.
Yes, you did.
Hey, Beans, Maven here. You know, I'm not the expert. I'm just here for the laugh. So, your gameplay looks great, but I want to talk to you about a recent Kleenex video. It looked like security footage almost. Your ping pong skills. Can we roll the tape and maybe you take me through what happened here?
This is
well,
diabolical.
as you can see, I'm in socks, right? Slippy wood floor. I've gone for a big.
They're showing the fucking
gone
ping
for
pong
a
clip.
big backhand that
forward
would
over.
have sent him to hell. Unfortunately, it's gone a bit skew with, and I have shit on the floor. But look, they see me at my lowest. They don't see my greatest. Any chance from anyone in the studio.
I think Joe Deceives trips you off camera there. You guys see his twitch his foot?
I'll be honest. I watched that about 100 times because it's absolutely
Amazing.
hilarious. I didn't realize you were in socks.
He's
that
in
whole time.
he's in
That actually
socks,
explains a lot.
and people just love to see him at his lowest and not his
so
greatest.
gracefully, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did it hurt your performance? You were on point today, and in particular, you were on point in the search and destroy, my brother. How are you guys going to get back to the dominance you had in search early season? Because I feel like that's the biggest roadblock to you guys taking the championship with one of these next tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, I think as the year gets on, I mean, search gets a little bit more like strat heavy and countering teams. So I mean, we can just work on that a bit more, and our situations are pretty good, and we have like all the talent in the world. So our search is looking a lot better, and it's going to get even better.
You know, some people will say that seeds going into these majors at this point don't really matter, but I think honestly, looking back in history, you always want to be that top dog. You are 2 matches away from having the #1 seed. You have Vancouver and Texas in your way. Is a 5-0 finish possible in our Major 4 qualifier?
I'd say it's extremely possible. I mean, look, there's some good teams kicking about, but we're feeling good. We're feeling like the best team in the game, as we always do. And look, I mean, Surge and Optic are decent, but they ain't quite us. So.
Beans, knowing you and your personality, are you gonna bring a little extra energy when you play Texas with Mercules?
Nah, of course. I mean, look, I'm a pretty chill guy anyway, right? So I don't really get hypes or any of that stuff. There's nothing good on there. So we'll have to wait and see. You have to tune in.
Beans, are you streaming yet?
Yeah, we're live. We're live over at Twitch. You know, it's on and off at the moment. I need to get on my grind more, but we
been there, brother. I get it.
Yeah.
We're flooding into the stream soon. It was an early finish to a Sunday thanks to your performance. Well
Real
done.
early finish. They were meant to start now.
That is Toronto Ultra getting the job done.
Right, peeps. Thank you very much for joining me for the Ultra Series. Like I said, very easy for them.
All the favorites run 3-0.
Yeah, I don't know if there really was.
I appreciate you showing out as always. You always support the boys a lot. So
first match of the day,
we appreciate
the one I thought
you
most
for real.
likely to go 4 or 5, but once Vancouver
2 good series for the boys next week. So
starting with Vancouver Surge.
they'll want and need your support for next week, because that is the opportunity for them to go 5-0 in the split and to have first seed, if I'm not mistaken. So
Is like usually with like the teams,
because with Miami's map record right now, I think Ultra's map record is mental. If we can look at it quick.
And then you have a lull, but you can bounce back. We don't typically see that with like the teams that have the.
I mean, yeah, they've lost 2 maps right now. So if they go 5-0, then most likely, I mean, it's impossible. If they go 5-0, it's impossible for them to have more maps than
bounce back and hit a team with a thunderous 3-0. Right, Boston, this is a playoff team.
The Miami. So
roster, they will
and then it goes to head-to-head, and obviously
I think it speaks volumes to the preparation and where these guys are at. Like, as
well, actually, I wonder how that works out. But anyway, appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I will catch you guys next weekend. See you then.